Yo, welcome everybody. We are live with the New Game Plus showcase. Let me turn the sound on. This is supposed to be a brand new show. We'll go ahead and full screen. That is ran by more of the developers and not like a corporatized thing as much as like Gamescom. We have a few others joining us later, but it's kind of a weird time, so people are at work and they'll join when they get home. But I like that we're getting some new showcases out there, and it's not just becoming like a E3 monopoly. I think E3 got so big it fell over. Clinton, maybe you should check your figure before clicking the button. That's what I'm hoping too, Ronan. And games from smaller creators too. Some of the most fun I've had in the past couple of years is from smaller developers. I want to see all the spicy stuff. I forget the name of that game. That one looks fun. I didn't get to check out the beta.
Welcome to the New Game Plus Game Showcase, a new initiative built by creators who love games for what they are and not just the games that pay to have them promoted. First up, I'm Hunter. I'm normally behind the camera across gaming and esports events, and I work on social accounts for a ton of different games. My favorite games of all time would probably be RuneScape, Dark Souls 3, Leaf Green, Black Ops 2, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Then we have Jake Lucky, kind of the point where gaming, esports, and streamers collide. If you look at him for too long, you'll start to wonder why his neck is so long, and if you look at his Twitter for too long, you'll wonder how much Nadeshot paid him to tweet clips of him every single day. His favorite games of all time are RuneScape, Age of Empires 2, Halo Infinite, Jumpstart Adventures with Bodley, and CSGO. Next up, Luality, a streamer with a hatred of spoons and a love for dragon sex. Lua probably has more personality than the rest of us in her pinky.
Yo, what's up, Matt? How you doing?
Her favorite games include Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, XCOM 2, Witcher 3, and Mass Effect.
Magnum Norris.
Then Luke Stevens, the mind of a critic with the heart of a fan.
What the heck?
Luke breaks down games to their DNA
Looks like new
and really
games
looks
are
at everything the
gay.
game has to offer. Where our brains might be smooth, his is nice and wrinkled. His favorite games of all time are Elden Ring, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Last of Us, Witcher 3, and Batman Arkham City. The fifth and final in-person member this year is IamRob. Rob came from the hell of making Call of Duty videos to the other hell of platinuming games. His favorite games of all time are Witcher 3, Halo 3, Batman Arkham City, X-Men Legends, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Not to be confused with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Then our final member is Blue Thunder, the man who is always spotlighting the next hidden gem before anyone else sees it coming. He just had a beautiful second child that luckily takes after his wife, so he's not here in person but was a major part of the showcase. His favorite games of all time are Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill 2, Elden Ring, The Last of Us, and Metal Gear Solid 2.
Together, we're pressing into how we think game showcases should feel: conversational, authentic, and transparent.
We are here to celebrate what actually excites us: incredible worlds, creative devs, and stories behind those games that we love so much.
Thank you again.
There's no paid placements, no marketing scripts, just pure passion and excitement for what's coming up in gaming.
You can expect a wide range of content, including new trailers, fresh gameplay, developer interviews, behind-the-scenes content, and even some updates to your favorite games.
And we got Isaac here,
sit
too.
back,
What's going on,
grab
dude?
your drink of choice, and let's dive into some of the games that we think are worth your attention. This is the New Game Plus Game Showcase.
Also, who picked
Notice the Nerd Wars raid. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Wait, what's
Hell,
the name?
New Game Plus shows the
And we should be
showcase.
expecting everyone here in a minute.
Have we trademarked that yet? Because I don't.
But what you missed so far is that they kind of...
got this.
Sick name.
Here, I'll just mute it for a sec. They kind of just are introducing the hosts of the show. One of them couldn't be there, but about what games they like to play. I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't really seen anybody else do that, right?
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah.
A lot of these type of things you seem to be pretty stiff and kind of just rigid. It seems more laid back from what they're showing. Yeah.
But let's get back to the show.
Raw Fury, as well as an exclusive interview with the Don Walker creative director.
Let's go ahead and get to the chat. Survival game. I'm already interested.
Hope there's no fall damage.
Oh, interesting.
Wall running. Okay.
Yeah. This is like Mirror's Edge mixed with Ark, kind of.
Yes, dude. Mirror's Edge was awesome.
Yeah. In fact, isn't Mirror's Edge related to Titanfall? Because they're both from EA, I think. Are they like the same engine or something like that?
I think it is. I played both of them on 360, and yeah, you're right. They felt pretty similar. So, dude, I want to play Mirror's Edge again. Yeah.
New game showcase gaming gamers. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this Minecraft?
Hey,
Yo.
AP, how's it going?
Yo, AP.
How's it going, guys?
Nice.
Good. This actually looks kind of neat.
Oh,
Like,
this
I don't
looks like
know if I play
a
it.
retro-looking like dungeon crawler.
What is it? Minecraft 2?
Kind of. You know, I think isn't Notch working on a Minecraft 2 or at least a new project?
Allegedly, yes. Yeah.
Okay, this might be like a repo-like
Deep-ish
game.
Dungeon.
I will play this. This looks fantastic. That looks really cool.
Let me get Steam open.
Now,
so
this
I
is a
can
game
start
I'm
wishlisting
excited
some of
for.
this.
What's this, AP?
Must be here somewhere.
Blood of the Dawn Walker.
Okay.
Deep Dish Dungeon.
A Dawnwalker is like a special kind of being in our IP.
Get some Witcher vibes out of that.
I didn't click it.
I mean,
just happened
it's
on
made
Dawnwalker is
made
like
by Witcher
a
devs.
special
So
kind of being in our IP.
Yeah, this is new
It's
to me.
neither fully a vampire nor a human. It's something in between. What this means is basically that
I think it's made by the devs
as a
who,
Dawnwalker,
many of the devs who
you
made Witcher
have
3.
underwent a transformation.
yeah.
You used to be human. And now, during the nighttime, you do get all the powers and the difficulties of being a vampire. So you get the blood craving and so on. But during daytime, these powers are dormant and you still have to eat. You have all the weaknesses of a human, right? But also the perks of being human. One of the things that is unique to humans in our IP is being able to use magic, so casting spells. The Dawnwalkers
Magic
are
is-
not
that's cool.
very commonplace in that IP. They are very, very rarer than vampires. So you as a Dawnwalker are kind of special in this regard. I would say the short-term things that have immediate impact on the character development are you have to feed on, either animals or humans on blood suddenly, right? So you get these cravings, you get these like weird, eerie experiences that you didn't have as a human. Francis and his clique of vampires actually caught
I think that's
him
kind
on
of what
a-
it's meant
on
to
his
be
low
themed
point
after
when
is
he was
a Dampier.
vulnerable. He has used a specific traits
I mean, that's what that is, right?
in order to cement his
Kind
position
of.
in the valley.
Yeah.
Because,
They have different,
as you might imagine,
like,
having a
iterations, like all
bloodsucker
vampires
as
and all that
your
stuff.
Right.
Lord might be a tough sell. However, if the alternative
Probably
is
opening
getting
a can of
sick
worms with
and,
that question.
dying in thousands, actually it doesn't sound as such a horrible thing. He tries to kind of distort the religious beliefs. in
Visually,
order
this
to
game looks
install
amazing.
himself as a savior of the valley. We do
wanna-
explore this in the
I want to know
in
if
the
I have to
game,
turn off the
so,
filter to
you
see
might
this game.
see, like, for
Goblin
example,
City,
statues
Thick
erected
and
to
Dangerous
Francis,
2?
New iconography shown in the local cathedral.
Goblin what?
for
Goblin
example,
Goblin
and
D
the
is
castle and
nuts.
so
Goblin
on.
D's.
There's this whole cult
Got
of
him.
personality he builds around himself. So he basically shows himself as something better than the old order.
Gunho,
We do have a
I don't know how to
mechanic
tell
tied
you
to
this,
shrines that are
but I don't think they're going to be here
across the valley. And Brensis puts a lot of attention to.
Well, see, I'm really digging
kind of
the
twist
aesthetic
them
of
to
this.
his
I
own
know it's
image,
nothing
and
too
these do
grounded.
have a
Just the
functionality. When we play
environment
the
is
game,
pretty nice.
we have assigned specific
Oh, yeah.
functions to them. Generally speaking,
people have
one
been
of the
excited
things
for
we
this
wanted
game.
to achieve in this game is to have
Mostly 'cause
Brensis
Witcher
being this
behind it,
active
you know?
antagonist.
Exactly.
You know, in a lot of games, the antagonists are out there to be
Have
defeated.
Have
but
either of you
generally
played
speaking,
the
you have
Witcher
free
1
reign,
and 2?
You do your own thing, and it doesn't
Never
really,
played
1 or 2, no.
change much in how they approach you. In this game, what
I
you
wanna
want
play
to
Witcher
do is
3,
to have Brensis react
and
to your
admittedly, I
actions as
didn't
you,
finish it.
Complete different
I
activities.
need to-
throughout
I
the
need to
valley,
find time.
as you maybe
Yeah.
undermine his
It is
operations and
a
so on.
It's kind of like
expensive.
his seal of approval.
Exactly. So it's like so basically the way you can think about it is like the more you do in the valley, especially if you undermine Brensis, you will gain notoriety. The more notorious you are, the more
They haven't told
us yet,
Brensis
Corn
will
Boy.
pass in order to thwart you. So for example, he might send out more soldiers to patrol roads and villages, right? He might in some extreme cases, maybe even initiate a lockdown of the
Tunnels
city
under
to
attack.
basically hamper your ways of traversing it, right? There is a number of these edicts we have prepared, and each of them is designed to kind of twist and change the
It's EA, they
general
don't like the
open world
jokes.
gameplay. It also has benefits. There are factions in the valley that dislike Brensis, so the more notoriety you gain, the better standing with them you get.
Yeah,
They actually like
don't
that.
know if I
There
own
is a
them or
number
not,
of
'cause I might have saw
plotlines that you can follow if you want. You can also
Not a
cut
bad
them
deal.
off because we have added these systems where, for example, you might lose control over Cohen when he's a vampire if he was hungry. You might kill off some important NPCs, and then the plotline just cuts off basically, or you get some alternative version. There are some ways
Thrown in, you
to
dirty
enter
goon.
the castle in the open world. You can ignore these side plotlines. You can level up Cohen and decide to attack the castle on your own, right?
Out of curiosity, is there romance in the game?
Romance, yes, of course. We do have romance options, yes. We didn't delve deep into
Is
like,
that
with
girlish
yet.
Twitch streamer?
Okay.
And I'll leave that for the future to talk
I
about.
couldn't tell you I don't watch
However,
Twitch.
yes,
so-
you can expect
She looks
to build
like
relationships with
somewhat familiar, like I've
characters.
seen her
Like I said,
somewhere
there is,
before,
like,
but
one
I
main
don't
goal,
remember where.
Very varying ways to get
Is
to
this
it.
when we
These different
figure out that
ways you
AP
pick
watches
will
porn?
impact, what happens with Veil Sangora.
You're just figuring
in
that
the
out,
end.
ABF?
Hey,
I
hey.
think,
We all
I
gotta
really
have a
recommend
hobby.
experimenting with this stuff and having fun with it.
Yeah, but never mind.
First one, Blind Descent, Martian,
That Norse
Survival.
pretend. This
co-op.
I don't wanna know what
you
you
just
had.
explode.
Gives me Subnautica vibes.
Really?
Like,
Are you
in the
into
best
Witcher
way
3,
possible. I
Magnum?
really like it, but like more with land exploration.
I didn't
What
know
was that
Magnum like
first
Arrow.
game
I honestly
that
can't wait to
appeared?
try
Kinda
it.
wild.
We're
ABF?
also going to see a lot of survival games today. So I think it all comes down to what the ultimate depth of the game is. But my first thought when I saw Martian Land was No Man's Sky. That's obviously like maybe a reach for
I'm sorry, but
expectation
that
wise,
guy,
and definitely a
he
tall
looks like the
task,
sun
but
from
when I heard
Landman.
Martian, I thought No Man's Sky-esque.
Oh my god,
Like
you're
you said, a
right.
lot of
True,
survival
yeah.
games,
Doesn't he?
but I think it's popular right
Yep,
now.
I can see it.
And I'm hopeful
Yo,
that
Shaka
a lot of
Zulu,
them
what's
do
going
it
on,
right.
dude? Long time no
This is like
see.
going
Yo.
underneath Mars and has aliens. It looks interesting. I like it.
I'm
Hey,
intrigued
we got
about
Naganol.
the variety of
Yo, Naganol.
ecosystems and aliens and plants that they bring up.
Well, like you said, it's popular right now because people like them. And so they share a lot of things mechanically, but for me, it's usually the vibe. And this one has a vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
That's what I
Luke
wonder how that
Stevens.
gameplay loop goes. Like, how far down can you go? What kind of biomes are you experiencing as you continue to go down? And like you said, with survivals,
Only
we
one,
see like
only
a lot
one
of the
here I
same
actually
loops,
know and I
so how
watch
can
their
they-
content is
Are there
Luke,
trees you can
the guy on the
cut?
Yeah,
left.
like again, we're gonna
On
talk
the-
about it
on
a
the
lot,
left?
but if you
Okay.
can cut a tree
Yeah, the
down,
far
I'm
left
good
guy.
for survival games. I'm like
At that point,
I'm the target audience.
Then we have Deep Dish Dungeon, co-op dungeon crawling, a survival game, handcrafted dungeon. You gather resources, cook to strengthen your party. You can party up with friends. I'm excited for it.
speaking of vibes, this thing is a vibe. Like, I don't know what you'd call that art style, but whatever it is, like injected into my
Kind of retro,
veins.
right?
It's like pixel art, but then they also have like some voxel type tech for digging and breaking things. I don't know, whatever it is, I like
What's
it.
voxel type tech?
Okay, so
I
when
was
Luke
just
said
thinking the same thing,
voxel,
Hayden. I just wish they wouldn't use the word vibe as
that's
much.
big word count number
Yeah,
one.
no.
I'll
When I
let it
see
go.
that, I'm very basic.
I was
I'm
just
like,
gonna
that's
say
gotta
what
be some
Hayden,
form of
not
pixel
the
art,
same words,
which is
but these
definitely
guys
coming
look
back. I
like
feel like we're seeing more games kind of pull back that
type
old
of
view, that
gamers
old like Minecraft
that are
pixel
actual
art, whatever you
gamers,
want to
not
call it,
just
voxel
tourists, you know?
view.
But they
Nah.
also
I will
look
be
like they
honest
still
with
go
you guys.
outside.
While you guys are talking
This
about
is true.
pixels,
Yeah,
I'm
this is
thinking
true.
I hope I
They've
can
seen the
kill my
sunlight
teammates in
once or
funny
twice.
ways. So sure.
They're daywalkers.
We'll go for the pixels.
Yep.
Yeah, we were watching the trailer together, and the first
you
thing
guys hear
she
that?
was saying was like, "Hey, how do I kill those
No.
I'm with?"
There's
I
like
mean, I
a
have to
massive
imagine
storm
it's a
happening
dungeon
outside
crawling
right now.
game about
Really?
cooking
really?
in the dungeon. Surely you're gonna be able to accidentally poison yourself.
I live on
You
the
think
planet
you,
Hoth
you
right
can
now,
get like
so.
bad
Well,
ingredients
I
on purpose to murder your?
I bet
Oh
you're
warm here
I
today.
bet you're gonna have to
Why
find
are you
out.
Night 30s, yeah.
So I wonder though, with it being like in dungeons, like if they're gonna have an in-game proximity
Back
chat
North
kind of
for
thing.
10.
It's one of my favorite things in games like
Good-looking
this when
women
you're like
love
walking
Witcher
through and you
3.
can hear your friend off in the distance. I wonder
Yeah,
if they do
that's
The lethal
that's true.
company
Yeah.
effects where they're like,
Especially
oh,
you can hear them screaming.
like screaming.
with friends, for sure.
Yeah,
That is
like
true.
at
They
least,
do like some girls.
like at least a co-op. He's across the world. I'm like, Rob, you there? There.
I'm dishing, baby. I'm dishing.
I'm dishing.
Making
Can you
dinner.
bring the carrot?
What are you making?
Lasagna.
Yeah, no, but it looks very promising though.
Next up, we have Dawn Walker. Lua had a crazy conversation with her creative director. Single player, vampire, RPG. It looks incredible. I think the 30-day system is awesome and, like you said, gives weight to things. And then the whole, like, there's so many decisions you can make.
What I find really interesting about the game is that Colin, the protagonist, is half vampire, half man. And even though, like, all of that sounds great by itself, there's even another layer where at night, of course, he can use
Half
vampiric
bear,
abilities that
half
he doesn't
pig,
get to use
half
during
man,
the
half
daytime. His combat's different. He's not using a sword, he's using
Bad bear pig.
claws. And then in the daytime, of course, there's NPCs walking
See,
around.
guys, I told
and
you it was
there's,
real.
You know, maybe patrols going around that aren't there at night. Then there's different ones at night. So
And you can use magic as human. You can use magic as a vampire.
yes,
That's a
and
fair
point.
basically what they're
What?
trying to do is to not just have the time be an element of certain
she's
actions to
freaky.
take it forward, but also whether you're playing in day or night, quest lines play out completely
Yes.
differently because people are in different spots, their behaviors are
I've
different. This
I've seen
person
20
may be
years later.
asleep,
I
so
have
you
not
can
seen the
talk
new
to them.
Bone
different
Temple movie because
abilities.
there's
Exactly.
a lot of
The
penis
Witcher
Is that
3 is
yet?
my
here.
personal favorite.
That's
game
why
of all
Isaac
time,
watched it.
so
Oh, I thought that
That's why
was
you're
20
saving it for
years
later
later.
for
three
when you can
developers
really
working
pay
on this,
Too
and
late,
so
I
much of
already
that
insulted you,
charm
Isaac.
was prevalent
I
there.
see.
The music.
The music, just that
Pleasure.
soundtrack in the short little snippet we saw there, I
preemptively.
felt it.
I love that simple separation
even
between
really know
day
the
and night
difference.
and different things coming with your character.
That's
Like-
got to be like the coolest
Bone
part.
Temple
Yeah,
just
because
like
it's got to probably tailor to your
continuation of
gameplay.
20
Like, I gotta
years
wait to make this
It's
choice
after.
during the nighttime versus during the daytime, where I can use certain abilities or different combat styles.
I
love
think
that
it's going to
part.
be kind
And
of
so I can
fun to
foresee
see
a
the
run
dynamic
through like a
between
play
the
style
vampire and
where
and
you're
human,
playing only
like
at
day and
night
night
for missions,
cycles
you're
in this
just
game.
doing stealthy vampire stuff, and you're eating people
Yeah,
or
here,
drinking.
I'll leave it muted for a sec. That interview was pretty neat because you kind of get this sense that there's going to be missions that happen during the day and missions that happen during the night, and you might have to like wait for one or the other to happen so that you can do those too. Or maybe you
That's a
can go
pretty
to
cool
sleep
element.
so you can
Yeah.
trigger it real quickly. But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
If I don't hear an eagle when I jump off the highest point in the game, I'm gonna get upset.
That would be a Ubisoft game.
I know.
The game does
Alright.
look a lot like The Witcher, though. Like the look, the feel, like the combat, the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the devs behind it are going with what they know, which is the Witcher
Yeah.
game.
Which,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
doesn't
that's a
feel
successful
too much.
reputation to go off of, from what I've heard. So.
Got no back
Yeah, I
another
just hope
4
it's
months.
not too similar.
Whoever set the diversity slider to 0 deserves a raise. Yes, I
fully
hate that we
agree.
have to point that out. But,
Okay, I have a question. Where is a strong, independent, fat black woman?
yeah, I'm actually
Right.
curious what her, because she has like an accent. What country is she from? I'm just curious. I have
Okay,
no
that's
idea what
offensive
it
to
is.
ask.
But she
I
has
thought
an
she was just,
accent.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
all right.
really pick up on that. Okay.
of the plague. So it's like,
Figure
do
it
you
out.
let the bad guy do the thing that you're trying to stop him to do, or
And it's also about perspective. These people
Cornbush
were
is
ruled
France?
by a very tyrannical leader before.
That makes sense.
So even though Brent is a vampire to them, he may
maybe
as
it's
well
worth it.
be a savior, right?
Not a super heavy accent, but it's there. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
it's
the next
noticeable
section,
once
we
you hear
have
it.
3, again,
Maybe
I'm
Eastern
going to have to
European or
not say
something.
incredible games every single time, but we have Prologue, Go Way Back from Player Unknown, Beautiful Light from Deep Worlds, and Project Shadow Glass from Starhelm Studios.
Oh, did you guys see that they announced a new PUBG game?
Yeah, that's what they're about to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just an infinite map generator with some game loops on top of it. So you have a survival loop, which is pretty hard. Get to the weather tower. We give
That's
you a
what this
map
game
and
is.
compass and not
They're
much
making a
else.
whole different
Some
genre,
basic
a
survival mechanics,
game.
and it's a game against yourself more than anything else, and kind of the decisions you make. Then we also have.
Well, I didn't know about this one. There was another one that was announced earlier today.
You can last in the world.
Do we know if this is co-op or
free
not?
roam for those that just like the hike.
I
The
imagine it is.
differentiator or the thing that makes a difference is that we
I mean,
can generate
visually it looks
essentially
good.
infinite maps
If it's not
of 8
huge
by 8
missed
scale.
opportunity.
Like we have a map editor in the game and stuff like
Totally
that, but
agree.
we want to be able to give you the ability to give a deep link to someone, so I can just send you like a HTTP link that starts up the
They
game,
don't have
loads a
South
map
Park
and a
in
seed,
PUBG.
and I can share stuff I've built with you with just a link, right? So it's kind of Go Way Back is just it's a technological experiment that, or proving
Look at
some
the different
technology we
maps you can
developed.
make. That's crazy.
It's no longer an experiment; it's in production, so it works.
That's crazy.
But it's also going back to my love of survival games and those kind of emergent. Just I'm not giving anyone missions to do. It's just get there, and how you get there is fully up to you. Basically, if you play the same seed, you get the same weather. I'm pretty sure you get the same cabin layout.
Come on, where's
and you
Homer
maybe
Simpson?
get the same loot. So you and 4 friends
I'm really liking
could
the look
technically
of this a
race to
lot.
the weather tower.
This is
Yeah,
And
no,
you
it
get
looks-
there
it
first
looks
because
great.
You have the same
This looks like it could be a
conditions. And while we don't have
time
multiplayer yet,
killer,
you have this
too,
kind of
you know.
asynchronous multiplayer.
To be
where
honest,
I
you
do
can
love
share
a
the
good
seed with
survival
people.
game.
And I thought, wouldn't that
Isaac,
be a
I don't think
cool
that this game
thing
will run
for
on your
events
laptop.
where you have
Oh, I
16
think
streamers
that's very
and see how
likely,
long they can
because I'm
survive
gonna need an
in
actual
objective
gaming
survive mode,
computer.
right?
Yeah.
Or so you can race to the weather tower quickest, or we can set up the weather just to get progressively colder and
Which,
see who
I'm gonna be
lasts
paying
the
a lot more
longest.
for.
There's a weather tower on top of one of the
As
higher
of now,
points on the
instead
map.
of-
It's generally the other side of the map. We do have
Bronkill,
prompts
I
now that
think
tell you
they're
what
just
to do in
setting
the
up
world.
the
But yeah,
game
just some
mechanics.
simple survival mechanics.
And
keep yourself warm.
you basically
keep yourself
run through
dry,
to try to
light
complete an
fires, board up
objective.
windows, keep your body
I
in
think
a
that's
good
the gameplay
temperature,
loop.
get across the
So,
map, and we don't tell
I don't know,
you
we'll have to wait and
where
see.
you are on the map, except when
Honestly,
you find a new
most
map in the
survival games
world,
don't need
and
a
it updates your
really
position.
in-depth
You're
story. It's
left
just
for
like
basic
good
navigation.
survival
It's kind of set in
mechanics.
the
And
80s.
that's the goal of the game, is
so
just survive.
you don't have digital GPS. stuff
As
like
long
that.
as you're like
I want
going
to make
towards
sure
something
the
fun.
worlds were generated
Oh, yeah.
enough depth that when we add
Yo,
story and
Paris
mission,
Janitor, remember for 5 months, I'm
Yeah.
developing a game where you are a disgraced superhero named Captain Coleslaw. Okay. The missions include family reunion, flea market, and trailer park. Dude, that actually sounds like a game that would be on Steam, and you should totally
It
make
does.
that. I hope this is real. Follow your dreams.
okay, you
Be
need
like,
to connect
99
all
cents
the
simulator game or
substations
something.
to bring power to the weather tower. So
No,
you
that sounds
can
like a
get
$20
message
game.
Or go and do various
I mean,
things. Right now,
if it was good, I'd
there's a
buy
bunch
it.
of cabins and there's survival mechanics, but we want to add a lot more depth to the environment. Preface is a tech demo. That I always said I wanted to release a free tech
build
demo
bases and all that.
of
I'm
the
sold.
engine we're
That's-
building.
I love
and that's
that
what
game.
Preface is. And the kind of poetic thing is that my last game will be Preface, because it'll just be a visualization of what's possible with our engine.
See,
at
I
that
don't
time.
know if this game
And
has a
it's more
story. I
like
don't see how they
Minecraft
could with
survival,
the
that it's
procedural
an
generation.
example of what you can do with the engine, and
You
it'll
know
be
what this
open
is giving me
source and
vibes
free
of,
for everyone, so
Gorge
you
a
can
little
do
bit.
whatever you want. So
Slightly.
having this kind of
Just having a
digital
cabin and
space,
that,
like
you
an
know.
internet in 3D,
It doesn't
I don't
have a
see anyone
story, it has
working towards
concepts
that.
of a story.
I see small bubbles,
maybe you're
but I
making
don't see
your own
anyone
story
really trying
somehow.
to do Earth-scale
Exactly.
terrain with millions of
Yeah.
people. And that's kind of the bigger goal, and that's why we've broken it down into 3 games. The aim is that you should be able
Again,
to do
I'm still
anything from
impressed by the
10 by
visuals.
10
It looks great.
to 100 by 100 with 5v5 or 100v100 relatively easily and not have any problems. We will build maybe an Earth-scale terrain, maybe
Oh, that's a really good
smaller,
computer, dude.
with hopefully a network layer
That's a really damn
supports
good computer.
millions
Yeah.
of people. That will be kind of a survival civilization MMO type game. But again, that's just one layer of the world. Like, I want you to be able to just jump around the world and see what's happening, because you should be able to, like, I think if you want to interact with the world, there should be a layer of survival you have to do.
But
or
they're-
a layer of
they're
gameplay
making this tech
in order
demo
to kind of
for a
leave your
game, you know
impression
what I
on the
mean?
world.
Right. Yeah, they're showing more than The Witcher did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Quebec Charlie to Quebec Romeo Foxtrot. We got your location report. We are monitoring you in the operation zone.
Was that a SG553?
This is actual in-game.
I think that I could look at the side of it.
Looks like an HK. Yeah, that was a satisfying noise.
Ooh, I like
that was.
Oh, you got your Pip-Boy.
Actually, it's pretty cool. It's even got the curved screen, which we saw at like CES show that stuff off.
Yep.
Oh man,
Whoa.
that creature looks scary.
There's nothing worse than a zombie.
This game already looks interesting.
I like the vibe. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's giving me that real creepy vibe.
Those like security camera shots like make this trailer look really cool.
Is it like an SCP game? No, I don't think it is, but
This not that game that we're just talking about.
Looks like a low vis shooter to me.
you're gonna need night vision
Very
for this
close.
game.
You can't see a darn thing.
Yeah.
But I bet that just adds to the creepiness of it, you know?
I bet you.
Brightness with all
Oh, there's some night, there's some damning.
I mean, the gunplay looks pretty nice.
You can
Oh,
play
wait.
as a creature?
You can
Yeah,
play
was
as the
that-
creature.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Dude.
That'll be interesting.
Okay, this
Imagine
game just
doing
got
PvP, like the creatures versus
PvPvE?
Yep.
you know, yeah.
This just got a lot more interesting.
Okay.
It's like
damn.
zombies on Halo, kind of. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Enter.
Enter
Okay.
secure extract. Beautiful light.
Beautiful light.
There's your extraction game, Corn Boy.
It looks good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Pixels were once
The fact that you
no
can play as the
way.
creatures and opposing.
Somebody
Now,
finally made a game of that
there's
image.
3
Yep.
Oh, I'm just with you. I'm Dominic John, the dev behind Project Shadowglass, a 3D pixelated RPG that's a love letter to classic immersive sims like Thief and System Shock. This video is a series of prototype rooms that I've been working on some of the core systems in. No art, no assets will be generated by AI. This is all human-made, hand-placed, made by me and artists
This
like
looks
me.
inspired from. Remember that GIF that went viral several months ago on
Yeah, that's
of
exactly
like
what I
the
was
sword
thinking.
and the torch, you know, and you're walking
Yeah.
down the trailway. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Hey, what up, Barbie?
It's going.
Yo, Barbie.
I am digging this aesthetic. That's super cool.
It does look like a lot of fun.
I just love the graphics. Yo.
Hey, Chrysanthus here. Hold all your dad jokes.
Man, how you doing?
I would highly suggest wearing them. All the audio in Project Shadowglass is going to be 3D, and not just 3D, but simulated. The music emanating from this orb is going into the left ear and the right ear, but as I change the size of the space, you can hear the character of the sounds change.
That's really
Okay,
cool.
that is actually cool.
Awesome.
That's neat.
Sometimes it's not good to know how the sausage is made, but in this case, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And if we go around the wall, we can still hear it coming from the opening.
Really good spatial
beautiful.
audio.
In each
That's
ear.
cool.
Ray
So
trace
this is absolutely a
audio.
game you need to experience.
Oh, straight up!
Oh,
Arrow
no.
roulette!
Oh no, is he gonna stand there?
Where's that? Where's Adam Sandler?
Dang, it's got actual physics in the game. That's pretty cool.
Son of a bitch.
Moss.
Yeah, for the art
You
style,
get
you
all
wouldn't
Assassin's
expect.
Creed Parkour.
Hey.
Shadowglass
Yeah.
Discord
If
today.
this
so
is
if
what
you have
Elder
any
Scrolls
ideas
6
or
looked like, I wouldn't
suggestions, or just
complain.
want to follow along, feel free to wishlist Project Shadowglass.
Shout out
on
to the
Steam.
Dreamer over
Hope
there
you
with the
enjoyed this sneak
boobies on
peek on
kick.
how things are coming along. Thank you so
Shout
much,
out.
all the crew at New Game Plus for having me. Be well, my friends.
Shadowglass Project.
And what was that
Shadowglass.
extraction game called again? I already forgot.
Beautiful
Oh,
something or other.
To start with, Prologue Go Way Back, another survival game that we're seeing, and we were talking, it's
Go
a
back
bare
in the
bones
spring.
survival game
Beautiful
where there
light.
is no common enemy. Your enemy is the elements, where you just have to try and survive and make it to that point. So if you guys don't know Brennan Green, he not only was behind the Battle Royale mode of H1Z1, which we talked a long time ago about, he was also the creator of PUBG. So people have a lot of faith in him and what he calls his 10-year plan. And he talks about his ultimate goal being he wants 1 million players on a server. He wants the internet to be made 3D and for all of us to actually truly be able to play together. which I know is a crazy transition from us talking about a survival game.
Single-player survival game?
Like we want to cover their survival game because I love survival games, and they're going to be branching out in this game for the next 2 years until they have multiplayer, until they have weapons, and they have PvE and animals to fight against. But it's also part of a much bigger
story. He mentioned they will be adding also a story to the
things
world.
to do. Yeah.
Yes.
That's got to be like one of the most ambitious projects out there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy to
What's so
think
funny
about.
about him is that he's like, yeah, I want like millions of players to be playing together on like a gigantic map, but not to undersell it.
Shoot for the stars, brother. Shoot for the stars.
I was just gonna say, shoot for the
Next
stars.
game we talked about was Beautiful Light by Deep Worlds SA. That's a PvPvE tactical extraction shooter. There are 6 3-person squads, and there's also a lot of anomalies and monsters and stuff that we saw in it. Looks like I'm gonna be scared.
Yeah, it looks very scary.
I mean, I appreciated that it was very immersive. Like he had the sort of Pip-Boy looking thing over there.
Yeah.
And speaking of big words, I actually looked up what that's called. It's called diegetic UI.
Oh, did you say diegetic?
Diegetic.
Thinking the same.
Diegetic.
Write
that one down.
But it's really, really cool in games like this, especially
That's
because
too big a
it's
word
like
for me.
hyper immersive. There's no UI popping up being like, oh, attack incoming. It's just you're in the
Erwin, how's it
moment,
going?
you're in the game. Listen around you, look
That
open
timing,
on
I
the
unfortunately
character
do have
itself.
to
I
bounce.
love that.
So you can play as a monster,
I gotta head out.
or as
All right,
may be
sounds
able to
good,
come.
Isaac. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I may be able to hop back in like an hour or so if you're still going, but I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll be in the chat though.
All right, man.
working,
All right,
so.
sounds good.
You
See you, man.
can apply. You can apply for the play test for Beautiful Light, ABF.
Yeah, it's already on my wish list.
Yeah.
Erwin, thanks for joining us. So far they.
I've been watching you guys a bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I was going to joke how many Dark Souls have they announced, but I will say the podcast style of showcase is a million times better than on a big stage.
Absolutely, I agree. And I
also,
already.
These people are actually real. At least they come off as feeling real. So
well,
yeah.
I do know that at least like I watch like the guy on the left, Luke. I watch his content. He does a lot of gaming stuff. So he's a gaming streamer, talks about games and all that. And he's been very critical of like the Game Awards and stuff like that, saying like they're not really. And now he is not really entirely like against them. He's not like us and all that, but he's not unreasonable.
My whole thing is if you don't like stuff, then get up off your butt and do it yourself and show them how to do it right. And they're showing them how to do it right.
That's what they're doing.
That's where a lot of these people come in. Yeah.
And
as like they have a bow and an arrow, and hopefully as they work on the project,
I'll say our panel actually gets to feel represented.
They start feeling what it will grow to be, what kind of game it will develop itself.
People have been pointing that
my
out.
understanding is right now it is just Project Shadow
feels
Glass.
good.
And it's going to eventually become like a video game, but right now it's just kind of proof of concept that the art works, the crazy math behind it works, and like it can grow to a game, but it's certainly very, very
Well, I wish him nothing but success.
Yeah, he seems like
because it seems like I just love a good passion project.
Yeah.
You can tell there's a lot of heart in that.
And I feel like I initially, like everyone else, why I went so viral, I got attached to that same artwork, but then when he further explains and shows you some concepts that you weren't expecting out of a game with that artwork or that design, when he's showing that you said the R6 lean in there. And you,
that threw me off. The little bow behind. I was like, is that a Rainbow Six?
You threw that in there, and then of course they got the wall grapple, and then with the whole audio design as well. I mean, I'm definitely.
I remember seeing that clip that went viral. I remember seeing it. I was like, wow, that looks incredible. Like walking up to the castle.
That game doesn't feel like it should have all those features, but they put them in there. It's kind of
windy.
This section we have 3 what I would consider kind of sci-fi games a little bit.
Phenomenal.
Was that Rebellion from Don't Nod, which we have an incredible look behind the scenes of the music with the composer themselves, as well as the Expanse of Cyrus
game? I didn't watch all your streams.
Owlcat, if you're familiar with the
Beat it in
Expanse,
less than an hour.
super exciting, and also
if you're a
Distant
fellow
Shores,
digger,
Brittany.
yes, it's a recommend.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're allowed to say that because you're a fellow digger. Yeah.
Also, I mean, you mentioned it, so Tomac is probably gifting it to you right now.
Probably.
My name is Amin Bouafa. I'm a film music composer, and I am the composer
musical
for
journey.
Philion, the video game. I remember having a message from Talal saying that he loved the score of Summit of the Gods, and they are working in a new video game.
I like that melody.
And inviting me to come to the studio and to meet the team. It was very important for me to understand how the music would be interactive. So how to compose, how to write music that would be interactive, with models, with stems, with separating the different elements, and at the same time, how could the music, how the
it's way
structure
crazier than even making
of
a
the
movie
music
score.
would be an evolving structure. It was very important for me first to have the story of Ariane and Thomas, like that the log line is the story, both of them. So there is a theme that conveys this emotional relationship between them. And then the frozen aspect of the music. I mean, for me, it was very important first to feel
They already show
the
game
the
itself?
cold in the music. To
They
feel
haven't.
Yeah, 'cause I
the
don't
wind,
reckon-
They're-
to feel
They've
starting
shown
off with
they showed a clip or two of it,
It's
but
an
not
instrument
much.
that had been invented by the Bashir brothers in the mid 20th century.
I think
For
this
me,
game
it
has
looks
been
like
debuted
an
before.
alien
I was gonna say, the
instrument.
name
When
sounds
you see
familiar.
it, cannot even predict that it's a musical instrument. To play the instrument, you need to get your hands in water.
Okay, yeah, it's like a
and then,
glass violin.
And then rub
Or glass,
crystal
harmonica?
buttons that are
Glass
in
organ?
this
I like it.
metal
Yeah,
structure.
Yeah, actually, that's what I thought he was
convey
doing.
the,
Yeah, have you ever seen anyone do
this
that with like the spinning
frozen
glass wheels? Well, like
identity
Benjamin
Yeah.
Franklin invented
At
it.
the
Yeah, it's
same
so
time,
weird and haunting sounding.
having this magical sense of in the score.
I'm actually kind of interested in this game.
I mean, I'm a sucker for indie games that are like heavily music, like
Yeah.
based and influenced in like vibe and aesthetic.
Chamber
There's a
music.
sacred feeling also to this planet. It's a huge planet, but I
like
wanted
planets.
to get this huge instrument and to that
Skyrim too,
could
Colin.
also play
You know,
very
like
soft. The organ has a
ethnically
lot of
ambiguous female
sounds. It could be
protagonist,
very
but-
soft.
Yeah.
It could be very
I could maybe put
aggressive,
that to
it
the
could
side.
be large. It could be intimate. For me, it's
It,
the planet. The planet could be
Feels like
very
the ice planet
welcoming
from
and
Interstellar
suddenly
a little bit.
very,
Yeah,
how
you're
to
right.
say, very dangerous and very sacred at the same time. So I thought that the organ could be this, could give this majestic.
This seems very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
To the score.
I like that.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy to
Anything the
write
soundtrack
the
will be
music
a
for
banger.
Philion. It's the first time
Right.
for me to write a video game score, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of passion.
Best soundtrack 2026. Game of the year. Calling it.
This is wonderful.
Let's see if there's a trailer.
I'm a sucker for emotionally manipulative music. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, is it PS5 only though?
There was a trailer for it last October.
Butter framed in gold for 2, and a Trump voice. They're the best diggers of all time. Everyone says.
We had some discussions at the early stages of
Thank
the
you, Butter
production,
Framed
to
Gold.
be honest, whether to go fully
Yeah, I'm actually
cross-system
looking forward to
or,
this quite a bit.
something else. And
I have never
again, we
watched the
started
show.
with sitting down and
Dude, watch it.
lining up what are possible
Is it a good
ways
sci-fi?
That the
Oh,
player
incredibly
might
good.
perceive the game.
It falls
the power
off
fantasy,
towards the
how,
end,
how
but
he can
journey's
express
fun.
himself in combat. So he might want to be a sniper.
As long as it's
one
not
might
falling
want
off
to
as
be a
much as
hacker,
Stranger Things
maybe an
did.
engineer, something else. As we designed those playstyles, we thought how to mix it up a bit, how to let player to experiment with what he encounters during the game. So, for example, when he finds a neat shoulder cannon, as we shown in the
that's
announcement
where I'm
trailer,
at too,
even
Valiant.
if he's a sniper, he might want to experiment with that. Why not? It fits the universe, it fits the playstyle. He might want to see how it works.
like they're putting a lot more into
we
this than a
decided why not to
normal
give him the possibility
show
to do
video
that.
game.
That was the idea behind
Right.
the playstyle. So
I agree.
playstyle is basically the
Well,
starting
the TV
preset,
show is based off a
that,
novel series.
Kind of gently guides you towards the certain direction of your power fantasy of
Are any of those
of
people from
how
the
you
show?
play the game. At some point, the player will need to commit to his choices.
I'll
So
look
again,
at it
it's
again.
important part of the choices system. If you just can switch everything on the fly, that kind of makes
Those people know.
your choices less important.
Those are all brand new.
At some point, you need to stick to
The-
particular guns,
the universe that
particular
they built
gadgets,
is
and
interesting
you
enough
just build around them.
where you don't have to copy the show.
We give you some time to experiment, but you will need to commit. During the character creation, you will have to choose between three major factions. Your origin,
I guess the galaxy
so it will be either Belter
Third-person
or
space
Earther
shooter is
or
really
Martian.
booming for you guys
Facial
these days?
customization, appearance, you can.
I haven't had a
choose
good
your
one, so I
body
can't.
type.
So you will be playing as a pink
still so
wolf
good.
mercenary with different type of origin that you would create. You will have your sibling with the same, like, identical one. They will look a little bit different because they're their own person. They have their own personality. These events are set during the first 3 books, I think. You will start
Oh, they're
on
books?
Iris and witness basically
I actually
the
do want to
events
play the
from a
Telltale
different
game quite a
angle.
bit. I actually haven't.
This
I heard
part
it was
will
alright,
be,
the Telltale
to
one.
some degree
Yeah,
shown
same.
in your character creation.
Every companion
the
should belong
spaceship
somewhere
combat
in the
in the
universe, and
Expanse
they
is, like,
have
next
their
level.
own
It is so good.
background.
Yeah, that's the
consisting
additional
of their faction and their acquaintance.
Okay, then I
their
definitely
some
gotta
background
watch it. I do
story,
love
their
a
own
good
struggles. All this stuff will influence how they perceive the situations player encounters. So in every major plot event, they will have their opinions. They might hint you towards some decisions.
There's no, like,
they might
futuristic
provide you some
lasers or anything,
assistance,
AP.
or
It's all
maybe even
miniguns
some,
and space.
crucial contacts.
What, you
to
tell me
go
there's no
for,
lightsabers?
help for advice.
There is a
for
railgun, actually.
Military support, maybe.
Hey, railguns
Of
are
course,
pretty
they
dope.
will have their own stories, their own struggles, and you can choose to help them or maybe to ignore their own stories, totally depending on how you want to be invested in this particular companion. The choices you make for those companions also will
So
matter
an excuse to play the game again.
long term.
Yep, some of them
Seems
will
like
have
they're, yeah,
romances,
leaning into the Mass
and you can
Effect
see on our background
choices and
companions.
companions.
We
Perfect,
cannot
thank
say
you.
which who is going to have.
I've been finally
romance,
playing the
but,
Mass Effect
there will
Mass Effect
definitely
games, by the
be
way.
romance in our game.
It's a small crew on the small ship. You know, the expanse.
Yeah, that's my thought. It's like I look at this and I go,
everyone
doesn't look
flies
bad,
in very
but
tight spaces
I
for
still
a
need to
very
play
long
Mass
time.
Effect. I'd rather
So
do that.
there is a dynamics in
I'd rather
the
play this,
crew as
yeah.
well.
Like, you
we
go back
have
to
a few
Warframe.
layers of the combat system.
You probably
First of all,
should start
it's obviously
with Mass
the
Effect before you
gunplay,
play this.
a few classes of weapons that you can use, and mostly you do it from the covers. So it's a cover-based gunplay game. And the second layer of the combat system is that's your abilities. That they might be more like offensive ones, maybe something
That's where
like
I'm
a
at too,
grenade
'cause I
or
just like
a,
sci-fi space stuff so
shoulder
much.
cannon, or maybe something more defensive like a shield or maybe a protective drone. A lot of gadgets that
I wanna
you
know
can choose
if
from
you
depending on your
got
play
male or
style.
female
And
shepherd.
as Julia mentioned, there are some play styles that
I
are
will say,
mostly focused on using your
female
gadgets
shepherd
rather
is
than
got a
using
better
your
voice
weapons.
actress
Third layer,
than male shepherd.
But then you gotta
still
fuck
very
dudes.
important. That's
Wait, can you be
obviously your
lesbian?
companions. They have
'Cause I'll
their
probably pick a
impact on
chick
the,
too.
I don't know. I haven't gone so
But,
far. I haven't gone
they
so
have
far into
what
it,
they
but I've
call,
been.
combat
Sometimes, like with
opportunities.
Cyberpunk, you run into some issues where, like, wait, can romance,
order your
but I gotta, like, fuck a
use
dude in a game.
an
I don't wanna
exploit
do
in
that
the
part.
arena and the environment to gain a certain advantage.
Hey, the
in
only
combat.
reason I would ever
We
play
decided
dude in
against,
Cyberpunk is for Pan Am.
You know, the management, the gameplay part of the survival stuff. So you won't be counting your gallons of reaction mass or how much water
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need to
Mass Effect
recycle
Legendary Edition
before
is
it dries
cheap
out. Nothing
right now.
like that. But
I think I've already
still,
been gifted
the
them. I think I
expansion
own them. I
is
just need to play
very
them.
dangerous. So in terms
You
of
just need, like, 300 hours to play it, everyone.
survival will be a part of the
Badger,
game.
he
You will
says they're
have
more like
a
30
tremendous
plus
enemy.
hours.
You will have
So, like, you
a
can beat
lot
the
of
whole
very
trilogy
dangerous
and how long it takes them to do, like, a Bethesda game.
that you will have to
If you just
get
stick to
out
main story
somehow.
quest.
There will be a lot of survival in terms of
No,
your
he was
player
saying 30
experience,
and
just
he
not
does
as
it.
a particular mechanic. You will be
Holy
able to
crap.
fly around the solar system. You will be able to visit various planets. We mentioned this before that we have Luna, Mars, Ceres, Io, and some other cool places to visit. And some of those places will be like major social hubs where you can just walk around, meet other people, drink at the bar, shop for better equipment and stuff like that. So you will have plenty of places to go and to visit and to look at. The Expanse universe is cruel, and
again, the visuals look great.
Characters might die because of your choices. Stay
crazy.
tuned for more. We'll show more very soon. Have something cooking. I hope you will like it.
We make fun of like movie video games, but like TV show video games are usually even worse than movie video games.
Yeah,
but that one
worse than video game movies.
No, the Expanse is really interesting because you're probably going to play characters that aren't really involved one way or the other with these three different factions that you can probably choose to be more loyal to or less loyal to. It'll be interesting. You got Earth, Mars, and the Outer Belters.
You know,
another survival game, I'm assuming.
Here, but you never did.
I like survival games.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Bygones be bygones. Just find me in the West Zone. I'll be waiting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's the magnet puzzle.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Get force powers?
Oh, I think we've
no,
seen
it's
this.
more Magneto.
That's fair.
I remember this.
Under the ocean.
Yeah, instead of the portals being portals.
Oh.
Waiting to be explored.
Yeah, this could be really fun.
Yeah. The Portal looks more like a puzzle game than a...
Well, I think it's like Mirror's Edge mixed with Portal.
Could be fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I like the occasional puzzle game, but not usually a go-to for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this person's played it before.
Doing puzzles, I want it in like my adventure.
Honestly, this looks like something I'd play.
I need to know more about the story though. If this is the entire game, like, sure I'll have fun, but I don't know if I'll be entertained.
Is there a GLaDOS-like character?
Where you run and parkour and stuff fast through levels. Look at using a bit more time.
Yeah. I've been playing Dying Light recently again. And the parkour just reminds me a lot of that. Except now with magnets.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there is a story because I'm not really getting a hint of any, you know.
It just looks like a puzzle game. Puzzle parkour game.
Yeah, which, you know, depending on the price, might be fine that it doesn't have a story.
But I mean, if you were to show Portal just like this without any voices or anything, you wouldn't think there's a story to that either.
That's true, but I mean, I guess you could say it has a story, but not really, you know.
It's gonna be dialogue.
Yeah.
Not a cinematic story.
Yep.
But yeah, now I really want to play Portal again. Shit.
Well, that's one of
the
those
orange box
situations.
again.
Like, this looks cool, but
I think Portal 2 was on our list to do or to play, right? No. Which I own that on Steam because Hypnotic sent it to me for Christmas, I think last year.
it's actually one of the first things I got.
Oh, there's
I had on
bosses.
Steam.
I never bought it on Steam because I had it on 360.
Yeah, I had the orange box on 360. Should probably buy that again. Actually, did I buy that on Steam?
Yeah, Mirror's Edge was pretty dull. Very dull. Yeah.
Mirror's Edge was primarily popular because of the parkour system.
What if they had really cool music to go with this, or when like that other game?
Just like literally my first thought. It's
Really? Yeah.
Not very good song right there.
Yeah, that's what I
was saying. Instead
that's why
of
I thought
like,
of it. Yeah.
Let's start with Aphelion.
My understanding is it's a dual protagonist game, so you'll actually be swapping back and forth as they sort of work together. And I'm sure there's parts where you're separated, parts where maybe you're together, working together.
Very emotional story.
There's so much
world.
potential for
I wish
stories
listed
like
that,
that. The
'cause I'm
dual
interested.
protagonists
I
seeing
feel
it
like-
converge in the end.
You know it's going to be an emotional game, especially when they put so much emphasis in the music. I feel like music is a tool to catalyst emotions, so it's definitely something
We were
that-
actually talking about that earlier today, music and video, and not just video games, and art in general, and media.
Good music changes
It changes
game
everything.
from a game being a good game to a memorable game, a game that will stick with you in a long time. So.
Well, and Donut has a
in chat,
pretty storied
practicing
background when it
his
comes to
violin
narrative
right now
games,
because
whether it's
Expedition 30.
Life is Strange or like one of my old school favorites, Vampire. Like they try different stuff, weird stuff even sometimes.
Did you just say Vampire is an old school favorite
They
of
were
his?
using the super alien music instruments. So.
Yeah. What was it called?
Hey, how's it going?
The Crystal Bachette.
Crystal Bachette.
Oh, you're talking about the hand wedding one?
Yeah.
You're really into this hand wedding. That's like the only
I
thing
kind
you
of want
took
to
away.
try it, honestly.
I mean,
How do you discover that technique of like, oh, that makes
Dang.
that, yes.
that this
Came out
is
a decade-
an
almost a decade
award-winning
ago.
composer of the Summit of the Gods as well. So what I find super impressive is just, I feel like people sleep on music so much in games,
Summit
and
of
then
the
you see
Gods?
behind the scenes of this entire,
what is
like,
that?
they're in a famous church in Paris playing the organ.
Actually has been a blast to see video game music evolve during the years. Like video games has some
I'm not
great
looking at
music.
that
like,
lady. She
Yeah,
sounds
it's one of those
exactly
things
like
when it's
Sophie.
working, you like a lot of time you don't think
Sure
about
she's
it.
not
When music is
Argentine.
really good,
Oh,
in a
you're
game,
thinking
you
about?
don't really think about it. But then when it's exceptional, like an Expedition,
Lord of the Gods
or,
is a French
like,
language
Witcher
animated
vibes, you know,
adventure
then
drama.
you
Yeah, it's
really
not
look
even a
at it.
game.
But a lot of the
Yeah.
games you play, you probably don't look up the soundtrack, even though the game is pretty good. You know.
Ironically, my
Based on a Japanese
Spotify rap
manga.
this year was like mostly video game scores. I think there's often correlation though whenever a developer does take the music very seriously in a game. It
I'm
often
sure,
reflects.
I'm sure
In,
they're taking other parts
it
out.
reflects in every other. I mean,
Or
very,
was it AP?
think about it. All the games
Yes,
that
that
have,
is
like, you
Luke
think about the
Stevens.
games with the best scores ever,
Oh,
like you
yeah.
just said, The Witcher 3 or whatever. I mean, it correlates to everything else. Every other aspect of the game, they take it seriously. So.
Another sci-fi game that is probably one of the most anticipated sci-fi games for a very long time.
I'm still
is
trying to figure out who's the
Expanse:
second best.
Osiris Reborn, which is from Owlcat as well. It is a
There is
third-person
Eric K.
action
That was my
RPG,
thought.
obviously set in the Expanse universe.
The Expanse is a book and a show, so they are taking inspiration from both, but at the same time, it doesn't require previous knowledge of either for you to be able to enjoy this. In this game, you're going to be living more or less through what happens in the show. However, from a different perspective, from a different side, with your own group of people,
Not
with
that
your
bad.
own
And Atomic Patriot in the
environment,
chat.
that you got to make your own choices.
Hey, what?
I think an important thing to frame all of the Expanse game with is that coming from Owlcat, they are a studio that did like Rogue Trader, for example. Their bread and butter is intense, gritty narratives with unbelievable levels of roleplay depth and choice and consequence, complex systems that interweave. And so seeing them go into this, which is of course a third-person cover-based shooter
Yeah, as long as
with
it's not
many,
French
many
Canadian.
RPG
Definitely a new
mechanics,
road.
it's a different road.
Sure.
And I asked him about that in our interview and was like, how did this happen? Because typically they do sort of an isometric thing. And they just said when we decided we wanted to tackle the Expanse, it required that cinematic flair, and that's what they tackled. And they're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, the game looks beautiful.
It looks very interesting to me. It looks kind of like Dead Space meets Gears of War.
It's
kind
more
of
like Mass
gameplay-wise, it
Effect.
did. Or, yeah, Mass Dead
Sorry
Space
about that,
meets
guys.
Gears of War.
It's
kind
more
of
like Mass
gameplay-wise, it
Effect.
did. Or, yeah, Mass Effect as well.
The choice and the reputation you have with your companions will change, because your companions, they told us, will disagree with some of the stuff you do. They'll get upset or
They will have their
pissed
own
about it.
opinions.
So
They
there's
have their
weight
own
to
opinions, and
decisions?
They also,
This has
one
been what, like
interesting tidbit
15, 20
they
minutes
mentioned
for
was
this?
that when
This will
you
cost you,
are
what,
making
$20
choices
million
in the game,
for this long
they're
of a
not
game
necessarily going
award?
to tell you if that was a big moment. If that, what you just said to them is going to seriously affect this thing over here, it will, but that's all behind the scenes.
Their game was Distant Shore, Brittany. This is what went viral as almost a portal with magnets. And I think it looks like a lot of fun.
It's such a unique concept. I could see it being big time.
You know,
Like,
it's one of
really,
those games like you didn't know you want it, but then you see it, you're like, oh, that looks
needs
like
to
a
pop
cheese
off
burger.
on quick.
Yeah.
Like we've seen
very
versions of it before, but with everything it combines, because it makes everyone think of a different game when you
She's
see it. Because we've
Brazilian.
heard Half-Life, we've heard Portal. I thought
She's
it
a
only
Twitch
up during
streamer.
some parts of it.
Yeah, I had it
So
only up.
Shock had it
Has
right.
Mirror's Edge a little bit with like.
Yeah.
I said she sounded like
parkouring while
Sophie, so I
moving
was
stuff.
close.
See, it makes us think of so many different things at once. So
I can hear that.
Just watching some of that gameplay, I could see the rage already.
Oh,
Yeah, earlier
the
I thought you
boss-
played a
the
sound clip
boss?
from Sophie.
Oh yeah, not
That's
happening.
Well, and I think it's also really cool that they have boss mechanics because, like, you can tell it started with the idea of using magnets to like manipulate the environment, but then they're like, okay, well, we could raise the stakes, take it up a notch. With
I do
these
like
boss
the
fights that
magnet
are,
mechanics in the
organic
game.
space and
It also mixes up because it's not just a puzzle game. So there is more to
Yeah.
it and more that you.
Yeah, there's a world that he even showed as well.
It's more than just a puzzle
Oh,
game.
for
it's
real?
narrative behind it.
Exactly. Like they
No, I
could
don't know
have
what
just
to
stopped
think.
the puzzle game. I think a lot of people
I
would
thought
have
it
been
was
perfectly
French,
happy with
but
that.
then
And
it's
then
German,
they could
obviously.
build
It's
on
German.
that with
French,
a story,
Canadian,
boss
all
fights,
that
all
shit.
sorts of stuff.
Yeah, if it's not just reach a destination or do a final thing, but it's actually a narrative, like you said, that's really cool.
I think it's one to keep an eye on. Yeah.
And obviously, that's a Jamaican accent.
Avowed and Grounded 2.
Next up, we
Erwin.
have two very exciting updates coming from Obsidian, that being some updates for Avowed as well as Grounded 2. We also got exclusive time with them and had some interviews, which were very exciting.
I already looked her up, Jess. I told you, she's Brazilian.
Yeah, he's French.
Luality.
Is a Obsidian first-person
Apparently
action
she plays
RPG
games
set
with
in the world
a
of Pillars of Eternity,
like a
where the
DDR
player
setup or
plays as an envoy sent by the Emperor.
Oh, she's
of
one of those
Aegir
plays
to
Dark
the
Souls
living
with a
lands
DDR
to
pad kind of
investigate
girls.
a mysterious
That's what it
plague
says in
that's
her
kind of
profile.
spreading throughout the lands, causing
So, like,
chaos,
the
and you
hard
play as
games
the
where they
the
dance
envoy
with.
trying to figure out what's kind
Yeah,
of
it's a
going
whole
on down
thing.
there. Do things that
Jess,
affect
we
it
need you
in
to fact
positive
check.
ways, negative ways, or in between types of ways. You know,
Yeah,
type
I was
of
wrong.
choice and
Sorry, I'm
consequence.
sorry I
In
lied
terms
to
of,
everybody.
the post-launch things we've been supporting on it. Like we've got
Didn't tell you
a
what
bunch
to do,
of
I just told you that I
abilities
already did
added
it for
to
you.
the ranger and fighter trees to kind of more fill it out comparatively to the wizard tree. Aspects about it that are like arachnophobia mode. That
What's
was
it
like a
about?
big community requested feature, as well as
Arachnophobia
changes to
mode.
progression,
You need a
improvements
better
there,
community then.
gear improvements, and as well as bug fixes. And
At least with Satisfactory,
And you
they
can
just
play
put
now
like a
as
flat
the
cat
different
face
species.
on
Yeah,
the.
we've added
They just like
different
turn it
species,
into a beam, you know.
The Amauin, Orlins, and dwarves.
You can't do
are
bug
now
fixes
playable.
because
A
some
lot
of the
our
players might be afraid of
decisions we make
bugs.
are revolving around the player community.
Hey,
so
bugs
we
are
work,
terrifying.
Really closely with
Especially
our
in Grounded.
management team.
Well,
So,
they
we
don't
get,
they
like,
want
a
us to eat the
spreadsheet,
bugs, Erwin?
kind of see what the things that are bubbling.
One of those
up,
companies
like an
actually went out of
example,
business.
like,
I had to take it
quarter
out
staff, something
Tuesday
where
night,
just
but yeah,
we wanted
one
to
of the big
feel
ones
like
went out of business.
more like
so
a wizard, right?
hopefully
That
not.
kind of wizardy vibe, as well.
Oh, that's
as
good. That's
playing
good
as
sign that one
Orlins.
went out of
Like, I think
business.
players just were bummed that we didn't include that in the base game. So I mean, it really comes down to like the time and what the community wants, and that's kind of how we decide to go about
I
it.
thought we were getting more.
We
indie
notice
games.
like
What's
players
Obsidian doing
really
up in
role
here?
play their characters in the game, so we always want to give them as many options
Oh
as
my
we
God.
They
can
seem to give
like,
us
customize
a
their
couple games
features
and then
or
they talk about it
character,
for a long time.
You know, to kind of have this
And then repeat.
fantasy in this world as they journey through the story. We just wanted to give them as many
Man.
possible
Is there a
options.
male,
as they
female?
can
Again,
to
I'm
really
still not interested
make
in
the
Avowed.
character they
Yeah,
want to
same.
make.
Oh yeah, it's Avowed. So no,
and
it's
just make
body
it
types, I believe.
just
Right.
their own stuff like all the playable races. We discussed it
Didn't
early
you guys
on in
even try
Avowed.
Avowed?
It's something to
No,
both
I
previous
didn't know it was
Pillars games
out.
had.
It's on
It's
Game Pass, I
a
believe,
lot
too.
of work and a
You guys
difficult
didn't even
thing
try it? Yeah,
to really
never
nail
flipped
down,
the game.
especially in Avowed with its parkour systems.
I don't do
and
Game Pass.
its combat mechanics and all the weapon types and stuff like that in the game.
Last time I actually
different
actively
races are
used Game
different
Pass was when
sizes,
Black
they're
Ops 6
different
came out,
shapes,
and that was the only
they're
reason. Was
a
because it
very
looked good in the
unique game
beginning.
experience when you play as each
Yeah,
one of them
didn't-
in a
didn't
first-person game.
Hypnotic play this?
specifically.
Isn't that where
So it was something like
McDuggins came
new to
from?
wrangle
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Avowed. We had no time to finish it as we're making Avowed, and now we can give it to the players, so it's a more rounded experience compared to the original Pillars games. It should be a whole new
Hey,
way
Snaggernull?
to play the game. If you pick an Orlin or an Amawa, it makes you feel completely different in the world.
Oh yeah, that looks so fun. They
especially
just
if you
stand there,
use
let you
third
stab them in the
person
neck.
or first person.
Sick.
It changes
No,
it
you didn't have to
again,
stab 'em.
And
Like,
Darren
you just
takes this.
stab
and present
still
in
got
this
'em.
game, so it's pretty awesome that we can finally bring that.
New Game Plus
Yeah, show it
allows
again.
the
Looks
player
even better the
to
second time.
bring over all their abilities, all their equipable gear.
But
it
the
does
skill
reset
tree.
it back to level 1. So
But
it's not like
Bethesda does
you're
that.
just outright OP basically, but you know you'll have the end game gear
That's a good
with
example.
all
I've
its like
never
enchants
played
to
in
be
the
able
Elder
to just
Scrolls
start
games.
the new game, as well as we have like
I've
modifiers on
honestly
enemies
never-
Erwin,
that kind of either
with the
make them
newer
more
games, you're not
resistant
missing
to some of the
much.
elemental types, or modifiers that make them more resistant
never
to
played the
being
good ones.
stun locked or
They're just
reacted.
so slow.
That kind of gets sprinkled in kind of somewhat randomly throughout that New Game Plus experience.
Oh, you're right. That
And
was
again,
Dragon Age.
that
Yeah.
added challenge, but also lets
Yeah, I was
players
wondering that. I
know
was like, I
somewhat
thought that was
also
Dragon
didn't
Age.
play
accumulating
that.
their abilities over the course of multiple playthroughs. So.
We notice players like to take photos of their envoys, but it's very difficult in the game. You have to get the camera just right to get a certain distance from the character, or capture the shot in a conversation when you see your character. So this allows you to really get
The
into
photo
it
mode in
and
Expedition
capture
33
some
you
awesome
can use during
shots or
cutscenes.
some scary shots,
Just crazy.
depending which way you're going.
That is pretty
We're
cool.
super excited to announce that Avowed's finally going to come out to PS5. Pre-orders are going to be live today. Keep an eye out on our socials, and we'll announce when the store page is open.
Nagadol, is your credit card still in your wallet right now?
No, but it's already plugged into my PlayStation, so.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm assuming this is an update for stuff we won't be able to do because there's still like 2 playthroughs.
I'm wondering that too. Look at that ladybug like
Greta
fort
2
you can
is
drive
a
around.
survival
Yeah, I know. We
game.
quit right
It
as we
is
could
set
ride
in
our
a
ants, I
gigantic
think.
city
Yeah.
park. You play as a teenager who has been shrunken to roughly the size of an ant, and you just have to survive in this environment with, insects that are the size of a bus, and figuring out how to eat and get some water and fight those bugs and craft new materials and new weapons.
Praying
As you
mantis would
go
be
and
scary.
gain power and get over those initial survival challenges, you
Yeah,
can
that's
sort
cool.
of get into the story of what has really happened.
Have you
in
guys
this
played
park.
the second
A
one, or is it
number
not
of
out
huge
yet?
updates
No,
planned
we've
for
done a
the
couple
park.
live
This
streams
is the
with
first
it. It's
big
fun.
content update that we have. We've been
I
calling
do
it
like the
the
first
winter
one.
update. It's really about adding in this next big chunk to the park, and that
Runs
comes
the
with a
computer
lot of
pretty
things
hard,
that
though.
are very, very exciting for us. With this winter update, which is the
Free room
community
heating.
garden, is attached right to that early picnic area. On the map, it's just to the east of it, behind the gigantic statue of Tully and Burgle. This was our opportunity to really start delving into a brand new biome with everything that entailed.
We
You've
haven't seen
got
like any of these
a
places.
vegetable garden,
No.
you've got a greenhouse, and you've got a pumpkin patch. All of these introduce a lot of new and different types of artwork and places for the player to explore.
We could
And
make
then, of
more
course, then we
bases,
need all the
you know?
insects that go in these areas too.
Oh yeah,
So
we're gonna need to.
a ton of
next
new
time.
Yeah.
insects that are in there.
Yeah, I don't
As
understand that
as
either.
I love to say, all of these insects,
How
you
people
know,
with
you can
arachnophobia
fight.
would
Maybe they're
openly want to
docile
play
and
this
you can
game.
attack them.
Yeah.
Many of them are
My
aggressive.
friend
and
has
will attack
arachnophobia.
you.
He's never been
And
scared of spiders in
regardless,
video games.
you fight them, learn
It's all
their
bullshit.
tactics, and then eventually
Because he
turn them
knows they're not
into
real and
fashionable
isn't retarded.
attire and new weapons.
Going to a new
It's just a
biome, a new
pandering thing.
area in the park allows
really
us
is.
to fully lean into
waste of
what
money.
makes the park unique from the backyard. And for us, that means that mixture of
I mean, there are
really
some
organic
accessibility
structures,
features
as
that
well
are
as
cool to have in
man-made
games, but
touch, that this was designed by
arachnophobia mode
humans
is,
at
is
human level.
just so dumb.
Wasps are coming back, which are a lot of fun
Nobody
to
does it.
fight, but can be kind of annoying. Again, this is a survival game, so
I feel like a hornet
so
would just
excited
one
about
People
shot
all
die
these
of,
things
of,
coming
lo-
back.
of bee
Black ants
stings.
are also
Can I
coming
get a
back too.
can I
And
get a
like with
bee
both of
phobia
those,
mode?
you get sets of armor
Replace
and
all of
different
these with
weapons
kittens or
that you can craft after you
Yeah, just
you've defeated
be
these,
chill
these
about it.
creatures. We're more excited about the
Yeah,
new
too scared.
creatures that are coming.
scared to
in
play the
for
game.
update,
Too many
though.
insects.
So we developed
Yeah,
a
I've got
brand new
homophobia.
creature,
I
and
wanted
the
that
cricket,
Billy character
the cricket
blocked out.
is pretty big. Again, this is the size of a large bus, probably. It has
Yeah,
some
where's the
very
homophobia?
unique attack combinations that are a lot of fun. It can also, of course, jump very, very far. It has its own armor sets. It has its own weapon
the
or
Robin Hood armor's
weapons
kinda
that you
cool.
can
This is
craft
starting to remind me of
based
Monster
upon
Hunter.
it. And then the same thing for earwig. We actually have
Not too
two
far off, yeah.
different types of earwig. There's sort of a ranged earwig and a melee earwig that tend to travel
Oh.
around together to support the player with their strategic opportunities.
Giant earwigs, yo, no,
Again, you can turn those into
that's worse than a
armor,
giant
of course,
spider.
turn them
That's
into
going too far.
Your base furnishings.
Honestly,
you can turn them into weapons, and we think they'll offer some exciting and unique combat opportunities.
We really want Grounded 1 players to be excited to see these creatures again, but also to be
the way it moved, I
surprised
was
and
like,
delighted
Silent
by the
Hill?
changes.
Can we get a
Just like we
crucifix
did
for
in
those
Picnic
things?
Area,
Beyond.
revamped the
it moves like a
combat,
Silent
so
Hill
that
moves.
means even looking at the old legacy creatures, going, okay, how do we make
Just
them
not as
a part
sexy.
of the system? How do we make them challenging or new?
Speak
And
for
how
yourself,
can we
man.
leverage our systems to make them more interesting? And so hopefully there's a couple of twists coming, even with the old favorites, that will keep veteran players on their toes and will surprise and delight new players.
We have a brand new buggy, the Ladybug buggy, which you'll be able to get and raise and hatch, and then ride around in the yard. And we're pretty excited about all that stuff. Like
Out
I
in
think
the
all of it is coming
air.
together.
Does it have
I love how they call them
I
buggies.
think every
think
single
so.
Grounded player from Grounded 1 at some
Honestly,
point
buggy is
jumped
a
on
really
the
good play on words for
Ladybug
it.
and let
Yeah.
it transport them around.
why'd
And we
that unshare?
often joke that was
Hell
the
have you
original
done?
buggy prototype.
heck?
And there's something so iconic about the Ladybug.
Boomer here.
Now I have to. It wouldn't let me add it back. Let me.
Yeah, it was my fault, probably, Chad.
For us,
Sorry.
whenever we do
Damn it,
introduce
Nagranol.
new buggies, we
You
don't
know
want
what?
it to
I'm gonna
just
blame-
be
I'm gonna blame
another
Hayden.
one or just a horse, you know?
Yo,
And
there's
so
some.
it
There he
really
is.
boils down to what can the Ladybuggy
Finally
bring to
on
the
fire.
table that the other ones weren't.
Yeah, unfortunately,
What
I
can
couldn't
make her
prevent
stand
Mike from
apart
moving your parents again.
and bring a utility and an experience
tried,
to the
I
player
tried,
that the
but it
others
was too
aren't.
late.
How
Mike's
can we
keep
carve out
doing it,
our
man.
own little niche in the
Dagnall, your
game?
crying
She's
is
the
so
tank.
fake.
She's, you know,
What do
she's
you
the
mean?
one who can
Dagnall?
get into those really tough fights and withstand those large swarms of insects. And that's where the idea of the water cannon on her back and, you know, players being able to shoot at their enemies. And that ended up
That's pretty
providing
valid,
a ton
honestly.
of
I'm not gonna lie.
gameplay,
Can I shoot my thirsty
and a really
friends as
unique
well?
experience. Being able to shoot down the aerial insects that are often a bit more challenging and a bit more frustrating for players. Well, now you have this, you know, ranged
Yeah,
weapon.
having to
that
find
you can
water
take
in the
you
game
down
is
with
the
feels
most
super
annoying part.
satisfying, almost like an anti-air gun.
We're
For
early
us,
on, though,
as soon
in
as
the
we
survival
cracked
game,
that,
that's
it
how
felt
it's
like,
supposed to
okay,
be.
there she
Yeah.
is. That's her niche.
What up,
And
Shell?
now it's just about bringing that experience to life and finding moments in the garden experience
up,
to
Joe?
really
Tell me you
highlight
get an
that and let that shine.
assault ladybug in this game? Freaking.
So we saw Avowed, great interview that you did
Fully
over there.
automatic
We see
Ladybug.
now that we have new game plus
Fully
coming.
automatic,
There's a photo
man.
mode, new weapon type,
I love
changing
all the
appearance.
personalizations
There's new
they
character
can do.
presets. You got new races, which I'm
Species,
sure,
yeah.
Lua will have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, they're doing a lot, and I mean the game, of course, launched earlier this year. Obsidian's been very
Busy this
very
year.
busy, yeah, and they're doing these free updates now, and so they also are adding New Game Plus, which adds a whole new reason for you to go back through the game. So the game is coming to PS5.
Yay!
We got another one.
We got
Avowed Platinum Trophy
Bro,
was
stop
insane.
breaking
Here
my
we go.
immersion, okay?
yeah, yeah, but it's coming, and it's available for pre-order as of this
Right now?
show going live. So right now.
Oh my God, people love pre-order
When I talked to
games.
them, they were saying how
Pre-ordering
important the
DLC?
community is to them, how they've
No, they
listened
were
to a
talking
lot of
about
their feedback, like adding arachnophobia mode on Grounded.
Oh,
She said,
coming
"Look,
to
If I'm scared of spiders, what do I do?
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
arachnophobia mode. But they
God,
like
who
that's
cares?
kind of their driving force is looking at the community, what the community is saying, communicating. They're like, hey, we'd like more species and more customization options in Character Builder. Okay, we'll do that. And it's just really nice to see them do that.
Yeah, Luke did,
They could put it in a paid package, but
give
they're
Avowed
not.
a
They're
pretty
just
hard
yeah,
time.
it's a labor of love, and that's
I really like how, as
It's
you're
got
changing New
arachnophobia
Game
mode
Plus, you
now,
can also
so
change your
cool.
character's appearance. So you keep some of your skills and stuff, but if you are tired of how your character looks or you want to do something new, try a different race, you can do that by just going to New Game Plus. You don't need to go back
Yeah,
to the
pull a Rachel Dolezal.
Besides that, we also had Grounded 2, which is bringing the Garden of Brook Hollow Park that is now going to be open. So it's a new biome. They have new creatures, new tools, a new mushroom brick material that you can build more
Chaz
stuff
community
with,
garden.
and also a new ladybug buggy. Lady
So
Buggy.
cute.
A lady buggy.
So sweet.
For those of you
Nagnal,
watching,
could you
that's
impression of her?
it's a
Women.
play on word.
No, I cannot.
Ladybug-y because you can
I think you
mount it and
could.
ride it like a buggy.
Yeah,
know,
and speaking
maybe
of the
for
listening community, they
50
also
in the
take a lot of
chat,
feedback.
but,
This is a game that launched
There's
back in
100
I thought the
early
name was
access
pretty
back in July.
self-explanatory.
I wasn't
Major
here for
winter
that.
update is what they're calling
Tap
it,
into your
and
inner
it was heavily
Loretta.
requested to have more types of transport.
By
which
the way,
they're
Nerd
still
Slab, that
planning more
meme
for
you
the
sent
future
me.
that people can be excited about, but they always listen to
You're
feedback
welcome.
about, should an insect be an enemy? Should an insect be what they call, is it docile or docile? I'm from Iowa.
Whatever you
Tomatoes,
prefer.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
He looks like he's
different
from
insects
Iowa.
can be friendly, some can be enemies, and then of course they can also treat them
Dude,
now
I
as
like him.
transport as well.
He's got bro and he's got.
I can't wait to see him in Landman Season 3.
And so with this update,
Well, I made the joke
they're
earlier. That's
they're
the
doing this
kid
throughout
from
a lot of the
Landman.
timeline, and they're going to give you a lot of these big updates, and you're going to be kind of surprised of when it first released early access, there was still plenty to do. It was a survival game, but if you were a fan of Grounded, the original, you knew they were still going to have a great winter update for you like this. And so they have a lot on their roadmap, but because of the way the game is oddly scaled down, it's from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the way it's shrunk down, they have so much they still want to do and will be doing for a long, long time.
Well, and that cricket in
the cricket
game,
thing looks
that thing's
terrifying.
horrifying. It turns around and
You're like, wait, what's he doing? What's he doing?
I gotta give them credit. Obsidian's been so
It's gonna take us like a
crazy
decade
busy.
to
The
beat
fact that
this
you can put
game
out
at the
two
rate we're
pretty
playing it.
sizable games
Yeah.
a year and
If
a
not
bunch of
longer.
updates for it.
And it seemed like they were cooking something huge, right? Because
Yeah, they just had Tim Kaine come back out of retirement. He's one of the creators of Fallout back in the day, and he
didn't he also was some of the original creators of Vampire Bloodlines?
I think he did.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Man is speaking.
kind of a legend of the industry. He in 2020 went and started doing consulting work with
Hey,
Obsidian.
Smooth the
but he was,
DJ with
in
the
his
rave.
words, semi-retired. But he's actually gone back to
Yo,
Obsidian to
Smooth,
work
thank you,
full time
dude.
in office. Moved
Hell yeah.
to the studio on some project that's unannounced, and he said, "Don't bother guessing. You will not guess it." So. New IP, something crazy, who knows? But they are
Or
busy.
he's trying to throw us off.
It's hard to not see hope
The
at least
New
for
Game
Fallout
Plus
stuff,
showcase.
because
TV
you know
King
the
Kong?
TV show being excellent and everyone itching for more Fallout. So
Outward 2, Forsaken
Next
Realms.
up, we have 3 fantasy RPG games
Dragon
that are
Twin.
looking very cool, as I would say. This is going to be Outward
Hey.
2 from Nidot Studio, a follow-up to their other
got
survival
Smooth,
game,
chat.
Outward, obviously. We have Varen's Call
Yo.
by Titan
Yo,
Rock,
Smooth,
and we
what's
also
going on?
have Dragon Twin by Draconic Interactive.
Outward is an open world RPG, which for once you're not some kind of special superhero or the last child from a prophecy. You're just a dude or a dudette. And the reason why we are
Dudette.
downscaling who the player is because they want to be immersed more than they want to be powerful. And that was the big
Thanks for the
change
raid,
in
dude.
our
I appreciate
approach.
it so
And
much.
We made all of
Yeah,
our
thanks,
design
man.
decisions to be in alignment with this vision. If you were just a regular person and you wanted to think like a human would, but in a fantasy world, it's when you are aloof, when you're just like, that's not so dangerous, I've done it before. And that's when life just snaps back at you, right? In real life, that's like that. It should be like that in the design as well. So one gigantic thing is the character creation. In Outward 1, we
All those
had
faces look the
very
same.
ugly
because
They really did.
Oh, okay.
And
I
we
see.
didn't have a lot of
Different,
options.
yeah.
We
I
had,
got you.
3 skin colors,
second.
a handful of faces, a handful of haircuts, and that was it. It feels like really drawing yourself into an RPG.
Handful
I
of
don't.
haircuts,
Background, we choose
and
traits,
90%
we
of them
have
are
a
black
very
women
granular
every time.
system to
Yeah.
modify and customize the character. To
I
your
didn't see
liking.
really
One
any
big
differences
thing
with the
is
character
you choose
creation so
one
far.
Oh, son of a-
3 starting locations.
Isaac is back.
So as a regular
Oh,
person,
damn
it could be worse. It
what
could have been
justifies
This is Nerd
That's
Slap's
true.
fault.
danger?
How is
do
this
you
my
become
fault?
adventurous?
You want me to just say
So we have 3
well,
loads
you're
lines?
here
I can do that for Super
depending
Chat
on which
Pool,
city
if
you
anyone
choose.
wants.
What?
So if you are in
Nothing.
Simeon's Bastion, you are a homeless person. You're desperate. In Tramontaine, you are a miner and you're trying to improve your
Get away from
status
Epstein
and
Island?
quality of life. In Habu,
I was
you
waiting
are
for it.
Just a clerk who just bought a house.
This
What could
game feels
possibly go
very
wrong?
dull, but I feel
And-
bad
and
saying
very
that.
mundane situations.
I think
like
this
you're
is
not
like a
special
very
or
small
anything,
developer.
but something special
Yeah,
happens to
it
you.
just looks like a
And then
basic
you have
rich
to live
MMO.
up to the situation. We want a weather system that is very dynamic.
Still
It's one of
better
those-
than
Now we
Avowed.
have a year-long
It's one of those
calendar
situations where it's like, oh,
with
you're putting all this
seasons,
heart and
you
soul
just
into
go
it.
through all
Have
that,
you consider
so
putting
it's gonna
more
be winter,
AI
and then
into
it's
it?
spring, and then
Yeah.
summer, and it does change.
Because it kind of already looks like
what kind of
you could have.
stuff can be found, what kind of armor you need to wear.
Jeez, it
Dual
looks so
wielding
barren
is
there.
gigantic. So now you can combine
Yeah, that's-
anything that goes
like,
in one hand.
my joke
And
comes from
that
the,
opens
like-
up a lot of possibilities. And after
I want to
one,
make
like,
AI
you
games
had
someday.
your offhand, you could only
And this
have
looks
set
like
amount of
a
things, and you had
my
your
first
main hand.
fantasy
Now you can
AI
just
game.
interchangeable. You can have 2 shields if you want. It sucks. I don't recommend.
Yeah,
but
I
you
mean,
can.
it
Of
might
course,
be
like,
more
just
someone's game.
visually and the fact that there's
But I don't
much
like
more
the mobs.
rush,
We've really only seen them
skill.
fight like
I mean,
one type of mob,
visually
right?
vibrant. That's gonna be
Visually, this
something that
reminds
people
me
will
of
notice.
that Return
Just
to
like in
Moria
Alpha 1,
game.
we have 8 skill trees.
That's a
and
good point.
All those skill trees have some
I kind of wanted to play that
exclusive
game,
skills,
to be
so if you
honest.
take one, can't take the other.
I've played it. I actually
you
like
have
it.
a maximum of 3 breakthrough points. So there's only 3 skill trees that you can learn from to the maximum of the capabilities. Otherwise, when you have like, the
The
first
UI looks pretty
2
good.
layers of skills.
Not enough.
One thing we've added are the attribute points, the core stats, so strength,
You say that, but like,
agility,
what Patrick
Yeah, now it looks
says,
like the-
power, intelligence.
wait,
We've
this
added
is a new
those.
game? I
Okay.
thought
You
it
can
was like
track
Fable
a
2.
lot of different
Maybe it could
things.
use a little bit of
They're all gonna have like different
pizzazz to
thresholds.
it,
So let's
but-
say
Looks a little
you
PS3.
dodge
I was looking at more like the
attacks
HUD.
a
Like the
certain
HUD
number
looks
of
nice.
times, you unlock a node
Yeah.
that will give you a passive trait and increase your agility. So very small incremental
It's
changes.
simple.
We start with very simple things, and it expands us in more and more circles. So you won't be able from the very start to unlock all 3 skill trees just because you have the cash to do
And
it.
also,
You
in the
will
in the
have
upper
to
right
add
corner, it says
experience.
alpha.
You
So I
will
mean,
need to
maybe we're being
practice
too
Okay.
the life of
This-
danger
everything
and
may
Ori
change.
to be able to understand. Like,
I mean,
get
it
to
doesn't
the
look that
next
bad,
level of
to
the
be
skill
honest.
tree.
I mean, yeah, it
Other
doesn't
than
look
that,
horrible.
I think it's important to note that
I like
all
games like
4
this.
regions
Yeah,
are
but
new
video
regions,
games
so
is
it's really
incredibly
just completely
oversaturated
environment
market.
to
You got to
explore.
do better than it doesn't look terrible.
yeah.
I mean, I was barely
Today
playing
was
it.
You're right,
Sequel
Irwin.
Deep Dive
Didn't
into
you
our
guys play
upcoming action
Outward?
RPG, Varen's Call.
No.
The world of Leda is
Best of luck to
entirely
it.
shrouded by darkness on one side, while scorched by endless sun on the other. These incredibly
This is
hostile
a
areas
Fable
are known
feed.
as the Forsaken
This
Realms.
is
So
feeling
it's
a
a
little
tidally
As you may
locked
have noticed, it's the
fantasy.
name of the universe
another
we're meticulously
generic
crafting.
fantasy.
Your first steps within the Forsaken Realms will take you to the Vale of Varen, a city on the brink of collapse, and the first of our narrative-focused adventures. You'll step into the boots of a lone
look,
mercenary,
Karen.
seeking to answer Varen's call for aid, and maybe earn some gold and glory along the way.
Yeah, this is true.
It's
What are
clear
those
that Varen
taken
needs a
from
hero,
Destiny?
and every hero needs a way to slay the countless fantastical beasts
That
they'll
looks like
encounter.
some of the creatures you fight in
Varen's
Enshrouded.
Call aims to cater to a wide range of playstyles,
Enshrouded
offering you the
is a pretty
freedom
fun
to
game.
combat the unknown.
Oh, no, it
in
is
a variety
fun.
of ways.
These look like
Whether
good
you prefer
$20
to be a
games. Will
nimble-footed
they be
archer,
$20?
flinging fireballs between arrows, or face your foes
Probably
toe-to-toe
not.
as an axe-wielding whirlwind of death,
I'd rather
the
play
choice is
Mega
yours.
Bonk.
The game's classless system means you're never locked into playing a specific way. You have the ability to adapt, alter, or completely switch playstyles midway through your adventure. Unlock and
I would
spend
hope
perk
so.
points to obtain new skills and abilities, and level up your mercenary's core stats by gaining character experience. Hidden chests throughout the world will reward you with a range of weapons, armor, and unique trinkets.
Yeah, you could have just told me this is a
Some providing
medieval
unique
RPG
effects
and
to help
you
you
wouldn't
gain
have to
an
do all
edge
this
in your next combat
explaining.
encounter.
Exactly, yeah.
He just has a
The
candle
local
on top
hamlet
of his
South
helmet. It's
Vale
kind of funny.
Did
This
he?
is a hub.
I say,
A
you need to
safe
show what
space
makes it
that provides
special,
various
not what makes it
amenities
like
for you to
every
further
other
shape
one of
your
the
character.
games.
Yeah.
Use
Yeah,
the
start out
forge
with
to
this is
upgrade
what
the
sets us
weapons and armor
apart
you
from
find
everyone
throughout the
else.
world,
And, yeah.
and the dismantling bench to deconstruct items for materials.
You
The
could
spell crafting
dismantle,
table can be used
guys!
to increase the power of your
Whoa!
Everything
Wish
from
list!
an area of effect freeze attack
I'll be
that
right
stops
back.
the enemy in their tracks,
Is there an
You can
arachnophobia
dismantle
mode?
things.
ground from underneath their feet with destructive force.
Oh, look at the snow
Use
mechanics.
the trap making bench
kinda
to
Wow,
upgrade
they have
Like, I'm not hating
swords.
it,
and gadgets.
but you make a great point.
Complement
Start with
your
the
arsenal,
unique,
allowing you the
different
opportunity
stuff
to
first.
tackle
Start with
Trap
stuff
enemies
first.
Technology.
And finally,
Dang, I haven't used the
alchemy
trap
potions.
since Winter 2.
This can be used to
I
custom
swear,
room
if you
abilities
can
to
kill
defend
enemies in this
making.
game,
from
if you can
replenishing
kill
health and
enemies in this
restoring
game, it's gonna be
stamina,
revolutionary.
securing yourself a fast
Pre-order,
defense.
pre-order. It's got potion
These
making,
You can
guys.
name the potions. Actually, that's tight. I like that.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
same.
That's
is
nice.
cool,
Great.
yeah.
Instead of like
What
health
the
flash,
That
Never
shiny
mind.
new helmet,
There we
not
go.
just that,
purple
Uh,
drink.
the
You're
overpriced
gonna make.
magic spell
Wait,
you
is that
always
what
had
you're
your
going
eyes
with,
on,
Isaac?
and upgraded that new polymath
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, they have chicken in the game too, yo.
that has
Oh, okay.
even more boom.
Right? The traps look like they have a lot of.
You're ready to get back into the fight.
Kind of nice.
But maybe you want a change of pace. Yes, you're supposed to be the hero and save the city.
Yeah,
but heroes need breaks too.
Looking forward to Tomac gifting me
Besides,
this
there's
game.
a whole world to explore, and
Me
quirky
going, what the
characters
fuck
from
is
all
this?
walks of life need your help.
I mean, honestly, this
with
does look like my
their
cup of tea.
Then you.
I might play
It
it.
also does look very
You
generic.
might find yourself
Haven't
involved
seen
in a
anything
murder
that
mystery.
really
Helping a
grabs
local
me. But,
peacekeeper catch the criminal behind the
you know, like
death
20
of
years ago,
a
I would
beloved
have
friend.
definitely picked this up.
This
Or
looks like
maybe
someone
you're on a mission
reimagined Fable.
to rid
Yeah,
Varin
that's a lot.
of the Gnomi scourge that plagues the
Yeah,
city.
there's even gnomes.
All because
Yeah,
a crazy
that's-
guy in an outhouse called you a hero.
I know the truth. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on
We should
this.
stick to the main task at hand after all.
Probably an achievement for God gnomes.
Varin's
It's
Call is
alpha.
soon to release on PC with full controller support.
I'm
with
gonna
the aim of releasing
predict
consoles at a
that
later
some of those
date.
gnomes are
Our
sassy
game
as
is
hell.
inspired by classics like Fable and the Elder
Saying
Scrolls.
it's alpha.
So if this sounds
Yep.
like your kind of adventure, consider heading over to Steam and adding it to your wish list to stay up to date with us.
That explains a lot why it
Until
looks
then,
like Fable.
We'll see you mercenary soon.
Alright, well, you better release a banger of a trailer, or I'm not buying it.
That was kind of weak.
Some of like the story, I
Cool,
need to
doing.
know something about the story too, because all we
Mhm.
saw was literally just a RPG.
The only thing we saw that was like story related was like I know the
Erwin's
truth.
Tismit.
Dragons already.
Oh,
Dragons.
Hold the dragon.
Everyone's like,
Sorry, I'm saving my dragon riding for Crimson Desert this year.
Dude, this
Sounds
actually
like
looks really
Witcher
cool.
Yeah, but
okay, but it is a real trailer. 'cause
this genre has a long history of shit. So
yeah, if this is all it is.
you mean do you think it's gonna be on
Regular
rails
dragon.
or open world?
I don't
What is
know.
open world?
It's like one of those games where you generate.
Is this just Dragon Simulator?
I like the idea of a game where you can change the battlefield with a dragon. It's kind of neat.
Light dragons.
But yeah, I don't know how
Oh.
large of a game it would
This,
be.
yeah, the scope depends on future funding.
The funding.
And the shifting nature
Yeah.
of the industry. Oh, and a kingdom builder?
How
Oh,
fast
that's
do you think this
interesting.
will be a pay-to-win game?
Is this like House
right
of
there.
the Dragon game or something? Or
Sign
what?
up for their Patreon if you'd like to pay to win.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gotta
we
say
make
it
fun
looks
of
good, though.
we make fun
I
of
mean,
some of these trailers being tech demos. This is 100% tech demo.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Train your god.
My thing is this entirely scripted? Because
Yeah, you just got Anthem.
You can customize the dragon.
Alright.
That's funny. I don't know why that's funny. It just is.
If I was to play this, my goal would be to make my dragon look as retarded as possible.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get a
100%.
lot of retarded looking dragons.
That's
I'm
the
gonna make
only
it
reason.
a Waltz dragon. Yeah.
Isaac will just make his look like a pee-pee.
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, and he
Well,
would
it might
buddy
distract
said
the
it.
enemy.
spend a
You know what
lot
I
of
mean? It
time
might give a
riding
tactical
that.
advantage. You know, what's that big
More
flying Venus in the
focus
sky?
on
And they're like, you know, breathes fire on you. Good help.
You just want to
That
use the
funny
ride
said that.
Yep.
First question I had was, how
An open
hard is this
world
game going to be?
RPG.
Because
Yes,
the most
strategy.
common question
What's
about the
wrong with
original
that?
artwork
Okay.
was, okay, this is like, does it have to be so hard?
I actually
Down
got to
syndrome
play the
dragon?
game in the alpha version, and I got my ass kicked.
I'm glad.
Deserve.
But it's actually amazing. Like I actually really enjoyed it because exploring this game felt very rewarding. And there's like a camping
Build your
system, so
lair.
you can camp like
Forge your
right
kingdom.
outside like the enemy zone, and then you prepare like your weapons and everything to wreck the enemy. Because if you don't prepare, oh, you're in trouble.
It's known to be a very, very hardcore survival. And when I was talking to Guillaume, he was like, if you die, it is likely your fault. And we all heard him say, like, it's not hard, but it is demanding. And they always at
Russ
all
keeps
times
getting
want to live up to
scientific
those
on us.
words,
It's
which
so
is
funny.
really awesome. And they will have a pack mule, which he
I
said,
get
of
this
course,
without knowing
Shocker
the,
can die if you
details.
don't take care of it. Of course. But it's, one of the big struggles was with inventory and spacing along other struggles that players had to really try and, play out this game. Like you were saying earlier, you can't dilly-dally in this game. You have to really know what you're going to do, and eventually you'll get a hang of things. But another big one was dual wielding. So you can dual wield, he says, anything in the game. You can even double shield it up, which he says is not recommended.
Dual miniguns, ABF.
Super close.
He really loves to stress all of these niche things. Like you can sprain your ankle.
You can dual wield Warhammers.
You can perforate a lung. Trauma. She has clearly sprained. You can sprain her.
I also got brain damage.
You can have a concussion. It will all impact you, and all these ailments take different lengths of time to recover from.
I got a concussion in game as well. It was really tough.
Hating Kingdom Come Deliverance, like.
What were you doing out of game?
It was just kind of like a play on, because whenever I told people I got a concussion, brain damaging in game, a lot of people imagine I was like in game.
They cut her
Sounds
out
like the most
she
hardcore of hardcore.
It was really fun, and you can also play with friends, and then things become a lot more bearable.
They showed the split screen.
Yeah, so you can play split screen with your friends, and it's really nice. Especially because then, you get beaten up, and then your friends get beaten up. So, and then
you can get digital concussions together.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Forsaken Realms, Burns Call. We were all sitting here saying
it looks sick.
Most importantly, controllers. I can play that one.
I was trying to put my finger on what the vibe was, and at the very end of the trailer, they say inspired by games like Fable. They really struck an interesting vibe. It seems like it's got a lot of soul and heart in it.
We talked about music a lot today. I just want to say that was something I noticed.
There was a vibe
there.
already.
That flute. There's something about a flute. When a flute starts playing,
when the
flute fantasy game, dude.
When the flute started playing, he was like, "Oh my god,
I'm ready to go to war."
The game looks really nice. It looks very well detailed, and I can't wait to try it.
That dude finally talks, and all he talks about is the flute.
You can really focus on combat and the main quest line, the main story,
like
but
that
this is also an
Naganol guy.
expansive world where there are a bunch of little side stories where you can go
No, he
to
talks
these
more than that
individual
Naganol
side
guy.
characters and help them catch their chicken. Or mystery or whatever it is, and I feel like that's what builds out a world
All
and makes it feel more
streamers.
full.
Are you talking about
That's
us?
what I think. Third, we had
I would
Dragon
hope that
Twin.
Yeah, we're all
during
wanking.
certain people in the video.
Hey, I don't know about you guys. I have perfect audio.
Did you see the neck customizer? I mean, Jake was like
The neck
To be
customizer.
fair, is very early in production.
this
They're working on
guy's
all these systems
talking
for
about
Dragon
flutes and
Flight,
necks.
and as they mentioned in the trailer, it's still a work in progress. They're
Kinda
really
like
long
funding
things.
the game and
So I'm
what it's
noticing
that
doing.
he likes long
Funding,
things. Kind of
Patreon
sus.
support, things like that.
No, they're
but-
starting to show off by making
just,
fun of how long that guy's neck
imagining
is.
the vision of a kingdom
Can
builder
we
where
turn their
you're in
volume down a bit
command
so we don't
of
have to yell?
dragons,
Yeah, it is a
like
little bit.
Khaleesi.
Sure.
Inject
Yeah.
that into my veins. It's another
Not
one of those
that-
that
nothing
There we go.
super
important
wanted,
stuff.
but
never even came.
I
across
will
your
say
mind.
this:
You're like, what
that one guy on the right likes talking about long objects, and she's talking about flutes and
I can't wait
long
to see
necks
how
and-
it
Yeah.
progresses, because
quite the
it
vibe.
already looks amazing.
But they
I
left the
think he could
combat
take
pretty
you.
open-ended. Like we saw.
No wonder
some
Isaac likes him.
Battle scenes. We saw
Hey.
some light with other dragons, maybe fighting, and how that's going to come into play. I'm really curious
The
about.
movement, I mean,
Sure.
you're gonna get some battlefield pilots.
The
so cinematic.
The cinematic shots you're going to get with that dragon is going to be crazy.
I was kind of thinking that it was Ace
Next up, we have
Combat.
some exclusive
but with a
content
dragon.
coming from Munfish.
Yeah, but they also said
a
kingdom
comparison
building
of
as
the
well.
twins
Mhm.
from Atomic Heart. Now in the cube, a very exciting
looked
game.
good,
I think
didn't
we're all
it?
looking
Or am
forward
I
to. And for Atomic Heart, some
retarded?
new screenshots from their DLC number 4. On top of that, there is also
4?
Immortal Gates of Pyre that we had an incredible interview with that Jake hosted.
Is that the name of the
where we talk
DLC?
A little bit about
Or is there 4
the
DLCs?
making of
I
the
think he's
game,
saying there's 4
people
DLCs.
behind it, and RTS in general.
You guys ever played this first one?
I have
watched
not.
American
No.
Ninja play it, and it looked a lot of fun.
Oh, Atomic Heart. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I think so. Also, it's Russian, so we were told we're not allowed to play it. That itself just made me want to play it.
I mean, that makes me want to play it.
Yeah. It's a pretty creative game.
Yeah, it looked like it had like a Bioshock, Dishonored kind of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I like it.
God damn it, Ronnie. Robo White.
Yeah, but Kami Robo
It looks like a better scene than Superman scene in James Gunn Superman.
This is like a pretty good trailer.
Yeah.
That's all there.
Actually, that was a
Who was
teaser.
on the card?
Oh, that was DLC, aren't they? I thought they were working on a sequel.
I think
Are
they
they?
are.
They are. They are.
And
They're working.
Dropped the full
What?
DLC.
Is it recorded?
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't sure if that
It's
one was
in the sky.
Kind of a Witcher
giant
situation.
Yeah, I can't believe Witcher was getting deals.
cube. I can still barely believe it myself.
Wait, is that real?
This
Are we
game
getting the
looks-
Witcher DLC?
Yeah, I believe. Well, I don't think they've
Whatever.
officially come out with it, but the rumors seem to be coming from multiple places.
You know?
That's
There's a lot
That
of
same fear, though.
Yeah, it seems to be
multiple
more.
sources.
Terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
This has
If
to
we
be
don't,
great.
then you should probably sue
Yeah.
Naganol because he made a video on that.
Smoo is
How did
very
the
right
whole
about
of
that.
humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear but revealed itself? What if it was always there and we've only just started to see it?
Looks wild.
Oh, this just suddenly turned into a different game than I expected.
Yeah,
so
really.
the Cube is just the Atomic Heart game, but in like PvP mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because those look like Atomic Heart. Wow.
Yep.
They've got a few games coming out.
Ooh, I like that.
They know what their audience wants.
Game of the year because it has attractive women. Game of
Atomic
the year?
Universe. Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing that
Hold
trailer
up.
earlier this year. Looked pretty good.
Got the Russian ballerina stuff going on.
Cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
Those kind of PvP games though.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. It's something to keep an eye on.
Now for something completely foreign.
So Immortal Gates of Pyre is an attempt to modernize and make more accessible the RTS genre while simultaneously keeping all of the complexity and the
RTSs are just
opportunities for
not
mastery
that
that have made
popular right
RTS
now.
so popular over the years. So it's I would refer to it as a Blizzard
they've
style
basically
RTS,
always
the
been
fast
niche, though.
action, big
Yeah,
battles,
kinda.
very
That is true.
tactical, kind of very rapid fire chess. We realized that RTS, in part because it was dominated by a few big players, never really went through the kind of indie transformational experimentation.
RTS,
Some of the companies
it's
that
a
tried to do
MOBA.
so did so by stripping away features or losing some of
Magnum's still on
the
one.
things that really made RTS great. In the early days,
Dang.
we surveyed a lot
Magnum
of
for
players
10.
in both
Suppressors
MOBA
are free
and
tax stamps
RTS
now. Here's
communities
$10
and
to
found
provide
that
discount.
they really loved the fantasy
Thanks,
of
dude.
commanding.
Just get that off the
RTS,
NFA.
At the end of the
Bro,
day, if you were to strip it
Magnum's
all
been
away,
dropping a
it's just
crap ton of
you're
donations.
commanding an army,
Yes,
another
he
guy's
has.
commanding an
Thank you
army
so
in
much,
real
Magnum.
time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, shout out,
Because
dude.
you get individual unit control, it can be very overwhelming, and because you're also building those units, because you're building a base, because you're having to do so much macroing
So what
along
makes
with the
this
microing
different than other
simultaneously
RTSs?
that for most players it just gets overwhelming and complicated.
So
And
it's simpler. So
we
the actual
worked
fans, it's a
through it
niche genre
kind of line by
that
line,
only super
trying
fans
to
still
figure out
play.
what are the
So
rote
you're gonna
tasks,
make
what are
it
the
more
things that players
not
are required
niche.
to do that are
make
not
it more
really
niche.
decisions.
No, they're
that are
making it
more
less
just
niche. They're trying to make it
chores,
easier.
right?
They're
And
trying to
well, how do
normify
we
it.
But
make
inevitably,
more and more of the complexity
More niche. Less
in the game, but optional.
yeah.
Optional.
But it's gonna be like a
What we
Civ
refer
7
to it as
situation,
opt-in
right?
complexity, and then
want
simultaneously
talking
how do we
about-
create
happy
a
with it.
world and
We were
experiences
just talking about how
and game modes that
StarCraft
people want
is
to be a part
making
of.
like
We
a
want
FPS
to
version of
take
that
this
world.
genre
so.
and show people
Yeah,
this
yeah,
genre
yeah,
isn't
we all
dead. People
remember
want this fantasy. They
those.
want this experience. A lot of it has to do with things like the UI and
You know,
the
I
UX,
prefer the games that showed off in the
unit
beginning,
design,
not
and
the
a lot
games
of
that we're
that
getting now.
opt-in complexity. So, for example, in most RTSs,
Did I
you
miss
always
one
have
good
to be building workers. If you're not building workers, you're falling behind on your economy and you're screwed. The correct move, with very few exceptions, is to build a worker every
Yeah,
chance
same here.
you get. So
Red
we made
alert.
that
Oh,
automated,
so good.
but have a toggle.
Yeah, I
if
played
you want to
Total
turn it off, you
Annihilation.
can. So if you're trying to do
Yep.
a specific timing attack, you can, but we took that complexity away. One of the other things is how in MOBAs you have
Age
a
of
unified
Empires
command
also.
code. right?
the
All
earlier
of
ones?
the abilities and castable
Yeah, when you could
abilities
put the
on
code
your
in to
hero
get like a
are
Corvette with a
easy to reach.
minigun or whatever.
You can hit all
Yeah.
of those buttons very quickly on one hand.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's more
redesigned the
simplified, but
UI
Dawn of War
UX
1 was
to
pretty
be
good.
the same way.
I
So
think
you
2
can
was the
select your
best
whole
one.
army with one button by default.
I never
and then all of
heard
the
of Doom
abilities,
2000.
castable
What is
abilities
that?
of your
Never
army
heard
are
of that.
also on that one
It's a
unified command
RTS
card.
game.
One of the things that
might be
people
able to find
often
it on
tell us
Steam.
is that when they watch our game, it looks like an RTS, but when they play it, it almost plays more like a MOBA in terms
I
of how
called
they're
it.
commanding their
I
army.
called it.
Our
Yeah,
early
you
idea was
really
that
did.
we bring the top, 10 modders within
At
generally
least it's not a
the strategy gaming
Souls-like.
space. If we bring them all together and we say, if we
but
were to come
wait.
together and build a game
I like
that
MOBAs as much
truly
as I like
is
Souls-like.
the next
That probably
generation
will bring the
of
popularity
RTS. What does it
a
look
lot
like?
higher than just being an RTS.
And
or
that's what we set out to do. The 1v1 or 2v2 PvP experiences, they're
How's
they're
that
similar
Pokemon
to
MOBA doing?
StarCraft or StarCraft 2. Maps. We did redesign the maps and we redesigned the mechanics in a way that 2v2 is actually really, really fun. It's a core support gameplay mode. And players, including pro players, have actually really enjoyed doing 2v2
Instead of
tournaments.
having them
But
attack
the
like you
ultimate
normally
goal
would,
is
they're
to
going
destroy
like
the
back
enemies
like
down
a
centers,
MOBA.
and so it's
like
kind of a
movement.
tactical back and forth with counters.
That's what I
and
hate.
Strategic snipings
It's
and
just
using mortal
slightly go
abilities in
forward,
clever
attack a
ways, so
couple
it's
times.
great
Oh, come
for
back. All right,
mastering
fight a
and
little bit. All right, now we're gonna
laddering
push forward a little
and
bit. Oh, we got a
skill
couple
gain.
attacks on the
Ultimately,
turret,
at
guys.
least
All right,
the
now we gotta
goal
back
is
up.
to have other PvP
boring.
modes that are more casual or more playful, kind of some chaos
I think Erwin's a big
modes,
fan of this.
auto
I'd rather
battler
dodge roll
modes,
in a
things
Dark
like
Souls.
that, where if you just have 10 minutes and you want to have a beer while doing it, and you want to do something that's a bit strategic, but you don't want to get
drunk
that
while playing
sweaty.
this?
We
Oh, I'm
want to
on it.
have those experiences too. That's a big part of the target market that
So
we're
you can
looking
get
at. is
wasted
people
while
that
waiting,
like
is
to
that what
be
they're saying?
challenged mentally, but don't necessarily want to try to do the crazy APM and
Take a drink every
don't
time you have
want
to go
get
back,
too
so.
invested in the competition.
die in 5
We
minutes.
want to do a full grand campaign. The inspiration for how we kind of want, or how we see
How many actions per
the
minute can you
ideal
do, Erwin?
campaign, if we can build it, is very similar to Dark Crusade. It's a grand
do I have to
campaign. You
do
can be
actions that
kind of
matter,
any of
or
these
can I just go
different
like this on my
factions
keyboard?
and conquering territory.
So I
and-
swear,
and
man, you watch some of them
building
South
new
Koreans
and
play
unique
StarCraft, and
stories.
it's like you're doing actions, but sometimes it looks like you're just doing busy.
One of the
work.
better trailers that I think we all
It's
saw
like a
back
Trying to look
this
productive
year.
It's
while
not a new
just-
trailer that we're showing with this. Of course, the twin comparison is new, which is very cool to see the twins for the first time in this universe, if you like Atomic Heart. But the trailer itself for the Cube, nothing
So
new.
unique. The potential for that game is like unmatched. It is a
They're
crazy
so
concept.
good at
Unmatched.
cinematics and also just like
Yeah,
the
like,
concept
the
of playing
cube, yeah, the
game
concept,
like
all that was so much better
with
than
the map
all those like Fable
constantly
ripoffs we just
changing,
watched
the
and
biomes
stuff like that.
changing.
That one
It,
actually
like,
stood
breaks
out.
my brain
It-
to think about,
it's also
but
like
in a fun
procedural
way.
generation
different
right in front of
terrains,
you,
different
changing, and
weather.
everybody
Yeah,
likes it. Type,
They show that sliding clip where she's sliding, and then as the cube is apparently rotating, well, we don't know how that mechanic even works with the
Well, I'm
map.
assuming you can fall off. Like if you fall
You would
off the
think,
map,
right?
you just like that's
Or get crushed.
And
by, like,
they've taken
rockets,
so many
you know?
gameplay mechanics already. We saw from that short trailer. You saw wall running. You saw just like traditional gunplay.
The other cool part to me is that it is set in a universe that people have already been a part of. So
very-
If I'm gonna play,
very-
if I'm gonna play a
Atomic
game
Heart's
like
very
Fable, I'm gonna play
It's kind of
Fable
like
2.
It is Soviet Russia
Yeah,
in an
that's my
alternate
thought.
timeline.
Like with
This
the
is our
magnet
job
game.
now.
They've mastered robotics, but then there's
We play
like
video
evil
games.
robots.
And in terms
That's
of
fair.
vibe, it's kind of like Soviet Bioshock.
Yeah.
And
Why
it's-
we all
it's a
work?
vibe.
Magnum
And
North.
what's interesting is
Funds us
that
to
from
do this.
the original game Atomic Heart, one of the primary things people loved about it were like the boss fights and then like the outdoor environments and the art direction. And that is just the cube. And then they're adding in this multiplayer component as well with like, it seems like PvE elements with bosses that you'll fight against together as the cube
How long do you think it's gonna be
rotates.
before they make a movie of Atomic Heart?
I love how open-ended they are. Munfish are like,
that would
we are
actually
all
be a
curious
little
because we don't
interesting,
know the
'cause
exact direction they're
the
going
world does seem
and
fun
where it
enough
could
to do
end
that.
up, and I was trying to pinpoint
They better
like,
get
what
Sydney
game I
Sweeney
was
to play
looking
the
at,
robot.
because we are
It's
gonna
Russian,
flow into
though,
Atomic
so-
Heart, and I love that tie between those worlds.
Mhm.
But I
see
honestly,
that
I saw a
happening.
piece of like
Yep.
the finals and the first destructibility and cube movement we saw when the finals first released. There was something about that aesthetic that I also saw.
I
and
mean,
was
like, if
okay,
you like
now I'm
something, do
instantly feeling locked back into this.
A movie
The
or
DLCs
show?
people love. There's already
Like,
Atomic Heart 1 and
Expedition 33 live action sounds awesome, but I have the same feeling as like solo leveling live action. You know?
It adds new environments. And it looks.
Did you ever see the Assassin's Creed movie? I did, and
oh god.
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
watch that again.
Unfortunately,
Conversation with Ian.
Oh, in the show, that looks like they're preparing to destroy as well.
Yeah, I have no faith in that show anymore.
And so they've hired a lot of modders, and they have that DNA for this game, and a lot of the concepts they want to plan out for the future. They've had hands on this for almost 10 years, but they've been working hard on it for about 5, is what they would tell you. And they really
that would be funny though if they announced Half-Life 3 on this instead of.
Really hard to get into because
high barrier of entry.
I agree.
The only likely scenario we get a Half-Life 3 is when you can
win the world.
pre-order the Steam machine.
And all those movements per second.
So guys, we're gonna have to increase the price by $500, but we're releasing Half-Life 3 copy with everyone.
Exactly.
People would buy it though.
The one that people kind of go to.
That would work.
Are they just advertising it as a PC yet? Or
they have been, but people don't understand it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And survive and branch out.
They've never called it a console. They've always called it a
I do like that they're
pretty much portable
people
PC.
misunderstand
because I think it is pretty.
The kids are calling them
new
mini
players. That's why a lot
PCs
of
these
people
days, I
don't wanna,
believe.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
RTS is just so overwhelming to look at.
I've actually been looking at those.
Real gamers are calling it the Gabe Cube.
Like I don't want to go against Sweaty Joe who's been playing this his entire life. I have no.
He lives.
Yeah, I don't have any clue how to do it.
I live for micro macro movements,
This is
bro.
cool. And then you can have the sweaty experience if you want, or you can have the experience where you just sit at home and have a beer.
I did when he said that. I was like, "That's my guy."
They're practically free right now, so if you wanted to jump into it, like they're pretty interesting games.
I played both Half-Life 1 and 2 for the first time earlier last year.
The current stereotype
did they
in
hold
that
up?
genre is they're trying to
Yeah,
innovate,
well, I
they're
mean,
trying to do things
visually,
differently.
not
Half-Life 2
really,
was
but
more. They're very,
yeah,
very
but
community
visually,
focused,
Half-Life 2 does a lot
Game
more.
experience and fun.
They love their
Yeah, I know
community,
it's fun. I enjoy them.
and it really has shaped the
I had a lot
project.
more fun with
And so I
Half-Life 2
hope
though.
we
Like
see it
Half-Life 2 and episode
Should
1
I
and
just
2.
skip? Can I skip? I know everyone will be mad
Yeah,
if
you
I
can.
skip.
You
Oh,
can
thank
skip
God.
one.
Next up, we have what I'm calling kind of a Western section. We have some new footage from the game X Killer. That's going to be Paradark Studio. There's Far, Far West.
And they're
from
still
Evil
updating Half-Life
Raptor
2, by the way.
and Erosion from
Really?
Plot Twist.
Okay, this has me intrigued.
Oh,
Very
This looks
cyberpunk.
neat, actually.
This
Western
one I've been
Cyberpunk?
keeping an eye on for a while. Exo Killer is people are
Yeah,
saying it's like a
Cyberpunk.
Fallout Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
I mean, like, there was a lot of similar aesthetics and vibe, like animations and stuff from Cyberpunk. The cars are very Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Rewards curiosity.
Lever action.
Yeah,
I like the look of that.
It actually has a Half-Life feel to it as well. Like when he was opening that gate.
Yeah, it also looks a bit like Dishonored.
My thought was if Bethesda had made Cyberpunk instead of CDPR.
to escape the system.
Yeah.
I could see it.
One of the game's main hubs is the tower.
Fight the
A
janitor.
massive fortress city ruled by the Helion Corporation.
Oh yeah, your home
This is
base
where
is
you
your
access
giant
contracts,
apartment block, like
upgrade
Cyberpunk.
and
We gotta ride the
Like Anthem.
elevator up. Just
Job well done, contract fulfilled.
The game is structured in chapters.
Yeah, I'm
and
fine with
almost
copying,
everyone
but, like-
begins and
So,
ends in the tower.
a Western Cyberpunk game is what it looks like.
This is not
kinda
looking
reminds
very
me of,
Western
Outside
to me.
the tower lies a harsh,
Yeah, it
scorched
doesn't.
desert.
Yeah, this looks more post-apocalyptic than
I
Western.
mean, some of the weapons, I guess.
Well, that's what I meant was
Did they
like,
just say
it's
Staten Island?
post-apocalyptic
This
with
is
Western elements.
essentially New York then. Yeah.
And
Okay,
radiation.
no, I get what
Not
you're saying. Like they
Western.
said, this is the Western segment, but this does not have Western vibe at all to me in any way.
I mean, not if it's New York. No.
There we go.
Yeah, you
I
got
think-
six
I think
shooters
there's-
and lever action shots.
Post-apocalyptic wasteland, essentially.
That's the only thing that makes it a Western.
Oh, cowboy hat. The guy had a cowboy
Yeah,
hat.
the gun, the revolvers and stuff. They look fun.
It also kind of has like some aspects of like Hunt Showdown. too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a cowboy hat. It's a Western game.
You think that slow motion is actual gameplay, or did they slow it down for this?
I don't.
I think
know.
it might.
I think it's just for the video.
I think so. Okay.
If
I
this
don't know,
is
I
a
would-
single player game, slow mo works. You know.
Yes.
I think it is
I
a
think
single
there'll
player
be
game.
an upgrade or something. I think you play as like a android.
That's cool. I like the
Survival
animation.
is core part of the experience.
Inventory space is limited.
Breaking and entering.
Every item matters.
I would have preferred this as
Forcing
Cyberpunk
players
than this
to
a
make
post-apocalyptic
careful
thing.
decisions
Should have
about
stayed in that
what to
city.
carry and what to leave behind.
Helion's high-tech systems
Way more interesting
allow
to
you
me than
hack
desert
devices, pick
wasteland.
locks, and access restricted areas.
I do like a good post-apocalyptic game, so.
Yeah, I can see myself playing this.
Look at this design. Like, everything was way cooler in this game. This post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Air filter.
Missions and level design are fully non-linear. There's no single way to complete.
Yeah.
Okay, this is absolutely not a Bethesda game.
Red Dead
Put an
Cyberpunk.
oil filter on it. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't work on a revolver though, but whatever.
Can be freely combined.
In Execular,
It works on a Russian revolver. I've
On a
seen.
Nagant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a
It's the
7-shot
only
as
one
well.
that I know of.
Cool. Yeah. It has the gas check. Yeah, built
Wishlist
into it.
Executor on Steam.
Maybe that's what that revolver is.
Hi
Who knows?
everyone,
Possibly.
Robert here
Yeah, I
from
was gonna say,
Fireshine Games.
go back
I am
and
the senior
count it.
product manager for Far West.
Also, it's a video
developed
game,
by the
so-
incredible six-person
Yes,
team
exactly.
at Big Blue Raptor.
It'd be cooler if it was in
Far West
1911.
is a 1-to-4 player
Yeah.
co-op PvE first-person shooter where
This
you
game is
play
actually
as
pretty
robot
fun.
Cowboys in a weird western
You played
world.
it?
Work
I
together
played.
to
They
kill
had a
bosses,
playtest
collect
for it.
bounties, and cleanse
Okay.
the lands of the
It was-
evil enemy invaders. Today, I'm going to talk you through a short, single-round session of Far West. Here, we're exploring the Far West hometown, an evolving space where you can upgrade your weapons, spells, and characters.
Okay.
That reminds
Once
me
the
of
team is geared up and ready to go, we can pick the bounty we want to hunt and drop into the game.
Borderlands.
Looks like friend slap.
Is this a roguelike FPS?
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I'll be interested, as long as I can dash.
Now that we have dropped into the map, it is time to head to our first objective.
Okay, yeah, some more like
we can
gunfire.
travel around the map
reform?
much faster with the use of our
Oh, you got a mount.
A horse.
which you
Yeah.
can summon
Nice.
with the press of a button.
Is that a robot horse?
Looks like it.
Gun.
It looks like it.
When fighting enemies, I can use different
Minigun?
firearms and a variety of spells to do damage or heal
Looks
myself.
like a hand cannon.
Okay, this is literally my genre
Spells
of
and guns
games.
can
here.
Yeah, I
also
know.
bundle together
I
to
love.
make
I love
them
Red
I'm
Dead.
intrigued.
powerful, spread their
Yeah, this
damage
is fun.
further, or even create
The
No,
way
it
the
didn't have
hands
all this
are-
stuff in it.
It almost looks like someone's playing in VR because the
summon
hands are
this
not
boss,
attached, you know?
Yeah, no. That's
Launch
when
a
I played it, I was like,
nuclear
this
nest.
feels like it'd be a
So
VR
let's
game.
get this rocket loaded with explosives and shoot it into the sky.
Thank you,
But
Vicky.
yeah,
When playing
a
co-op,
lot of
you have
this
to work
stuff was
together
not
as a
in
team.
the
With the
playtest I
objective to
played.
defend yourself
Okay.
from enemy attacks. Right now, we're throwing
Cool.
sticks of dynamite to my teammate for him to put in the rocket.
I like the teamwork.
Of which he is actually only catching a few. While carrying your objective, you will attract the attention of the enemy hordes, who will try and stop you.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Yeah.
This looks like a bullet hell game.
Now we
Did
have
they
the
say
rocket
how
all
many
powered up,
people
let's launch
max
it at
you
the
can have in
boss
this?
Four.
next
1 to
really
4.
make
Looks
it
like
angry.
4. And
This bounty is far from
So you
over.
can absolutely
Now
play
we
it by
have to
yourself.
Take the beast down.
Okay, so there's a boss. That's cool.
Let's summon the boss and get this party started.
Dragon.
Then the music's also pretty fun too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's usually an important part of this kind of game.
Yeah.
Sound design too. Yeah, we're playing Dead Zone Rogue last night. The sound design's really good in that game.
We won.
Yeah,
and
it
the
is.
boss
But also
dead,
really
but
janky
we
in other
aren't
ways.
safe yet. So let's get to the station to get the
Yeah, that game
last
looks pretty
train
good.
out of town. When the train is called, we have to stay alive for its arrival, which is
Okay.
easier said than done when the whole of
Yeah,
the
so it's
Far West
gunfire
wants
for
to
Helldivers. It's
We made it out alive.
yeah, it seems like it's
Well,
roguelite
some of us,
FPS a
which
bit
means we get to
slash
keep the
extraction.
resources
No,
we
I'm
found
not sure if I
along
saw
the way.
roguelite
These will allow
elements.
us to upgrade our characters even more and be
Yeah, I don't know
stronger
either.
for the next
Well,
bounty. This
okay.
was just one simple game of Far West.
Slow
There are
progression
multiple
is
bosses,
roguelite.
maps, objectives, weapons, spells, upgrades, and cosmetics. All
Yeah, as long as the
unlockable through
you get
play.
different like upgrades.
Slap a
each
freaking
round.
skeleton snake.
Yeah.
Right now.
The 1-2.
Playtest is on Steam.
That looks pretty fun.
As a parent, you've got one job. Protect your family.
What is this design?
You do it. Or die trying.
Pixel I guess.
This reminds me of that one game we played, Erwin. What was it called? Gun something? Gun touchable?
Yeah, well, just only because it's like.
Oh, is that the one with the characters who look like
Yeah,
your logo?
Kind of looks like a finger. Yeah. That's probably the reason why I don't wanted to play it.
Yeah, I've played various isometric indie games like this, and they have their charm.
Whoa.
What in the Dune Worm?
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Hades 2. Just like the top.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
Fair enough.
You can say it looks like any isometric game. If that's the argument.
Yeah, I guess that's more of a fair description. Like that style, I guess.
Not my kind of game, but I can appreciate what it looks like. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll have its unique crowd, but
yeah, there are a lot of isometric roguelites that
First up, we saw
considerably
X
better
Killer.
than that looks.
That's coming from Paradox Studio. It's kind of, I mean,
Voxel
the vibes
Hades.
look great to me. It was reminding me a little bit. You disagreed.
I
but
hate
like
it.
the
It was more
cyberpunk in the
bullet heavy, twin stick shooter. Which Hades
The
is not.
animation work was crazy good. Like the world.
Yeah, I've been
building.
wishlisting some of these games along the way.
Apocalyptic Western style FPS with a bounty hunter.
I have
vibe.
321 games on my wish list. I actually need to clean a bunch of them out.
I have 109.
I have 3.
So I think it looks like.
Dang,
a lot of
Isaac,
fun.
you got to slow down in
That could
gaming.
be a new,
I know.
Kind of like staple in those
Why?
types of
Why
games
is it
to
that
me,
you
at least.
are wish listing Orc Massager?
Looks fantastic. Like it's.
You know, Tomac recommended it, so I figure.
I was about to say Tomac.
Take your friend's recommendation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Money.
Then we had Far Far West coming from Evil Rapture, Western themed action shooter project. You know, the way I've been describing it, to be honest with you, is Western Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of depth there. It looks like I mean, that's not a bad comparison.
Western Sea of Thieves.
What if Sea of Thieves, but Cowboys, basically?
Well, it's that, but
Yeah,
also
roguelike simulator games on.
I got that vibe for
like
like a
bounties are going
second.
out and doing boss fights with each other.
I mean, I guess, but that's not really, I guess, the description I would use.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I
One
don't.
of them was up top, and your teammate threw the dynamite.
Interesting way to
caught it.
describe
The
it.
game itself
You can
describes
build a horse.
Third,
It just describes it as
on
a
this
co-op
list,
shooter.
Another Western.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
game is pretty mind-blowing. I think we're all on the same page for that.
The art
was
style is
Erosion.
divine.
Is it?
I could see this one being.
Mind-blowing is a bit of an exaggeration.
Well,
I would say
divine?
unique. I'd
Art
say
style?
a unique.
to me is the
I
time.
don't know.
I think a
Not
cartoony
just the
western.
world
You're gonna
you're
call that
exploring,
divine.
But also, like, literally, your daughter. She grows older every death that happens.
I think it's
a
a decade.
decade.
So the
Okay,
worse
well,
you are
there's
at the game.
If
something
you die
different.
20 times, like she's not gonna
She
be
did.
there when you get there. You're gonna be talking to a gravestone. But it's just a very captivating art style, like you
It's also
mentioned.
open world.
Open world roguelike. Yes.
We're gonna have people that are gonna want to go deathless runs of this. I hope that maybe there's a.
Yeah, now they're
a
talking about the
glimpse of
voxel
hope of,
game, I think.
If you have a deathless run or maybe a one
That's
death.
like-
Yeah,
It's like
so it's
Sifu.
got
There's
yeah
a happy
Sifu.
ending, but I
Except
imagine
the
that most of our
girl
endings are not gonna
ages
be
up
so
instead of
happy, or
you.
at least a bit sadder.
Girl, you're supposed to
It's
say.
really good.
We're gonna see a
So
lot
it's like
from that game.
Interstellar or something, kind of like that.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds
it's
like.
a time travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a
Division
very
2.
exciting section
Division
for people who
2?
like competitive games,
The
shooter
game that I
games.
already
We
own.
have an awesome interview that Jake did with the executive producer of the Division franchise. We also have.
Oh,
a
I don't care about
correspondence game coming
Division,
from
so
the
I gotta go eat dinner with my
original
mama.
creator
So I'm gonna get
of
out of here.
Counter-Strike,
Sounds good,
Midlane,
alright.
Gooseman, whatever you know
See
him
ya.
as.
Always a pleasure.
Last
Thanks
Man
for having me
Good
on.
dinner,
Yeah.
man.
Have a good
Yeah,
one, man.
thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, peace out, dude.
See you later.
As soon as he leaves, we're gonna get Dark Souls games. We're gonna get.
Oh my God, Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Division 2 exclusive interview? What is.
Now, in a little bit, somebody's got to message him and be like, "Bro, you won't believe it. Half-Life 2."
Washington D.C.
Yeah.
completely ravaged.
We need to
by
find
a
out why they're even
pandemic
talking about
and
this game.
struck by
Dude,
the,
DC
the
up in flames?
strongest,
Like, look at
worst
that.
blizzard.
It's gotta be a
of all
DLC.
time. And you
Yeah.
They added blizzards. I'm sold.
survive and extract the most valuable
I've
resources.
Played this. It's not
And
even
of
as good
course,
as the first
that
one, in my
leads us
opinion.
to survivors.
Yeah, it's
so
just-
what are we doing?
it's
The
all
first
right.
one,
We
like,
can't
had me
rest on
roped
our
in.
laurels,
way
our
more.
10-year-old
I actually
laurels
played the shit out of
from
the first
survival.
It's a fun time
so
waster.
we're
It doesn't.
reimagining it. We're,
I don't know. You
bringing
don't walk away
this snowstorm,
feeling
this-
any
this
accomplishment.
weather
Hey,
Like,
at least
to
this is not like the day
Washington, D.C.
before.
That's something that you've never seen.
Like I said, I really liked the
in
first version. I
Washington,
don't know
D.C.
why the
We're
second
gonna
one just
transform the entire map. We're
felt so
thinking about
lame.
it in a very different way. with innovations that haven't been seen yet. There's a focus on this to make it such a different feeling experience from the core Division.
I wonder if Ubisoft's going to talk about their
I think we've got something
latest
super,
Assassin's Creed
super
game.
promising here. Survivors is developed with Magnus Jensen, who is the original Division 1 creative director. So this is a guy who lives and breathes the Division. He's so excited about jumping into this type of game.
I still don't know
mode
why
again.
we're talking
And
about Division 2.
There is a hint in the title of something that we're going to be doing really differently from everybody else. We always develop with a player in mind, with player types in mind. And I think here we have to acknowledge that the Division 2 has a large player base of passionate gamers. And one of the things that we want to do is really lean into the sort of comfort game of the Division 2. People
They do have a lot of cool guns in the game.
Know
I'll
their
give them
way
that.
around the controller, know their way around the map.
And they use the
know how
actual
to play
names
this
of the
game.
guns
So we're
typically
going to
too.
take that
Yeah.
and subvert it a little bit. And change them
not Call of Duty way
and
of
make
doing
sure that
things,
at least I remember
the
that.
weather has an impact on you, which
do
it
like the
doesn't have in
guns,
Division 2.
some of the gunplay.
So there are lots of little things.
Game
that
really
we're
falls
doing
off when you have to shoot a human in the head like 100 times to kill him, though.
I agree with you on that.
I think that's so
All of these
annoying in
locations
games.
they
Like
know by
especially if you have like
they're gonna be
a 50 caliber
Division 3
sniper,
is in
and you shoot someone in the
production,
head and they're like,
This
bam.
is not a
I'm like, what?
secret. It's been announced. It's
No, yeah,
shaping
no,
up to be a monster.
You do get to a difficulty level to where you're like shooting someone with a belt fed in the
they're just
forehead
ball sponges.
with like all 200 rounds and they're still not dead. And you're like, come on.
Extremely.
I don't like that whole
something that
system.
I think will be.
Yeah, maybe
as
that's why I
big,
didn't get into the second one
an
as much, because I
impact
knew that was
as Division
inevitable.
1 was. There's a team in Paris
It's like,
working on this. And
soon here, I'm
they're
just
putting
gonna
the final
waste
touches
all my ammo on
on
one
a
dude.
mobile.
I've never
execution
played
of the
Division 2,
promise of
so
Division 1. So
Recommend
Division
them
1,
back.
New York, pandemic strikes. Take back New York. This is a brand new story.
That's
I didn't even know they
with
have a
mechanics
mobile
that
version.
are
I didn't even know
really
that.
fine-tuned
Oh, yeah.
to a mobile phone.
Dude,
And
that's like
graphically,
that's the cool thing
this
to do
looks
now
like
is have a mobile
PS5.
game to go as your
you
main
may
title.
have seen the.
I saw
the
that there's a
adverts for it. It
version of
looks
Destiny
phenomenal.
now.
Yep.
You know
Really,
that?
really good.
Yep,
I'm
I did know
actually
that.
thinking of trying it just for the hell of it.
I mean,
It has a
they
few
put Red Dead
innovations.
Redemption 1
You know
on
the Dark Zone,
iOS
this
and
area
Android.
of atypical
I never
It'd
knew
be
that.
a
It
Netflix.
I don't
was
play
an
games on my
area
phone
where,
ever,
much
but
like other
any
games today,
Destiny's gonna
popular
get my
games
Destiny.
You don't have
today,
games on your
you
phone?
could walk around.
I actually
you
have
could hear
not.
gunshots.
The
You
only
even have
games
it.
I
You
ever
even have
play
a
on
phone.
my phone are the games that are
Why
freaking
not?
like
Dude, I don't have a phone.
games you play when
That's
you're
the
waiting like for when you're waiting for your appointment or you're just waiting and you're like,
Atomic, stop it. We play games on our phone while we take a shit.
that's true.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm
Isaac doesn't have a
No.
phone.
I mean, and if I
you
did
don't have an
a phone,
Obama phone?
I'd be posting racist memes on X. That's how I would allegedly waste my time. You know, I don't know.
All right, let's see why we're getting this game.
In the streets, that's never been done in a
I feel
division
like we
game
should have
before.
heard why by
On a
now.
mobile game.
What, running in the streets has never been done in a game before? Is that what I
He
heard?
just said mobile game. I think they're just putting it on mobile.
That it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Like
Well.
we actually joked about it and then it became true.
So, okay, we gotta start making jokes about Half-Life.
Yep.
We've already been doing that.
That's true.
It's not enough. We have to keep going.
This is it. This is
We got double and triple down.
Half-Life 3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Oh, no way.
Ice Simulator?
Plays Black
Oh,
Mesa.
dude, I would pay money for that.
I would.
I would too.
Hell yeah. Minnesota edition.
The Minnesota DLC.
Why was there a Terry just up on a monument?
Hey, you can shoot those delinquents and mess around on trains.
Yo, this is GTA 6? No way.
Dude, it looks great. Hell yeah.
This
Looks
is
less
what
like
we've
a
been
police
waiting.
simulator and more like a war zone.
It does
Yeah.
look like hectic fun though.
It does.
That
Oh,
was hilarious.
pretty good.
Like, it looks pretty fun.
Okay,
It's like
yeah, this
Battlefield Hardline. You ever play Hardline?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what this feels like on 360. Battlefield Hardline.
But actually fun.
But actually fun, yeah. I know it's not janky and glitchy and crap.
drive vehicles. Oh.
Do Hardline online or
This one's nice.
Oh, get him!
Don't be a wine
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't be a wine mom when you're driving
got
towards
bunch
bacon.
Bunch of dude with C4 on their chest.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! A Golande wagon with a turret.
Chaos.
Alright.
Hard-hitting mayhem. Yep, that's kind of the gunplay reminds me a lot of like Counter-Strike and Payday.
A little bit. The sound bites for the guns, though, it's almost like it's like maxing out and like blowing your eardrums. I love that actually.
This is the real Payday 3, except we're going from the cop's perspective.
Uh-oh. Magnum
I agree.
5. Atomic Patriot is gay.
Facts.
I agree.
This is biased.
The internet said it. It must be true.
Yeah.
Nope, it's biased. He worked with
Alpha
Isaac, so.
DB Ice Simulator. Let's go.
Paris Simulator.
Paris.
German Christmas Festival Simulator.
What the hell
That
is
did look kind of
this?
fun.
You can fire. Okay.
What is this? Skate
This-
free
this-
mod or something?
This looks straight dumb.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater meets.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater meets Happy Wheels.
Hey guys, what if we made an arena shooter, but like on desk chairs?
Last
man
man
sitting.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, let's watch it again.
maybe they'll add wheelchairs. Purple reference.
Hey, it'll be better the second time, guys. We gotta show it twice.
I think the music's a little. Oh, okay.
Last Man Sitting is a game where you blast through the environment mounted on an office chair. So you're always on an office chair, and you also have a freaking gun. So movement-wise, it sort of feels a bit like you're skating, but it's also most definitely a shooter.
And you guys also described the game as a battle royale. So does it lean BR? Is it more shooter? Is it a mix of both? How's that go?
So many years ago, there's early like prototypes of the game. It was a battle royale game. And it sort of went viral.
John
and,
Evler.
got like a lot of followings based on some short
no.
videos of the game. But then as we like
Hey,
developed
that would
the game
probably do
more,
really well.
we found that we
It probably would.
wanted to
That would be
gravitate away
good.
from that.
It would do better
So
than
we
this
saw
one, I
some
bet.
limitations with the battle royale gameplay. Eventually,
I
the
do
game
have
became more
a gaming
like
chair
more of a
made by Logitech.
four-player chaotic
So,
PvP
yep.
shooter, more like a shooter.
But do you have a
version
gaming
of,
toilet
Super
made by
Smash
Logitech?
Brothers, which is like one of our
No.
favorite games at the office. There's like different maps. There's different
Killer
modes
vending
also. We worked on the.
Oh my God, Bagwise
mode.
right.
We also made a
It,
PvE mode,
yeah, it's
which
not
is more like
handy capable enough.
maybe best compared to Swarm
Yeah, they're
survival
standing
games.
on chairs.
Where's
So
the
it's more like a
completely
linear
paralyzed
narrative
characters?
That's
story
going to be one
where
of the
you go up
characters
against
you
your
can buy
manager,
is someone
and you
that
like go
operates
up
a
in the
wheelchair.
floors of an office
Ricky
building.
Berwick
You have to survive for a
DLC.
certain amount of time.
I would
Alright.
pay for that. I would
I-
pay for that.
I think it's okay to mute
Wait,
this game,
Yeah.
but we do
Wait,
have
wait.
a GraphWeb super chat here
Oh,
for
shit.
$2. For fuck's sake, hashtag
Cancel
cancel
Disney
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And then we even,
Tony
Now you're gonna hit the next octave.
we even have his own clip on the channel now, guys.
Nice.
Wild mouth on that. Fingers.
Oh,
Yo, clip that.
User interface just
Thank
felt
you,
like
Jeff.
Windows
Jeff.
We
Platinum
practice a lot.
Edition or
What a 10. What do you
Windows
mean,
XP,
Cornboy?
and you have
Cornboy, you are so judgmental.
Certified hater.
Cornboy
square windows. and you
doesn't
have the
even know
font
what's good.
That we all
Hey, you know what,
remember.
Cornboy?
So
If it's so
eventually the
easy,
game
why don't
sort
you
of
come on
became
and
more
do
of
it?
This, like,
Yeah, Cornboy.
2000s
oh, we did GraphWeb
nostalgia type game.
happy.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
Let's have
see?
a lot of
GraphWeb liked it,
like
Cornboy.
Counter-Strike players at the office.
10 out of 10.
That's definitely something that I think has had
0.5, that's
its-
much
its
better. Thank you,
imprint
Chef.
on the
Okay,
game.
that's a lot better.
Imagine it's 2002 and you're listening to punk music and you're playing on your Windows XP computer.
Magnum Norris for 10. Full Tard Simulator. Dude.
That would have been a good
imagine-
name.
Yeah. And maybe your character has like plus 20 to strength, you know?
You know, someone mentioned Happy Wheels earlier, and someone mentioned Ricky Berwick. Imagine Ricky Berwick and Happy Wheels.
This game. Oh. This game looks pretty fun.
It does.
Is this
like
sand or something?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
This is like
God.
Wild Wild West, like that spider brought into a video game.
I did not realize how in-depth the building
Yeah.
So you like go around, you scavenge, and then you can duke it out with other people's blockers, whatever
Like
you call
Darth
them.
Vader.
Just saying, Erwin missed the graph web donation clip.
It's alright, you probably need it.
Yes, I will graph web. I love that clip.
Oh. This does look fun.
I love the sound of those. Raiders of Sophie.
What?
Sophie.
Sophie.
Chronocycling Mayhem, explain
First up, we're
yourself.
gonna talk about
I had
the
this in
Division
my
interview.
wish
Of course,
list. I'm
we weren't
looking
able
forward
to
to
get
trying it out.
a ton of new information,
I
but
wonder
they're
how much
working
it'll
on
cost.
a lot of different projects right now.
I'm gonna guess 40 to 50.
Years at a single company
That's too
in gaming,
much.
So talking
It's
to
got to
him,
be
he
like
was-
a $30 game.
I was
Yeah,
doing a bit of
that's
glazing because
all the
everything he
game
said
is.
it felt like a storytelling
I know,
experience.
but I
And
think that
so
they're going
we're
to try to
talking
do the
about
40 to
Survivors,
$50
and this is
price
the-
tag.
The kind of redone
Uh,
version
the-
of Division 1's
the-
original
so-
Survival. And so it's a
Here, I'm just gonna mute it for a sec. It does seem like a lot of gaming companies are realizing that Helldivers was so popular because it was a $39.99 game, and that's said to be like the sweet spot for gaming right now. Because all these games that have made a bajillion dollars in the last couple of years, they were all like $40 games. So
20 to 40.
Even Expedition 33, that was only like $50, right?
that came out on sale at
I think
like $44.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Repo is a very popular example of like it's like $20 and it was
Peaked.
Exactly. So people just aren't interested in these like $80 games.
Nobody.
Interesting conversation
We
around
probably put
for
like
Nintendo
100
shows.
hours,
those things,
like
and
100 hours
copy
into Repo.
stuff.
With a bunch
Yeah.
of friends and stuff.
I gotta admit the
Very
sand game looks pretty good though.
Ideas that you've been working on for
It
10
does.
years or however long is. It's just interesting how they've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah,
and now there's a
correct.
mega popular game.
There's no way.
with the same
I don't believe it.
vein.
Yeah, and
If
he
you
said
make
a
a
lot more
product that
eloquently
nobody
I
wants to
never
buy, they won't buy
represented
it.
as, but you know, he realizes it's probably a mix
What
of
you're telling me,
things, like
if
a lot of
GTA
other
6
games
is
are doing
like
extraction
$600,
shooters
people aren't
with
gonna buy it?
certain things here, but they've also had an image of
Balatro
where
is
they wanna
also
be,
on
where
like
they wanna go
Switch
for quite some
and
time now,
telephones
now
and
they're
stuff
finally
too.
getting to
And like some people
breathe
have
that
bought
new existence
copies on
slowly.
both because they like
We
the
also
game
talked
so
a little bit
much.
about Division 3,
I have not
which-
played Vampire Survivors
When I say a little
actually.
bit, I mean, like, a little bit.
That one's fun. I recommend it.
I have it, but I've not played it yet.
Julian said this. He said,
Yeah,
"He's
give it a shot."
shaping up to be a monster. And I said, I'm going to clip that, Julian. Thank you very much.
I would say a highly anticipated game that they can't share a lot about, but we were excited just to hear that it's a monster, as much as people love this
Exactly,
other
Jeff.
games.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Alpha Response.
RV there,
RV,
yeah.
yeah.
For anyone who
Repo,
doesn't
all
know me,
those,
the
you know,
original
under
creator of Counter-Strike, I love
I
this game.
finally
Had the chance to meet
I
him
finally got to
on a
play
couple
Peak though
occasions,
yesterday
also
with
sit down and talk
Nerd
with him.
Slap,
He
and it
went to
was
his first Counter-Strike major this past
How'd you
year.
like
it was interesting.
It was an
Chaotic.
I
incredible
liked it.
experience to see, like,
I
such
definitely
a
want to play more.
notorious
Me
dev
too. Yeah,
get to
definitely.
see what his game
Yeah.
has truly become. And
I
he was
kept
there
kept
since
going
the
and
very
after you
beginning.
guys left and I
to
was
see
just
the
like,
kind of
oh
esport
this is
develop out of it was
this is
crazy.
fun.
Not to go
I
on too
died
much
like
of a
10
tangent,
seconds
but he
later.
still has that shooter DNA in him, and so this is kind of a mission-based.
I didn't realize it was
shooter, Mike
blizzards that you had to deal
also
with.
play,
Mhm.
as law
Yes.
enforcement, but the goal is to complete a series of missions, and yeah, definitely remains true to the whole shooter Gooseman DNA.
It looks like Counter-Strike meets Payday, but you're the good guy. I mean, you're the law enforcement.
Then, speaking of
That's true.
Counter-Strike, we talked
Yeah.
to a guy who was highly inspired.
I
by
think the guy has
Counter-Strike,
his
which is
arm
so
behind the
cool
other
to me
guy.
that
That's
has
kind of
I know, I was
saucy.
just thinking
yeah,
that.
the OG
I just
Mega
noticed
game,
that.
then we have a guy
It
who's
might be
inspired
on like the
by
back of
that
the
guy.
couch and not him, and it
This
just
was-
looks
Like
that
kind
way.
of
Yeah.
drooping down
Yeah.
like some people do. Yeah.
It's not acceptable whatsoever.
Yeah, I think he is. You can see
Yeah.
it there.
It feels
Still.
like a mixture of like
It's still weird.
Tony Hawk's Skater Pro, but replace the skates with chairs, and then
And give them all weapons.
and give them some guns. Why not?
The clips are going to be insane.
That's
Yeah,
too,
you're
look
gonna
at
see
that's
some
gay.
wild stuff.
It's called
Things people are going to be doing.
And they're still working on a lot when it comes to
Yeah, those guys
PvP
are way too
versus
close.
PvE, but at the
Are they on a
Yeah.
love seat? They're literally on a love seat.
PvP
Already.
They're literally on a small ass freaking love seat.
I mean, the
Look, they're all
chick and the
sitting-
dude are sitting further
They have-
apart.
They got those
I know,
chairs
right?
behind them.
Well, also
back
the
there.
woman
They
is
coulda
a bit
used those
smaller than the
chairs.
guys.
She is.
Their unique
What's
feature
interesting
is
too is that
bouncing
they're all sitting on like a
is
different
it's the
cushion,
first
not
player
meant
to
for
win
that
5
couch.
rounds,
Yeah.
Like, why are they? That's kind of interesting.
So you get an ability, and that is
Looks
the
like
way
cushion.
you balance
Which
your-
that tells me that whoever bought the couches or whatever didn't test them, and
Yeah.
they're uncomfortable as hell.
They ordered it off the internet.
Yeah, they're like super hard.
Timu couches or something.
And so the ultimate
Yeah.
goal is
Or maybe
to
they were
win
too
rounds.
low. They just need to sit a little bit higher for the camera angle. or
I
something.
did hear that. I did hear that they are apparently planning a another event for later this year.
Who's that?
The game new game plus showcase. They're playing another thing for like later.
They're doing a second one.
Did you see
Yeah.
Gun Home Max comment?
And you'll be like, oh, that looks like Counter-Strike, and he'll say, yep, that was kind of, we're all basically
montages.
Oh my gosh.
Shots.
Well, I love the
Damn.
idea of, like they're sitting brainstorming the game, and he's like, "I'll make a shooter." But what's our unique spin on it?
John Ambler, no.
John, just no.
Put Isaac and Jeff on there. That makes
No,
more
put
sense.
I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something.
Okay. All right,
Oh, God.
I'll see you in a bit.
Nah.
Nope, he's gonna make some. He's gonna
Muted
make
too.
some
He's
curse
doing
meme.
it. No.
We're all very familiar with.
I'm gonna keep my Discord open because I feel like he's gonna message me first.
Desert World, honestly, reminded me of another. I don't remember it. They were like sailing in the desert in some other game, but this. My favorite part about this is that you could see them building your ship. That you're then like traversing the desert
It's kind
and
of like a
fighting
base
people.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mobile,
Sea of
movable base.
Thieves meets base builder,
Rust.
where you're like, yeah, you're building your own
Rust.
ship. Yeah, it's very cool.
Rust on legs.
There's also normal gunplay too as well though, which I found. At first I was like, oh, it looks cool, but then I saw there were like normal guns too. So.
I like
Yeah,
it's
that's nice.
a new
Not
concept.
strictly
I feel
hate.
like where they were probably, I have to assume, fans of Rust or
Bro, it's
fans
like,
of
what?
different types of games. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
Jeff,
what
it's
if we
crazy.
make a moving base in the
Whoa,
desert,
whoa.
and then, you know, you can explode people's
I'm not the
bases,
one
or-
who started
I'm
doing
curious
that
to see the
banter
trailer.
with
I'm curious
you
if you can
two.
raid other people's
Yeah,
bases.
apparently Jeff and Isaac are married. Is that the
That's
rumor?
fake news. Fake news. No.
It's
Isaac,
true.
you-
We had a
Isaac-
therapy
Isaac-
session on golf
Weird
the other
snap.
night.
Isaac, you very much.
Nah.
Isaac, you
Wait,
very much
why-
did that.
Why is RuneScape?
Are definitely going to be very excited
Nerd
about
Slap's
it.
using
But
AI.
This is
Oh,
the
fake.
25th year
Are we getting a
that
mobile
Jagex has
RuneScape?
been making RuneScape
I mean,
at this point, which
that already
is
exists
extremely
kinda, doesn't
impressive. I know
Does
Jake
it?
and I
I
have
think
been
it does
playing our
exist.
entire lives. We've got old school RuneScape, we've got RuneScape 3, and we have Dragon
RuneScape
Wilds.
3.
Right, so 3 games, massive games that have been around for a long time. A lot of people have heard of.
I think we should just give the room to Jake. We
I
just,
love
like,
it here. This
use
is
the
my-
bathroom real quick.
This is my favorite part for all you RuneScape fans.
When we all arrived here, the first thing I saw was Jake on his
Yeah,
laptop.
old
and
school
RuneScape was
RuneScape
pulled
is
up
on
next to Twitter.
mobile.
Like,
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you see how
dedication.
Hunter has like a side monitor just?
He does this.
really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
These guys are real
Total level?
fans,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'm north of 1800 now.
I'm over 2100.
I knew
so
that's why I didn't
it's-
want to answer because I knew you were going to lead into it. Anyway, Jagex has given us a variety of exclusives across all 3 games. We're super happy to talk about it.
They've done a lot of very impressive things over the past year, I would say. They did Varlamore with Jake's favorite, the Gemstone Crab, just AFK there, it's awesome. Has the Delve with Doom. They have the
Gridmaster.
The Gridmaster this year, which was super fun. I played that one. They also added Sailing most recently, which is the first new skill ever in old school RuneScape. Had a lot of back and forth. My favorite part about it is the fact that they listened to the community a lot with the release of it. The exclusive they gave us was this new logo reveal for the next league season.
That is.
Oh, that's
Outlive.
What?
Yeah,
Old
RuneScape
school.
lived a lot of.
So that was League 6 demonic packs. We don't know much more past that. Obviously, Leagues is a lot of fun and probably the most engaging time periods of RuneScape. I think you see player peaks every time. So I imagine a lot of those WoW players are going to come back and be a part of that. Outside of that, RuneScape 3 was also in the news a lot this year.
For a variety of reasons. One of the biggest ones being they removed the biggest monetization methods they had in the game, which was widely talked about and has been for probably next to a decade.
got rid of keys?
Obviously, in the MMO genre, you have to make money to sustain such big games and big servers for a reason and to keep these updates coming. They're not small teams. And so it was that community battle of like, we need monetization, but at what point is it too much monetization? And they finally reached that breaking point.
I think we also have some reveals of some of the areas they're revamping, which is very cool. They're trying to declutter the entire world because right now the game, if you, as an old school player, log on, you're probably like, what is going on? Most of the time. So that's very cool. They also gave us the image of their anniversary cape, which looks fire.
Isn't that beautiful? And I actually have one behind me.
This is Jake's Avengers Endgame.
Oh, man.
And then finally, we also had Dragon Wilds, which is a game that we are very excited about.
Another incredible
game. We are big fans of
Dragon Wilds is
those
not a
types
good
of
game.
games.
Yeah, it's a
Valheim, we spent a ton of
unfinished
time
game.
on. So when RuneScape announced this, we were super stoked. Personally,
I could barely get into it.
They're in early access, but they talk a lot about their 1.0 release and everything that's coming.
For those unaware, Dragon Wilds is the survival game inspired by RuneScape. And so being a big survival game guy and my love for RuneScape, it was kind of the mixing of both worlds.
Oh,
so
you mean
Dragon Wilds
RuneScape
was always
Dragon
gonna be a
Wilds
big thing for me.
is
And as you
inspired
said,
by
it is early
RuneScape?
access, still developing.
Yep.
They are aiming for that full release though. It's still a great game and getting better and better.
If you like games like Valheim or Enshrouded, I would say this is the kind of game
100%.
you would like to play because it's just like that. You can spend a ton of
I
time
guarantee
building
no
your
slap
house
creates some
and
cursed
making it
picture.
better and better. And then they're also adding
I don't think there is a
iconic
class system.
RuneScape things.
I didn't do
Again, we talked
anything.
about that with like the cube.
Oh,
It's
yo,
cool to
what?
see a world you already love in
Mixing those
another
worlds.
format.
The fresh twist.
Yeah.
They already have released their roadmap, but we have a lot of cool stuff that is coming to the game that RuneScape players will recognize. New skills come
I'll
out
get that
at
pulled
each
up
time.
in a
So
bit.
fishing, prayer, agility.
Oh, did
You're
you
gonna
get
get
something?
mithril armor, rune
Yeah.
armor coming out. There's 3 new
Oh, dear
regions
Lord.
next year. Coming with the 1.0 update like over time. And then we got the first look at Dowden Reach, which is their next region. You're gonna recognize these Black Knights, which look a lot scarier than from,
He's not
They're
gonna
called
make them
African American Knights. Get it
this
right.
is the Black Knights
Yeah,
Fortress.
Valiant. I think that's the right
absolutely
play.
Incredible.
Incredible.
You think it's gonna be a lot of fun? Right.
I don't know if I'm going to continue after this segment.
You guys have heard me and Jake talk way too much about this. We also have a message from a couple of creators that you might recognize from the RuneScape community.
RuneScape and Jagex has just turned 25 years old, and the recent year has actually been incredible. And what is to come over the course of 2026 and beyond is something that, as a player myself of RuneScape for 23 years, I am so excited. I mean, I think the game right now, old school RuneScape, is in the best place it's ever been. But Jagex as a company is turning into potentially being the best they have ever actually been. In 2025, over old school RuneScape, we didn't just have many different pieces of content, such as sailing, Balamar, Royal Titans, a duo boss that came to the game. We actually also hit an all-time high player count since the game actually released over a decade ago. That is crazy. It's absolutely incredible. But that is not the end. We still have 2026 to come. And the things that are coming in 2026 are going to be crazy. We have the Blood Moon Rises.
is
We're getting
highly
more info at the
addictive.
Winter Summit. The finale, potentially, of the Mauritania questline. Personally, the thing that I am the second most excited for, behind Raids 4. Now, Raids 4, I know nothing about right now, so I can't really say much, but that is the thing I am the most excited for and have been the most excited for years to come, as of right now. And if that is not everything, we have Leagues 6. And I know one thing about League 6, and that is League 6, demonic pacts. All I can say. That's all I know right now. But League 6 will be coming most likely in Q4 of 2026. Can't fact check that. I do not know.
What the
But
hell
that
are those
means
like stuffed
League 6
animals in
may
this room?
contain Blood Moon Rises and
there's a
Raids
lot of
4
stuff
inside
Quick,
of whatever
my
League
background
6
is
gonna
really
be,
empty and
that
I
is
need
gonna be
something to fill it up.
incredible. As for RuneScape 3,
Oh,
I'm not a
I have
huge
stuffed
player
animals.
or ambassador of RuneScape 3. I
It's
am more
lighting.
on the
Oh,
wait, I'll run over my little
There was
pictures
a
and then grab her
massive
stuff.
update that occurred earlier on that I was able to get behind, and so did all of the old school RuneScape community and basically anybody inside the community. And that was the removal of a microtransaction called Treasure Hunter. And finally, RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I played it when it first came out with Ashenvale, I believe it was called. And then the most recent expansion, Fell Hollow. I recently have played that one as well, and I have completed it. And
It felt
Dragon
hollow.
Wilds is a game where it's not even fully released. When I say that, 2026, Dragon Wilds will be fully released to everybody,
look up last time I
completely
played it.
done.
Maybe
But
they
you
did add
can
a
play
lot
it
to the game
now.
or something.
You will only just get the first 2 expansions, and the first 2 expansions as a standalone game is incredible. I cannot wait to see the expansion to the
incredible.
entire thing when
The
we
last
get the
time I played it
entire
was-
world, the entire
played it
universe
April
of
of
what's
last
going
year.
on there. So
Yeah,
far,
I
the
played
gameplay
April
is
of last
incredible.
year
Whoever's
too,
working
April
behind that
16th.
team, honestly, I feel Dragon
haven't
Wilds,
added
when
a
it's
lot.
released later this year, I don't know when, again, It's going to be a masterpiece when it's fully done. When you can start a new character, go through Ashen Vale, go through Fell Hollow, and then go through the next third.
I don't care about. I don't care about a masterpiece. If it gives me a vibe, though.
Play it now, early.
If it gives
and
me
you
that
can play the
masterpiece
expansions
vibe,
as they release. Right
then
now,
at
we have
least-
Ashen Vale, we have Fell Hollow, and we will be getting another expansion fairly soon into 2026, and that will be the release of the Mithril. I think the fishing
RuneScape is
skill.
pretty
Honestly,
addicting.
Jagex,
I played it for like 2 years
25-year
straight.
Anniversary.
Starting
the
in like
game, the
2020.
company,
It's perfect time to get
everything.
into it. And
It's looking
everybody's
good,
stuck
and
at
I'm very,
home.
very excited for the future.
And if you guys haven't yet, make sure to go play RuneScape, one of the greatest games of all time.
I'm good.
Darklight Survivor.
Next up, we have a group of 4 games, that being Darklight Survivor
Tape
coming
101.
from Mirai and Co., Tape 101 coming from Serversa, and Unawake from Reality Art Studio, Nested Lands from 1M Bits Board.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the look of this already. Got ninja stars flying around.
Like, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm okay with it.
Did it switch from like third person to top down?
Yeah, I don't know if that was just an angle camera. Maybe there is an option.
It almost looks like it's going from like third person shooter to Vampire Survivors, you know? This,
Wild.
Oh my god, this might be
In a good way.
for Erwin.
That right there reminds me of Helldivers.
Yep.
Yeah.
The way that it's moving.
Whoa.
Oh, now we have it pixelated.
Really? What is that?
I'm
Okay,
just gonna
so
stop
let's
talking and let this play out.
Right? Like, hey, we'll just take everything in a mix.
Was that also medieval?
Dude,
Yeah.
if they go first person as well, it's like, my goodness.
It looks like he's got some necromancy because those skeletons are fighting for
What
him.
the hell? Wild.
This is
It
really
is!
giving
Oh my god,
like
it's Vampire
Warhammer
Survivors.
vibes. Yeah, and Vampire Survivors.
Oh.
But I'm also kind of getting some like Dark Tide vibes off it too.
A little bit. I hope this is co-op. That would be so cool.
Oh, it's got
There's
I don't
no
know.
way it's not.
missed opportunity.
A lot of
They
these games
haven't
are
shown
not
it yet.
co-op.
Yeah, they haven't shown it yet.
Darklight Survivor.
Darklight
I'm
Survivor.
wishlisting that.
Me
Yeah, it
too.
looks cool. Looks good. Coming someday, it says. Oh, no. Hang out, shit, day.
Hey, there's a free demo for it.
There's a demo?
Yeah.
This, Monty Python Simulator?
Yeah, action roguelike survival game is what they're calling it. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to Erwin.
Yeah, you probably enjoy this. It's like something that I want to enjoy, but I'm not sure I could. In your basement raid.
It says that it's a single player game.
Ah. Well, maybe someday.
On the wish list. Also, there is a link now for New Game Plus, the word show, not word show, the showcase on Steam.
There's a what now?
I will go ahead and post it in chat.
There's a link for the New Game Plus on the Steam store page.
Yeah. So you can see all these games in a list that they've been showing
sweet,
off.
nice.
Yeah.
What's this, the back rooms?
The
He
Backrooms
looks like
RC edition.
Yeah.
This game didn't look that appealing to me. And this is the kind of games that I like to play usually. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know.
I tried to get into the backroom games and like this.
Yeah. They just seem very empty.
Yeah, that one level with like all the halls, like yellow and all the halls.
The liminal space kind of crap is.
Hey,
Oh, this is Tape 101. This is not Backrooms, unless this is like from the same devs.
Well, I think it's a Backrooms game. It's just not.
There's a demo. Okay.
For eternity, I struggle to become an aspect of courage,
I'll probably try it.
freedom, and honor.
Tape 101 has a demo currently. And it doesn't seem to be related to Backrooms at all.
So much for the glory of
So the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance.
Let it burn your soul.
And it feels very much like that game now. It's interesting.
I'm gonna say looks like it'll be as Skulls like now it's first person.
Alpha version.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks pretty dope though. It's like a first person Elden Ring.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. Really.
It does look cool. He went flying off the edge. That's cool. Nice.
Ass kick. Oh, down attack?
Oh shit, that's cool. Huh. Not totally my type of game, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
It didn't catch my eye.
Is that the sequel to Unalive? Unawake?
First up, we saw Darklight Survivor. Maybe one of the games we've seen that kind of blew our mind a little bit. You had top down, you had third person, and something else.
Oh, the instantaneous switch, of course, between top down and third person, but then the pixel art, being able to instantaneously
adapt
yeah.
to.
That's
it's
insane.
really sick.
Yeah, combining both those features, because you said it and I was like, wait, is that what it's doing? I had to.
Yeah, you can sort of like just toggle it.
That's such a crazy.
My understanding.
Such a crazy feature.
So it's a game like a roguelike game.
Yeah.
And a little bit kind of like Vampire Survivors in the style of Megabunk. So you can either have the top-down view, first-person view,
Mega
whatever
Survivors.
you prefer, and you swap all the time. Sick.
I think it's interesting to think about the
Shock is
strategy
so
element of
triggered
that
by them
probably.
saying
It comes into
that.
play,
It's
like when you're
hilarious.
fighting
To
certain
swap.
things.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Maybe if
bosses.
you're seeing a boss.
Because on the surface,
I mean,
it seems like it's just
To
like
be fair, I get that.
personal
It's
preference, but
everyone
might
says
actually
it for
have its
like
place in,
everything.
the
And
gameplay loop. Like
Yeah.
if you're in a certain situation, I should go top down.
Or maybe
real quick.
depending the skill that you use.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you may think that it's just like a gimmick for a different viewpoint or filter or whatever, but the idea that you could use it tactically as a gameplay mechanic too is really cool.
Aiming for early access in late Q1 of 2026. They already have a demo out that a lot of people have played, and we've said this a lot of times. One of my favorite parts about these devs already is that they have listened to their players who have played the demo. They made it a point to tell us, like, we've made 6 patches in the demo based on player feedback.
Wow.
And I think that's super important, especially for a game that looks as good as this, because it can be a lot of fun. You know, roguelike survival with mechanics we've never seen before, as far as I'm aware. So it should be fun. Next up, we had Tape 101, a game that's probably too scary for Jake to play. If I had to,
I had to literally cradle him while we were watching that. I thought he was gonna.
All of these
cry.
things are true.
They were already
Yeah.
cradling
There's
each
no
other on the
mystery.
Yeah,
couch.
they were already
what I
halfway
appreciate
there.
about
yeah.
it is it's not a jump scare game.
Yeah, they've stressed they don't want to do jump scares. It's specifically psychological, mind melty, unnerving horror.
You will
Did you guys
not
see that
have
they
jump
added
scares,
the
but you will have
Fallout
nightmares.
characters?
You know the thing is, that
to,
sounds like something that a
Call of
developer of a
Duty?
game that has jump scares in it would say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
Like, there's no
they
jump scares.
reskinned
Yeah,
Nuketown to
They
look
sound-
like
they sound like my chat.
a
anytime
Fallout
I play a
map.
scary game. But no,
I feel like
They're,
you just have
they're
trust
trying to get
issues
people to
because of
play 7, and they're
unresolved
offering like free
problems.
stuff.
You're
I
20
think.
hours in. That's when you're gonna finally see the jump scare. And it's
So
gonna be one
Hoodie,
big
go play
gulp.
COD.
Honestly, I would kind of respect them.
The only way I ever
I
played
was definitely
Black
unnerved by
Ops
just the
7 is if
music,
it
whatever's
had
going
Black
on in the
Ops 2
background. They did a great
remastered in
job.
it.
But there's cool little twists to the
Guarantee
background.
those
It
two
kind of
guys
feels
play Black
at
Ops
times
7,
that
that's for
you're
sure.
also hallucinating because of like
Dude,
the
they had
camera.
a free
angles.
week
Like
of
video-
Black Ops 7, like several
Did
weeks
they?
ago. Yeah, they did. It was, yeah, you didn't hear about it because no one
No.
was excited to get you to play it with you, right? Yeah, no one downloaded the game for free to play it.
I won't.
Did anyone have Hoodie?
Hoodie already bought the game. Like he probably bought it twice.
Like I can manage, I can
games.
deal with
I
6,
love
but I will not play
management
7.
games and sim games. Village management sim games.
Honestly,
like,
Modern Warfare
this-
is better than Black Ops.
This feels like Manor Lords
Yeah.
meets survival. So it has a different viewpoint, and you got to take care of not just yourself.
Did they
but
get
everyone
closer
around you.
together?
If you don't, your entire village is just gonna be.
I think they're
they even
slowly
showed
shifting
like,
together.
Sorry, we lost some of your peeps.
Oh my god, it does look like it.
It looks like what I liked was seeing the blend of like obviously you're playing as this person and you have to survive. And he was like hunting stuff and like that, but I imagine you're also
now like
recruiting people for
the
your
guy in the
settlement
Marvel
as,
shirt,
like,
his
the king, and
shoulders
then you have
like
to, like, choose to
actually
recruit
touching
and
the
then build on a
other
village.
guy.
Initially, it may start with you doing the micromanagement, but you
By
eventually
the
can
end
assign
of this, they're
villagers
going to be
go
like
do the
just
forage.
full out on each other's lap.
World, how your pulse
Yeah, they're gonna be like
your
Ariana Grande
workers
and
without a
what's her
wing.
name?
Exactly. Yeah.
Then finally we had
Demon
Unawake,
Witch Lady?
a game, a first-person action game, mixed kind of a little bit
VI
of
Golem?
fantasy. You're battling hordes with melee, ranged weapons. It's hack and slash. It's
Couch is
roguelike.
true.
It looks
I
like
mean, yeah, could
kind
be.
of like a Doom Skyrim to me.
I mean, honestly,
that
the
description.
art direction was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, those environments, you see them, and it's just.
It's very pretty.
No, but something about it, I don't even know if I have a comparison. For
Shrinkflation,
some
man,
reason, in the back of my
shrinkflation.
mind, this probably won't make Mordor-esque. Like it just looks really good.
Yeah, Mordor.
Very dark version of Mordor, but light
The atmosphere.
Yeah, that's
Dark, that's like
A bummer version of hell.
Some notes they gave us: expected to launch early access late 2026
No.
As well. They are.
I
designing
mean,
the
I'm kinda
game to be
surprised.
If
moddable
Isaac and
at
AP are on
release,
it, yes.
which I think
Nope.
is really cool.
Nope.
People who
That
like
never
Path of
happened,
Exile,
though.
they specifically
Are you
called out it's a
sure?
central skill
I
and
am
stat
sure.
tree that is
Yeah,
similar
I'm
to
very
Path
I'm
of
sure that
Exile,
you two have
but
never been
more
on a couch
approachable.
together.
So it's not gonna
expect
break
I'm,
a
I was
skill
pretty
force
positive.
instead of a skill tree.
Skill force, lots of complexity, lots
Yes,
of
I would never be
interlocking
caught dead.
skills, layers of progression.
So I think a lot of it's going to
I
be
don't think
a
that
game
they're
for people who
boring.
really
I think
like
that
their
this is
builds
just
of
going
things
a
and
bit
like, okay, how can I
too long.
specialize in this?
I think that's
dude,
the
I'm
issue.
doing this
I
all day.
feel like
just
they're
I
dragging
was about to say.
Yes.
I was about to say that for their
Did
first
you know that the
like you know
Just
like
show me the yeah.
episode
double
stream.
sword grab they were doing.
This is a surprisingly
and the
lengthy
fact it's
episode.
moddable. I would love to see the direction
Yeah.
that goes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, there's so much potential. You could have modders
feels
come
more
in,
like a
do
podcast
additional levels,
than like a
boss fights,
presentation.
romance.
They're all
ironically, you
streamers,
could add
so
that if
it's-
you wanted.
I
Yeah,
think that's what they're
I
going
think
for.
it's the
Yeah.
world is too dark for that stuff.
Well, with that attitude, yeah. But maybe with romance, it wouldn't be so dark.
Love can exist anywhere.
A mod could brighten the world up a little bit.
Yeah, even on that.
If Nexus doesn't take it down.
Oh, here we go.
Next up, we have a very exciting segment where we actually got to
I've
sit
been wanting
down
to
with
play
the
Rogue
executive
Trader, to be
producer
honest.
over all of the Warhammer 40K series, as I understand it, Anatoly Shestov.
By enemies from within. By enemies from without.
So there's witnesses to you two sharing a couch.
Yeah.
No, Ronan's making that up.
I hear there's also pictures
Imagine you're playing
that we show
inside
later.
It's not because it
Warhammer
never happened.
universe
It's not
by
what
the
you're
guys
talking about.
who can't
This
use
is
the army.
AI
to
propaganda.
need to find this particular person in charge.
I have
of the
standards. I would
things
never stoop
to
as low as
make
Isaac.
Imperium stand for one more day
Wish.
before grumbling to dust. That's basically how I would describe it. Just imagine the true Warhammerish stories where no choices are good, but you don't have an option to go away. You need to get your hands dirty, and it's just
your
a
hands dirty.
matter of how precisely you
Jack
will
Dorothy.
achieve this. One of the most significant changes that
Yeah,
any player will
James,
experience
avoid it. It's
compared
expensive as
to
shit.
the Rogue Trader would be more
Or get a free
stakes,
printer.
more value in a surrounding, in any environment that you're playing
Kinda
with.
like
The
this.
covers, the line
Old
of
school
sight.
Diablo stuff.
We radio how they are calculated, how they are working, and how
No, this
how
game-
much
this game's
benefit
rated
they
pretty
are
highly.
adding to the party. So it's basically
You see what
would
Gun
be
Home Mac
more
said?
playing around the environment. We
Or
abandoned
made
the
a
step
game.
up mechanics. So if you're ending your
Very
turn
nice.
behind some wall,
Very
you
nice,
are
very
behind
nice.
some
How
wall,
much?
there won't be like one circle around you that allows you to step up of this cover and
That's
to
a pretty
shoot
cool
at
animation
anything.
right there.
If you so the place where
It
you
is,
start
yeah.
your
Squeezing
turn,
heads,
the
I
place
love
where
it.
you're ending your turn would be more significant. Other thing is role-playing model. There are way more.
I would love a Horus
roles
Heresy
being
game that
made
is like
inside the combat. Lots of the
third
things
person or
making
first
you
person.
roll something. Lots of the things make your opponents roll something. So it's not just your weapon skill or ballistic skill. It's way more
ballistic,
way more significant influence of the role-playing choices that you've made previously. Almost all of the combats in the game will have alternative ways to finish them, not just killing all of your enemies. We are allowing player to target specific parts of the body of the enemies, and by doing this, we're allowing to make your opponent lose an option to move or lose an option to use abilities. There are different ways
Warhammer
how
lore
you
is
can
so cool.
tactically approach your
It's
desire,
crazy.
your design of how
I feel like it
to
would take
proceed
years
with the
to even
combat. And of course, there is a
get through it
whole
all,
new
like,
subsystem
Isaac,
that came.
the Horus
on a
Heresy
change
series
of
has
the
54
momentum.
books in it.
This is a morale system. Momentum was a party base.
That's just
and
the
you
Horus
spend
Heresy
it
series.
to
That
activate
might be
some
an audio
heroic moments of your companions.
Yeah.
For the Dark Heresy,
Yeah.
we feel it need to be more intimate, more personal,
I hope they do that TV
not
show
just
with
for
Henry
your
Cavill.
party. We are not just telling
want
the
some
story
intimate
through the
guys.
environment or
I don't know
the
if or
words
when that
or
show is
the
coming out.
inner
Isaac, the
dialogue.
I know, I've heard
We're
nothing.
actually
Henry Cavill's
making
is like the
cases.
perfect person to
We're
make a
actually
Warhammer show.
making the culprits.
He's a real
We're
fan.
actually collecting and interpreting evidence and discussing them with your retinue and analyzing them and making conclusions.
You say
There are
unaliving
some
them?
other mighty forces inside the scintilla because you're not playing in a vacuum and you need to struggle
Is there
for
a mute
power.
thing down there? There
But
we go.
most of the time, you are playing
Yeah,
as a
so-
person in charge, as a person that have authority.
Doesn't look a little bit like
And the
Blasphemy.
person who need to make
Almost
hard
polished, yeah.
choices. One of the most significant ways of the influence of a story for Dark Heresy would be your decision of which case is more important. For example, there is a under Spire slums, and this is a toxic waste. And the level of the toxic sea is growing. And if you're going there as a first place, there will be toxic waste somewhere nearby. And there will be people getting ready to be consumed by the toxic waste. But if you are going there late stage, there will be actual toxic sea, and you will be playing around it. There will be changes in a geometry, and changes in a combat encounters of how they are playing, changes in a narrative.
I think they are a
behind
little
this,
bit
and
similar, aren't they?
Changing based on the timings, how you decided how you approach this.
To venture forth into darkness and bring the light of the Emperor to the uncharted void. All must be cleansed in his name.
Yeah, I wonder how
Is
it's gonna
there
do.
anything you can tell us about like new factions, new notable characters, or iconic Warhammer 40k lore?
There would be Treason. I don't know, most iconic thing that you can potentially name and encounter as a rogue trader is a Treason. It would be some interesting takes on Astra Militarum. I won't share specifics not to spoil the fun, but it would be there. And there would be some brand new systems, like augments ones. You will
The
be able
Rogue
to
Trader game, as far
replace
as I'm
some
concerned,
parts
is
of your body with
pretty good game.
interesting pieces of Imperium technology. There would be some elaboration on a
looks like the
story
same
of
developer
the world
worked on these.
behind the main road of the Inquisitor Calcasar's shenanigans. Let's say it like this. It would be some interesting dive on a past of the von Valancius dynasty, even further than Theodora. There would be some new takes on how dangerous wildlife can be. Other thing that definitely
We're gonna
we
take a
will
break from this guy
provide for the
talking for a
player is some vaults, the Treason vaults, some collections of pretty wild things being gathered.
Yeah,
That
oh no,
was,
a robot dog. Don't tell Erwin about the robot dog. That could be risky. Yeah.
So we got an update on these two.
Oh, My
you
God,
made
I
me the
knew
freaking.
it. You guys
You know
are
what?
gay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
be
made-
talking there, Nagranol, because we got this
Oh
one
no,
here.
Loretta.
Listen, listen. Put ones in the chat if would. Put twos if not. That's all I gotta say.
Isaac is putting a lot of ones in the chat right now.
No, I'm putting a two.
Sure. No one believes that.
See, this is real because we have two different frames of it.
It's fake.
No, that's fake news. That's fake news. That's
the realest picture I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh, Ronan said one. He said would. Nagranol, how do you feel about that?
Oh Lord, Ronan, why?
I'm flattered.
Someone screenshot that. Yeah.
Sal said 4. Not sure. If
Let's
that's,
first
So
talk
that
about
means that means would not
new
times two.
DLC for Rogue Trader.
But
Actually, I'm
I
gonna
do just have to
interrupt
say
you.
real quick
Can
on
you
that
tell
note, I
people
gotta bounce.
generally,
I gotta
grab
grab dinner because in an hour and a half I'm gonna be on Jeff Up North's channel talking history. So
Sounds
gotta
good.
grab dinner. So, but thanks
Cool.
again for inviting me on. This was fun.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for hanging out.
appreciate it. Yeah, you guys
Damn
have
it,
a good
Nerd
rest of
Slap.
the stream. Yeah. Damn you, Nerd Slap. You'll hear from my lawyer soon.
That
so.
wasn't Nerd Slap. Try to prove it.
No, I meant like what he commented in chat. That's why I said damn it.
You'll hear from my lawyer. You'll hear from my lawyer.
Yeah, who are you going to send the
Serious.
process server to?
We'll
yeah,
figure it
Nerd
out.
Slap needs to be reevaluated.
All
Send it
right.
to Ron Coleman.
The fig is left.
Companion.
All right.
And there's also this companion
I have
has
no
unique
idea how much longer
mechanics,
this goes for.
and,
They're also doing things like new environments.
I'm surprised
they're
that
revisiting
they've
previous
gone on
environments
this
and
long.
then overhauling them.
45
They're
games.
altering
How
and-
many have we covered? I
They're
don't think we've
changing,
covered
not to get
45
confused,
yet.
but they're
so.
changing things about the
Probably
way
they've been doing like
to
25
extend that
maybe.
roadway. This DLC alone offers 12 to
We can
15
go-
hours of additional content. Like, there's a lot of meat on
You
the
said you can
bone.
go to the
So
Steam
I'm very
page.
happy. I was extremely happy when
Yeah.
he said that
See all the
yes,
games.
this game is going to be
Or are they
fully
updating it live?
voice acted.
I don't know
They
if
I'm
they
really
are updating
excited
it live or
because
not.
it helps
Or
people
just
to
the preset list.
have like this depth and this to understand how the characters really feel, especially in a world that's so heavy and difficult.
Dark even at times.
Yes.
But
Did
to be
you
clear,
see
Dark
Dino
Heresy is
Blade
not.
already?
It's not like a sequel to Rogue Trader.
Final
Yes, it's a
Blade.
separate-
Doesn't sound familiar.
It
Dino
works
Blade
different
is the one with the
mechanically. There's
dinosaurs.
different
Oh,
things going
yeah,
on.
I've
but
played
my
the
my
demo
understanding,
for it.
and speaking with Anatoly, was that it's going to be a very
You
narrative focus.
remember those? I don't know if you guys saw it, but
concern. Not that Rogue Trader was not a focus, but
Did they talk
that's
about where
where
winds meet?
a lot of the effort.
No,
is
they have not
going
talked
with
about Dino
voiced,
Blade. They have not talked about where
cast
winds meet.
throughout
They have
the
not talked
entire
about those
thing
yet.
and many other aspects of it. The narrative is like the
These aren't in any
central
particular
component.
order
One
on
of
the
the
site,
things
though.
that I
Right.
really
Just
enjoyed
like
that
under
he
the
mentioned
genre.
was you can target enemies'
Maybe a
specific
few
body
left.
parts
I don't know how many I
to sever
missed.
them during fight.
That was the
Assume,
coolest
like,
part that
three.
I'd seen.
So it's really nice because if they have like a they're very fast. So you want to target their legs to cripple them and so on. Not only that, but you know how sometimes you get into a very awkward situation where you're crushing the combat, and there is
think
still
there's
that
really
one guy that, in spite of all his friends being dead
might
in the
just be one
battlefield,
more chunk
he's
left.
still trying his. That's not going to be really a thing. Enemies can surrender. They can run away. They can try to sometimes maybe even negotiate their way out of this, and it's up to you to decide what happens.
Yeah, hearing all those combat options was the coolest thing to hear him talk about. Like, you can render your opponent useless in whatever different limb you want to actually target, but you can also make them blind. There's so many different unique features to the combat where even when I was listening to him talk about it, I was like, okay, wow, I've never played a game like this, but it sounds really intriguing.
Yeah, and it was just interesting to see Anatoly describe how the team wanted to revisit some of those things that are taken for granted in RPGs, like the concept of just an enemy. Well, you fight until all the enemies are dead, and that's it. But the team went back and was like, that doesn't like necessarily make sense. Like sometimes the guy would be like, you just blew his head off, you just exploded that guy.
Yeah.
I'm covered in John, you know, like I'm gonna run away now.
Yes.
And that just makes sense.
I love that description he gave. Yeah, I love that one.
It's lovely.
So, question for the group that I want to spin off of this. How do you play these games? Like, okay, now we know this critical system. You could blow their arm off. You can maim them, and they will surrender. Maybe
We know how she's gonna play it.
So the choice, like,
Make it as miserable as possible. Let me take one arm and then feed him that arm while I take off the other arm. Oh, are you surrendering? I can't hear what you're saying. Too late. Yeah.
I think he understands me. There are some things that are
Okay.
really
Talk
excited
less and more
about this
games.
game, and I cannot wait to try it. So I hope you guys
Yeah, they're taking their
are
sweet
as
time.
excited as I am for this one.
And I can't stress enough, Owlcat Games, they know what they're doing.
should go
when
for
it
another
comes
20
to
minutes, probably.
CRPGs. Like they are not to be messed with. They know what they're doing, and
Yeah, we'll go 20 more minutes. If the show keeps going past that, we'll just end it there.
Next up, a few games that I would consider kind of couch co-op games that I would have fun sitting and playing with people, like at a party
that
or with my
Bus
family.
on Rails
This is
one?
going to be Towerborn, coming from Stoic and Xbox Game Studios. We have Sprint City from Double Dutch Games. These are the creators of Speedrunner, and Dinch Attack, coming from Undercoders.
Right, something we haven't seen. Please.
That's an art style. Huh.
I would describe this as a
Wait a minute. Is this a
brawler
sequel to
meets
Dustborn?
action RPG. This is an awesome entry into the brawler space as somebody who tends to play a lot of RPGs and MMOs. So I have a lot of brain space and like I want to make really cool builds. A little less so in like how do I actually dodge and get out of things and find my openings. Early on, I was able to kind of compensate for that by finding nice little gear and little pieces to put together to eventually build my brawler skill set. And I find myself kind of going back.
Anybody
and forth
interested
as
in
we
this
play
one?
Test, between
No.
like, oh, I'm finding something that's a little difficult
I was
here.
just-
Well, what can I do?
I was just thinking
with
it
my gear
reminded
set
me
in order
of
to tweak things or like is there?
What was that game? Castle Crashers, but like better graphics. I guess.
Oh yeah.
What,
That's
the
what
one
that
where
reminds
you
me of.
kind of play those like Crusader-looking characters?
That's what this kind of reminds me of, but it's probably not a fair comparison. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
You play it once and be satisfied, probably.
I mean, the art direction is kind of neat.
Yeah. No, it looks good.
Yeah. Beat 'em up RPG, pretty
I wonder
much.
if there's anything more to it, or if it's just that.
Yeah. Shock. Yeah, Castle Crashers was great because that was like a $4 game like back in the day, and everybody
was
got
actually
that.
fun.
And it was like a fun like couch game. Yeah, or you can play
So-
it online.
Battle Block Theater was another one that was like that.
Hmm. Yeah. Fighting Force. Oh, that's right. It did have really good music. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
That we have, they'll see a whole new set of skills. They'll find a whole bunch of new equipment. And the idea should be that they should feel like one of several heroes going in and just beating a bunch of like awesome monsters. We've tried to add new enemies, new lieutenants, and new bosses. I think people are gonna feel
Yeah, show
like
some of the
quite the adventure as they go into the updated version. Of
Show more
Stoic
games,
has
less
always
talk.
tried to be player first. When we decided to do early
talk
access
games.
for Towerborn, a
Let's
lot of that
talk
was born out of we had a vision of trying
Let's
to
show
evolve
and
the-
tell
the
games.
brawler into something bigger, something that hadn't really been done before.
There's a
you
lot
can
more
see
telling
other
than showing.
Games have taken different routes.
I forgot about the
some
animals,
have taken
yeah.
kind of the roguelite route, some stayed into the traditional. We wanted to kind of expand it to more like the true action RPG. And in order to do that, early access was very, very important to figure out what was going to work and what wasn't. Simultaneously, we didn't want to be caught in early access limbo, right? Like I'm sure this is the kind of things that you would love to talk
What
about.
did you
I
do
love to
now?
talk about them too. How do you
Atomic
not
Patriot
stay in early
Bark, I
access
saw
for
it.
7 years? Our
Yes, that
intent
happened.
and purpose was we need to come out of early access
Pretty convincing, Bark.
solid. And there is a certain point where you just
Hey, you gotta
collect
portray the role, man.
everything.
So does that mean
Most
that
of the
he's a
feedback that's
furry?
coming in either kind of
Oh,
falls
son
into
of
the
a bitch.
existing category.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said this thing. You know,
better than
maybe
being
you
called
might get
French.
Something new, but you look at it and you're like, yes, it's new, but it's
Might
not
be a French
reaching
furry
the,
still.
You know, kind of urgency
Oh,
that some of these other things.
I mean,
are.
yeah, I
We
kind of
have
miss
a
the
good
Muppets
list of
too.
things
Let's be
out.
real.
This is
Honestly.
kind of what the players have told us. We need to
Yeah, this
really
is
deliver on that. The best way we
the
can
weakest
deliver on
thing
that
I've
is
seen
just,
so
you know,
far,
Put
though.
your head down,
Just like
focus.
Oh man,
I like the way
Create
it
an
looks.
experience that
Could be
I
more.
believe is worthy of coming out of early access. That people should look at that and say, like, "Oh, okay, I see why you did it. Absolutely,
this
was
guy's
worth
coming
it.
out?
I can see a clear night and day difference between what is in live right now and what I am receiving when you go into the 1.0."
One of the big pieces was that folks were big fans of certain pieces of actual gear that you would earn through the game. but there was no cosmetic version of that, and so you had to make the choice of like, do I want to look good, or do I want to look a little janky but more powerful? And so we added the ability to be able to create a cosmetic version of the gear that you earn through writs, which are
playing on
earned
PlayStation
through completing adventures.
And so the idea initially with Towerborn was we just want to make a fun beat 'em up with a light story in the background. We weren't really going to lean into kind
I
of the
was thinking
stoic
this, James. Like,
narrative.
they just keep showing the same
strengths that
thing
we
over and
have,
over, and
we
it's
just kind of
making the
wanted to
game
take
Yeah,
look
I
much
think
more
they
boring.
And we
finally got to the end of the level.
expected, perhaps incorrectly, that
Now
they
it's just
that
the same
Unless
thing
it's the whole game, you're
community
just on this
would
beach.
see it for what it is and,
Right.
and be okay with it. But
Or
it
it's
turned
the
out a lot of
only
people
thing
were like,
they have
"Wait, you
ready."
have something very
Yeah.
interesting in the background here.
That's the other thing.
You know, we actually really want to know
this
what's
could be
going
good.
on. We
They
really
just
would
need to
like
show
something more clearly leading us through, and so we've spent a very significant amount of time and
Yeah,
resource to put
this.
a narrative from
Yeah.
the jump. And so there
Preferably
is
a
there's
gameplay
an arc
trailer,
now.
but-
there's a primary antagonist. You will understand that antagonist. You will confront that antagonist, and there will be resolution. And so there's probably a
Oh, they have a month to
12
finish it up
to
and get more
20-ish
levels.
hour story arc now in the game that that players can look forward
One
to.
level,
and
60
feel
miles
that
of scrolling
there's a
beach.
Oh,
Hell
connection
yeah.
to the
Procedurally generated beach.
You get
Oh,
one
hell
chest at
yeah.
the end.
What's in the
Oh.
chest? New Game
Health
Plus.
potion.
That's what's in the chest.
A health potion. That's it.
This game looks so
The credits.
stupid.
Oh my word.
Oh, is this supposed to be a game?
Dude,
Yeah,
who
it's,
thinks that
it's a game.
who thinks that public transit is cool?
Hello,
We're Undercutters, and in the studio based in
There you go.
Barcelona.
There's your answer.
These guys.
Recently, we've been
These
focused
guys
on
think
developing
public
3D
transit's cool because they've
platforms,
never
but
owned a
studio is
fucking car.
heavily influenced by arcade classics, Japanese culture,
Oh.
and extreme sports games. And Dem's Attack is our dream project.
This video
At
tells
the
me
core of
everything
our
I need to
studio
know about
combining
this.
They're
everything we
insulting
love.
Japanese culture like that?
In Dem's Attack, you'll discover a not-so-distant future Japan in which local railways have been abandoned and are now used by underground
Dude,
gangs
Japan has a
competing
car
in a
culture.
contest
Racist.
of turn acrobatics. You'll have to rack up points by chaining tricks, explore huge levels, race against rival crews, and uncover a wild story as you travel through Japan, taking the railways back. We are making a game that is not just about what you do, but how you do it. It's expressive, stylish, and totally up to you.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It's a game that's entirely up to you, and it's up to me to say
On
I'm
our
not
first
interested.
trips in the late 90s, we've been obsessed by traveling.
Did I
across
just see
Japan by
something on
train,
his shelf that
and
said
being able to
Stargate,
dive
though?
into the local culture, getting to know the
Wait, did you?
architecture, the landscapes, the folklore, and we're
Yeah,
always captivated
right,
by the
yeah.
sheer
For
contrast
Nintendo as
of
well,
the
okay.
peaceful
Hold on.
countryside and the high energy of its
Hold
huge
on.
cities, which
I
somehow
wanna
feels
try to pause
connected
it.
and part of the same cultural rhythm. It's a never-ending.
Oh, where's that?
There it is. The blue
Yep.
cover. Stargate.
Yep, Stargate.
No
Huh.
kidding. Yeah, right up here.
I wonder. That's got to be the game.
Maybe so.
Is that
Do they have-
Shenron too?
Huh.
On his shoulder,
Interesting.
like by his shoulder? Is that Shenron?
Shenron?
I can't tell from the dark
I don't know.
What? Oh,
from Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
Kind of small. He
Plus,
does
make
look like
your
him, though.
touch references to every corner of Japanese culture.
It's just like
You'll be
tough,
fighting
bad.
wild boss battles against gang leaders, which will test
Were
everything
those, I
that
think
you've
those were
learned.
Tamagotchis on that poster behind her.
Oh man, I
I-
missed Tamagotchi.
I actually do not care about this game.
I know this.
No,
This
no, not
looks
at all.
so uninteresting.
Oh,
They've-
So do not redeem.
This has already been shown off at like other game shows and stuff
Has
like
it?
that. Yeah, and it's like I'm tired of seeing they spent so much on
Whoa, whoa,
marketing,
whoa.
and I feel like they're gonna like sell like maybe
It's-
4,000 copies.
You don't you get to see a freaking bus that's a dune worm.
I don't
look,
care.
I mean, the only interesting thing from this entire segment with this game,
The ending.
has been the fact that he had a Stargate game on his shelf.
Yeah, we don't care about the game itself. It's just a Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Yeah, I was like pretending to work.
That's what I do when I'm at work. Yeah, that I pretend like I'm working.
Hello, fellow human. I am working as well.
Was he doing that the whole time? That'd actually be kind of funny.
Probably.
and another one.
This game I'm not really interested in either.
No, I get it.
I was just okay. This is the game I was thinking of. I thought this was Speedrunners. This is like exactly Speedrunners.
Sprint City.
Oh boy. I mean, at least this one was faster.
Well, it's made by speedrunners, so I'd hope it's faster.
Yeah.
They want to focus more on the RPG side of things, but
But,
technically speaking, looter, brawler, side scroller, like you said, meant to be
like Castle Crashers.
Yeah, that is definitely
That's
the most
what I
common
said.
comparison they get, but along those lines,
I agree with Gunho. The Couch Bros are more interesting than either of those games.
And they are actually an early access game, now going to full release. So this is their big update to justify the full release, but it was already definitely justified. Upon full release, we're looking at 170 plus missions. What they say is probably around 20 plus hours of content, and they also want to focus on these builds, which lead to an ultimate replayability. So there's also a difficulty bar they're going to be adding to all of this. They have a level that is going to be called, I believe, Brutal. And from what I'm being told, it will be extremely difficult, but the game is meant to be replayed plenty.
It's called Brutal. I never would have guessed.
Build you actually want as you play through it all.
There's definitely
I still can't unsee it, AB. Since you brought up like in the beginning of the stream about him looking like
multiplayer. I feel like that's kind of a
the
lost
character from
games like Split Fiction.
that show, Landman.
Oh,
Son from Landman.
Yeah, the son.
Are lonely without friends.
I don't know. There's no way that they have an interest in all of these games they've talked about.
No,
And for those who haven't checked out the original, with this big update,
they threw
though,
this event,
also introducing a
and
new
they are fans of some games, but because they have these 45 games, they were all tasked with, interviewing each one of the creators, and they probably, had the list out and divvied them up, and those are the ones they landed with, and yeah, they had to talk about the games, and they have to talk about it on this podcast, so podcast style showcase.
Yeah, Ronan, that's his name,
community
Cooper.
focus. Again, we've said it many a times.
Cooper,
a
that's
lot of
it.
these devs know how to listen to feedback because those are their diehards, and they have definitely done that.
Next up, we had Dinch Attack.
They've gotten even closer.
They are. Oh, now they're
See?
They're way too
This
enthusiastic
is my
about
favorite
it.
Japan-inspired game ever.
I had seen this game before, but I didn't really understand what
It's not even made by
was.
Japanese
Two bros sitting on a
people.
couch, like half a foot apart because they are gay.
As weird as it is to say
Japanese
that
inspired
an acrobatic
game.
train game makes sense to me.
No,
It makes
Gunho,
sense.
don't ask for that.
No. These guys are far better than Frost.
Look, I think it would be more entertaining though.
Like TikTok.
Yeah,
More
you know
memeable.
what? You know what I do have to say about that, Gunho? If you don't like it, don't watch
But in
it.
the best way,
Peace.
because also I love doing this kind of format because you see a different side of those devs. Like they went out of their way to send us that stuff, and we get to see a different side of them, and to see and connect to the faces behind it, and
Thank
see
you,
their
Brian.
enthusiasm.
How could they not make a fun game?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
The boss, the mecha,
Oh,
Who's gonna be-
train
The
thing.
train
and, like,
boss is sick.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a boss fight.
Yeah.
In the train acrobatics game.
Valid reaction.
At first glance, you're like,
No, Gunho.
Oh, no.
So
Dang.
it seems fun and engaging, and then there's like, oh,
Got 'em.
there's a story behind this,
And
and
there's
you're
real
like,
bosses and real
Yeah,
inspirations.
she-
Like, they
she
show
was
you
shaved
what has
into
actually inspired them to
disappearing.
make this
She's just gone.
Japanese-style game.
yes, I think.
Lovely. Train out of 10.
Next up in that group,
Train
we had
out of
Sprint City,
10?
that
Oh
is
my
from
God,
Double
that makes
Dutch,
it
which
so much
was the
better.
creators of speedrunners.
I'm gonna
which
go
is
All right,
very-
so
Yo.
I'm gonna head out.
I am so glad they covered it now because that was a good one. Train out of 10? Yo.
I'm gonna head out.
Nope.
I just lost all
You're,
respect.
you're obligated to stay until the end of the hour, all right?
Fuck.
Yep.
Those side scrollers that I would fall so far behind.
an
where you can't even
eternity,
see
though.
The others, and it just kind of leaves you real
First
upset.
jump and you're like, I'm gonna get it.
turn the
eventually.
console off.
Get a bigger
Start over.
get a bigger TV so I can see where they're at.
To me, Sprint City is the game that you are over at like a party. You know, it's like the Super Smash Bros. Effect.
Yes.
Again, these guys talk way too much.
We played a round of
Chill.
Pong or something. Now we want to play a video game together. We're gonna go play this, and people are gonna get pissed. And Jake and Rob are gonna get in a fist fight probably. And like,
Maybe it makes more
Who do you
sense
think
in
is gonna win that
Portuguese
fight?
or something.
We already had this
Who do you
debate,
think
right?
would win that? Just look at the size of the feet. Pretty close, aren't? Yeah.
Did you guys ever
Yeah, I
play
agree with
Overcooked
John.
Overcooked?
I did not, but
This
I've watched
is-
people and
Wait.
I've seen it ruin relationships, I feel like.
It can. It's the ultimate test of communication. In this case, my understanding is the game is much more competitive, where you're playing against your friends, not really working together. But yeah. These types
So
of
this
games, I just
This is their first time throwing one of these showcases, right?
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is everyone's, they're going to say, hey, how did you guys like it? People are going to give their feedback and say it was a bit too long. And where they can cut a lot of that out is when they
That's what she
talked
said.
about each game. Here we go.
Yeah.
Games, in
pretty
my
long.
opinion, this is going to be Eternal Life.
I think they need to cut down the interviews. I think they need to talk about discussing each game a little
Weird
bit.
Beluga in
What time did you start?
Another Fireshine game with Pugstorm.
We've
3
been going for
hours?
almost
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, it is.
That's way too long. It needs to be like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Or an hour
What-
45, I would give it.
What I think would have also helped between the during the talking was showing like clips of gameplay and all that. Like when they're on the couch and all that, just showing clips of what they're talking about.
Choose.
What do you think?
About to play
He
that
fell
game?
From a great height.
That was a good
But
one.
he couldn't have.
Yeah, that's really good.
Did he really die? I imagine he was crushed to a pulp. Do you think they'll ever find his body?
Mom!
Okay. I was just making sure you were paying attention.
Play as Gramps with a cane?
Okay.
How Indiana Jones should have ended.
It looks kind of cute, but not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the art style quite a bit too.
Well, everything's more fun than the Hobbit game.
What is this?
Duckview Valley.
I'm gonna just pass right now.
Dude, there's conveyor
I'm good.
belts. That means automation.
I'm good.
Maybe that's
I'm
in.
So good.
Yeah, I'm in with the automation. You got me.
Is it satisfactory though?
I'm not satisfied. It's not satisfactory
There's
to
your
me
real
yet.
Oh snap!
Oh shit!
No, Jeff.
Suns and Shadows.
Dropping a gifty.
We'll get to that in just a sec.
ABF's like, we got automation. That's more important.
Automation.
Not seeing a whole lot of automation. I'm seeing a lot of.
I think I know
Wonder
ABF's
Red
No, I'm
Bull.
thinking Core Keeper. Oh, I've heard of this game. Yeah. No, I think the base stuff is automated.
I think this is. We absolutely
Jeff.
know ABF's tism.
Jeff gifting a membership, dude. Thank you so much. In fact, we will take a break from the show.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, we'll play his clip after
There's
this.
like, I'm free.
We'll play his clip after this.
No, I'm just excited for a break.
Well, damn.
Okay, here we go.
Visually, this looks actually pretty nice.
This is kind of unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in like a crystal cave or something?
I don't know, but I like the music.
Hashtag free nerd slash.
Like, if they weren't talking so much, it would be fine. But they just would talk so much.
Oh, he fudged up.
I
He
don't know
should've
how,
stood on
but
top of that.
Luke Stevens is more entertaining to watch when he's talking by himself instead of.
There's a lot going on in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
definitely get Irwin for this one. Souls like.
You got jump puzzles in the middle of a boss fight. Like,
Souls like it's some kind of hack and slash. Not dodging.
You can't turn back time, my star.
That's pretty fun.
Okay, that looks interesting.
But you'll both.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
no, stop that.
Gotta keep
Stop the.
This is a monarchy.
This one, not for me either. It looks too frustrating for certain levels.
Like,
Like,
it
really
looks
reminds-
cool.
This
Like,
reminds me of
imagine-
Epic
Pretty
Mickey.
simple to me.
Imagine being in the middle of that boss fight, you don't do your jump puzzle, and you miss the platform by a tiny bit, and then you gotta do the boss fight again? That seems pretty frustrating.
This
Yeah.
seems like something that should be like a co-op game.
Again, like I
A
said, it
little bit.
reminds me of a bit of Epic Mickey.
Also, like, I don't know, like the
Those look like
mechanics and stuff, like the sliding around on stuff and jumping through this. It also reminds me of It Takes Two.
A little bit. But it strikes me as a
First, we had a
single-player
Trail
game.
Life Goldman that we just
Oh, yeah,
watched.
And they're talking again.
I think that might be something I'll actually play.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
might try it.
Jeff, here's your clip, and here's your break from the stream.
Lose it. It means go crazy. Nuts. Insane. Bonzo. No longer in possession of one's faculties. 3 fries short of a happy meal. Wacko!
The best part about that was watching Nerd Slap's reaction and like just copying it, because I think he's actually going insane right now.
I'm already a little insane. Let's be real. You see the memes I make, right? I'm already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
Oh man.
Up in the head.
What are you talking about, Naganol? I haven't done anything for you.
Like we touched on, I think it's one of those games that people will play because it's like a challenging platformer,
Yeah.
side-scrolling type game, and then you're gonna be sobbing by the end of it. So
Yeah, it just
get that
seems
vibe.
very like they tell you just enough to pique your interest. They don't tell you much in the trailer,
And then they're gonna emotionally destroy.
Yeah, and it seems
They gotta
very
be
dark,
almost
and you're
done.
like, well, why?
And hopefully set you up
What?
for a
Yeah, I
sequel.
think that's it.
Oh, you never know.
I've been looking at the
Nerd Slap doesn't have to go.
I don't even know how you do that.
I just wanted them to stop talking.
Crazy.
I know how.
Well, Nerd Slap, they're talking more.
I know, I'm going wacko.
Where are the frames at? What do you?
I'm going wacko.
By the end of this, we're gonna see Nerd Slap just leaning back in his chair with a bottle of beer, just
I want to see what.
like I need the pain to end.
We need to start planning out dinner.
Yeah, honey.
I'm freaking hungry. I skipped lunch. I'm getting kind of hangry right now.
We've gone over all the shooters, all the platformers.
We have an update coming where you're going to be able to have a massive update.
Says Werewolf's Meat is on here.
On January
They haven't
28th.
talked about
There's a
that
new
yet.
boss. There's next gen weapons, armor, whole new stuff.
Yeah, I played
Jess
this
is
wait,
always
there's
screaming
more.
at her
my
computer.
wife. It's just
So-
like one of our couple games.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Also, hi, Jess.
They show Crimson Desert yet?
I played it
No.
a lot
No, they
by
haven't.
myself.
Mhm.
I
No,
started
they actually
playing
haven't-
it,
they
and
have not showed
suddenly I
that.
had over 100
They have not
hours in
shown
this
Where
game.
Winds Meet either,
I wish
so.
I could show off my base.
Yeah, I thought I was doing well. I mentioned it to Lua that we.
It seems like he's trying to sit as far away as possible from her.
I think he's the actual gay one.
I'll just leave.
I think so.
Yeah.
Very game. I had a lot of fun. It's one of these games you start and
I
suddenly
mean, do you know how many pictures of Todd Howard he has in his freaking room?
The other night, we stayed
He
up
has
till
like
1
6
a.m.
different, like he has a
playing
full
when
like
we meant
cardboard
to play till
cutout
11,
of
which
Todd
is-
Howard.
it's good.
Yeah, it's just one
He,
more
he
run
mainly
through mine,
memes on the
so
whole
we
like
did that.
How would you,
worshiping
like,
Todd Howard,
define
acting like he's the
this
he's
game
the
to someone
savior
who
of
hasn't seen it?
Bethesda.
I mean, I would say it's Stardew Valley. Kind of meets Terraria, but it's like procedurally generated, up to 8-player.
Wow, you
co-op,
mentioned
so can play with
Terraria. That's
8-player
all of your
co-op.
friends,
That's pretty cool.
unless you have way more friends than me.
Yeah, we think that's why they have the
It's
fart
just-
pillows.
Every run is going to be different. 'Cause it's all
RMT,
based on
'cause,
seeds, so you can
they're
have different
uncomfortable.
save files for different friends and pairings. It's really, really cool.
You can actually use your same character in different save files. So if you're playing by yourself or in your friend's server, you can use the same character, or you can make a new character for their server.
I'm gonna grab a
so
string
it's kinda
cheese.
like
I'll
you
be
can
right
visit
back.
their home.
And boss fights.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Oh, the boss fights are so
Wait, ABF can leave, but Nerd Slap can't.
He's lying. He's going to grab a brownie.
So different boss fights.
Shut
have
up.
different mechanics. The boss system
See?
in this
I
game
told
is
you.
actually
Oh, you are so fired.
I have killed, I think, all of the
Ratted
bosses
about.
in the game as of right now, so I can't wait for the update. For the new stuff.
For a new one.
Then finally in that section we had Dusk Fade from Weird Beluga and
That's the
Fireshine.
one right there. That's the one.
I was thinking that game looks pretty fun.
Love letter to the
I don't really
golden
like
era
the
of 3D action platforming
Look at the
like
main
Jack and
character,
Daxter
but
in Ratchet
like
and Clank.
gameplay looks fun.
That whole era,
Yeah, like Jack and
PS1,
Daxter,
that is PS2 era.
Ratchet
That's
and
what
Clank.
was screaming at me.
Yeah, Ratchet
Yeah?
and Clank.
Yeah, and then there's boss fights
Bro.
with dodge rolls and health bars, so therefore it is a
All
Souls
right.
like.
And we saw so many different environments too.
These guys
Well,
got
you
to
know,
stop
like some
talking.
games, you see the gameplay and
She's
you're
about
just
to lose her mind.
They need a little bit
I was
of
gonna say, like,
duct
you see
tape.
some gameplay and you just like.
Well, the
you
problem
know
is
it's gonna feel
they
good in the hand.
show
tell by
3
watching
games and then they
somebody else
talk
play
about
that.
all 3
Yeah,
games.
there's so
It
much
seems like they're
dopamine being-
And then
talking
you actually play it and you get destroyed.
more than
Yeah,
they
and you're
are.
like, I'm not that good, but I will get there.
I kind of understand how they.
It's like cute.
Why they do
It's
that?
it looks.
If
like a
anything,
fun
maybe they
game,
should have
like
split
you
this
would
up
let your
into
kids
2
play as
shows.
Is it like a good combination of
Yeah,
all
I think
it's
it
all
is
like
just
a little
too
bit
long.
Kingdom Hearts there. a
They
little
could have
bit-
split.
There
They could
isn't
have
many
easily.
left. Or
Yeah, the
like,
sword.
gotta be
When the
maybe
devs
We can usually-
describe a
games
game
that I
as a
haven't
love
seen
letter
on
to a
this.
certain genre or
It's
to
easy
other
to watch a
games,
3-hour
not
I don't know how
podcast
many
if
of
both
those
are
are
compelling and
either.
interesting.
If it's a level of
I definitely
would
missed
say
some
that
too, so
there has
this
to be some level of
there can only be a
confidence there.
couple.
Like I know what I
He's
have
been
and
wanting. The guy in the
so
middle
I
has been
call
wanting
it
to join the
love letter
couch
because I
party for
know
a
when they
while.
see it, they're gonna feel the same.
Because you talked about me stealing brownies, Jess ran in and
Next up, we have
watched
Shadow of
me
the Road coming
get
from
string
Outcast
cheese
as well,
out of the
another
fridge.
indie game
my
from
God.
the dev. There is
I
Dark
couldn't
Rider,
get a
Watch you
brownie.
like a hawk,
as
like-
well as
Couldn't get
Quickly
one.
from Black Mill Games.
Doing the Lord's work. I'm helping
I
you win.
missed any games before I got here.
Look, I'm helping you win, ABM. Okay. You may hate me for it now, but in the long run, you'll thank me.
I'm already down like 4 something pounds.
And so you avoided gaining 1 pound back from the brownie.
It wouldn't have been that much. It'd be worth it. It would have been worth it, okay?
Maybe now.
Nerd slap the snack narc. Good job, Night Saber.
Look, y'all can call me a snitch, a narc, whatever you gotta do, but I'm helping him win.
Nerd slaps. He spoils all the fun. And then gaslights.
See, I like this suggestion from Sal.
Dude, that's hilarious. Dagnall, you see this?
I like it.
I only
Don't like
missed
it.
3. They need notes from Nag. Every review is no more than 3 sentences. Yeah.
Or in some cases, 3 words.
Fine to me. Yeah. It is good looking game.
It is good. It is bad.
It is good looking game.
Good looking game.
I'm here
Move
to
on.
tell you about our first game, Starfinder Afterlife.
Starfinder
licensed from
Afterlife.
Paizo.
Our first game.
At
Press
its core,
spacebar to start the
Starfinder
demo.
Afterlife, it's a party-based RPG in a universe that mixes
Mouse
technology
keyboard
and magic.
user.
We focus
Superior.
on creating great storytelling inspired by movies like Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's why he
or
hasn't
shows
even
like
started the
Firefly.
game yet. Oh, and he's not going to either. It's just a. Oh,
Well, in the
oh,
game, you
okay.
will create your own character. In the demo, you play as one of the companions, Sterling.
Whoa,
this
you
is
create your own
Baldur's
character?
Gate?
That's never been done.
So you give orders? Naughty.
This is just Baldur's Gate, but steampunk.
Baldur's Gate, but alcoholic.
Thanks to the
Interesting.
success of our Kickstarter,
I mean, can you
our
co-op
game
play
will
with it
have
though?
Full voiceover. The dialogue system
That's a good
is
question.
the main way to introduce the player to the lore of the world.
Because Baldur's Gate was a lot of fun with 3 other people.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get our schedules lined up to be able to do it, so it took us forever to finish the game, but
I still haven't been able to beat it, but I'm already like
so-
I'm like 200 hours in, and I still haven't finished it. I'm
I
like,
haven't even
so
played
long.
well, I know people that have played it like 3 or 4 times through, and they're
Oh,
still
no.
wanting to go back. And I'm like,
Narrated
how?
by Pedro Pascal.
Those are people that really,
If you
really,
have
really
the
like
sudden
D&D
weird
games,
feeling of being naked,
which is pretty cool.
This
Oh,
is
that
the guy who
voice.
plays.
Jesus
This is the
like
guy
an
who
X-ray
plays Arthur
machine.
Morgan.
That is
by the
certainly
looks on her
is.
face, she either thinks you're a joke or it's her favorite song playing.
It's gotta be.
That was our narrator, Roger Clark, known from
Yep.
the Red Dead Redemption series, giving the right space western feeling we're looking for in the game.
Of course, I got the cowboy legend.
Yeah, sorry to ruin happy hour for you, but I have bad news about the big one and the runt. Don't worry. I promise not to say I told you so.
Luke here is referring to Tycho and Cole, our friends, that after a heist.
This is
gone
why I
wrong,
say Jess is
should
the
meet
best
us
mod.
here.
Maybe I
Luke
should
seems to
make dinner
know
tonight then,
something about
Jess. We'll do steaks. That's what I'm good at.
If you push Lou about the
Medium
information
rare.
she's skipping, She's
Or
going to be
medium?
annoyed, and that will lower
Medium rare.
your approval with her.
That's
and
what I
limit
shoot
the
for, and if I
potential
make a
romance
mistake, it
options.
ends up medium, and it's still alright.
Oh yeah. Look, at least it's
Yeah.
not well done or shoe
Hot
leather.
shot? I own the info. I choose how to deliver
Some
it.
people like eating rubber. Nerd slap, don't judge.
Isaac.
All right.
Yeah.
They were ambushed at Secubot offices. They knew they were coming, so now the odd couple needs our help. Happy now?
I'm the narrator, Dutch.
I'm the narrator.
We start the combat right away. The security robots are looking for us and are waiting.
Follow the goddamn plan.
Time for my close-up.
The
I don't like
game
the
uses a
voices.
battle-tested system of Pathfinder 2nd Edition with 3 actions per turn. Lu already starts in a very good place. She's a support character, so it's better for her to stay behind. She will use the ability
That's a good one,
Venom
John.
to give a bonus to
Ugh,
Sterling
probably
when
right.
he attacks a specific character, and then shoot again.
This game doesn't interest me.
It does look like it plays out like Baldur's Gate.
But just I don't know. I guess it
Sterling
just
is
looks
what makes more
more
sense.
boring.
Close our
I
distance
guess,
and use
It
our
does.
energy weapon.
and it doesn't.
Even that swing, why was it so slow? Make it more. I don't know.
And I mean, it could be something that they haven't talked about yet. But so far, I don't think I've heard anything about co-op or multiplayer.
For combat, we decided to stay away
This
from
is the
a
slowest
grid-based
presentation
system
I've ever watched
that
in my
gave
life.
the feeling of a tabletop simulator.
What happened to charisma? It just abandoned the room.
Time for my close-up.
Please no.
The
Please no
characters are
close-ups.
so annoying. Time for my close-up.
This is it. The team is in full production to release the first 10 hours in early access for summer next year. We cannot wait to show you more. Thanks for watching.
What is this?
Now this
World War
is
I.
at least.
I'm already
kind of
interested.
This is a
Gallipoli?
hardcore multiplayer first-person shooter set in the Middle Eastern theater of World War One. It features
Cool. Dude.
authentic
Mm.
weapons, locations,
Okay.
and factions.
I'm
that you
interested.
Play with 50-player servers. How we approach it is we have a,
Oh,
a
50
unique
player,
blend
okay.
of arcade where we
This
don't
kinda came out of nowhere.
compromise on is
Yeah.
picking the locations. Those are always the actual battles.
Gallipoli.
The weapons, the ones
Release
that
from
are
front.
actually used,
Oh,
and
nice.
uniforms that are as accurate as
This is,
possibly used.
Battlefield
Sets us apart
1
there. We
from-
go quite deep on the history, but then again we're more accessible than say some of the military simulators. It's easy to jump into. Game is a bit more approachable. So in that way, it sets it apart from another subgenre in the shooters as well. If you wield one of the rifles in the game, the bolt action rifles, you expect it to be one shot, one kill. The rest of the game is built around that premise. So yes, rifles are one shot kill, but then again, it must not be the case that somebody goes around the corner and kills the entire team in 1 second.
agree.
So,
Time for
especially
my
in
close-up
multiplayer,
to
the
this.
fairness concept,
War.
must be here too. So everything's built sort of around making sure that the game feels fair. So that there's a balance between in the gunplay that needs to happen, as well as in the way we handle spawning.
played
and
Hold
how
Fast.
quick you are back into the battle. You're very quick to be in combat here. So there's other quirky weapons that are part of the arsenal.
Yeah, I just got one question. Where is the woman with a prosthetic limb who's a complete badass in World War One?
No, that was World War II in Battlefield 5, I think.
Some geodata, a lot of investigation on images.
Yeah, there
how
was a
it
woman
together, how it
in
looked like when it
Battlefield
was,
1, but it was
when
just
the battle
like a
took place,
Oh, was there?
under
Target
fire.
practice?
You have a difficulty
All the
reloading
controversy
your weapon,
came
for instance,
Oh,
and that's
wow.
that
from
custom animations to it.
Battlefield
So,
5, I think.
it's quite elaborate.
it?
Not
Yeah,
a lot of
mostly.
games, if at all.
I think it was Battlefield 5.
After.
Really dynamic based
Before.
on what
It was
happens.
just
It's
before,
still,
yeah.
fair in a way that the rules are predictable. It's not a random jamming system. It's really dependent on what the player does. One of the cooler things is that you can now build stuff together. Part of the game mode will be that you are able to construct objectives and machine guns and other things together. It's kind of like our evolution of the game mode we had in Isonzo.
It looks like they got
taken to 11,
the weapons and
where it's
stuff
really, you fight over a certain
accurate.
area. Once it's captured, you have to construct.
Yeah, like I'm
things
actually
together, and then
intrigued in
you
this game.
consolidate your
Yeah, and the
position.
fact that like you can build your objective or something.
Guys, first
In
we
fact, I'm
looked
gonna
at
wish list
Shadow
it.
of the
Gallipoli?
Road there.
Mhm.
Story tactical driven RPG in Japan, but also some like supernatural stuff going on.
Okay, so I actually played the demo for this game, and it was super fun. It
No
felt kind
release
of like
date,
XCOM
2026 it says.
meets like Samurai, but there were like very unique twists. The final fight in the demo is actually really sick. I hope you enjoy it. There was like cool mechanics, and I don't know.
I think it would help
Give
if they had like
demo
the
a
game
go
they're
and
talking about
fun
right
stuff.
here
If
where
you
the
like
table
kind
is.
of like XCOM tactical,
It's still
maybe even a little bit of like the Baldur's Gate.
They bring up 3 games.
Definitely
They show you 3 games and they
There's
talk
a
about the
late
first game.
2026
So
release
it's like
for this game.
one that's
I would say
not fresh.
to me, someone who doesn't play these types of games, I just think the
I like how our chat
the
blanket keeps
storyline-
covering
not
up
the
their
storyline,
QR
like the
code
environment
also.
is cool. It's Japan with supernatural elements. Like you saw that big robot walking.
There's no
Sci-fi,
grifting
that's
allowed
like the trend
here.
Now is like taking certain
Yeah.
settings and combining it with sci-fi. That's really cool.
I'm not sure I would say it's sci-fi, but I would say like mythology. It's just some really sick stuff. There was a lot of
Mythology, is that what she said?
exploration, and exploration is actually quite
Mythology.
cool. You can like change things in the world.
Mythology with
Then
2
we have
eyes.
Starfinder coming from Epic Tellers. That's going to be in early access in 2026 as of right now, and the demo is actually going to be available soon during Steam Next Fest. So when this airs, that will be a month away.
So I actually got to talk with the devs. They were very happy that the Kickstarter was doing so well. They also got a very good.
Wait, this game is
team in the
Kickstarted or
voice
which
acting
game?
team, and the game seems super exciting. I can't
Are they
wait
talking
to
about
hear more
Gallipoli or a different one?
being built
I
off
think
of
they're talking about the first
Pathfinder,
one before
like,
that.
second
Okay,
edition.
I gotcha.
You know, there's going to be a lot of depth and complexity when it comes to combat too. So, I mean, I can see why people are excited. I can just certainly see.
But to me, what I can already appreciate looking at it is, okay, you guys obviously paid a lot of attention.
Yeah, I
to
think
your
they're
art
talking
style,
about
you know, like the
Starfinder.
Persona vibes of the pop-ups. I
If
think it's
if
really
the
cool,
QR
and as
code
we know,
represents
voice
the game they're
acting as
talking
well.
about.
Okay.
And they have a couple notable names.
Sombra
Um,
from Overwatch.
Yeah, so they put a lot of detail into those, which I can appreciate, even as someone who doesn't.
And funnily enough, this character that I mentioned, that's this larvae with this grub-like character with a grub, is actually voiced by the same VA as Asteria. So
Can we get the lady who did the presentation for the Galaxy Showcase?
Preach is also voice acted by Neil Bone, and he's also the director of the voice acting in this game.
That's crazy.
Then we had World War I Gallipoli as our final one. Jake.
Now they're talking about it.
How did he pronounce it?
I mean, I remember you saying in
Gallipoli?
the interview, it felt like a high school
That's
lesson for you listening.
Yeah, it was awesome to talk to Josh, and he gave me a real quick pronunciation lesson because luckily I got his
Okay.
name right, and I didn't get the name of the game right because being from Iowa, I said Gallipoli, and it is pronounced Gallipoli. Long story short, Gallipoli.
I'm gonna call it Gallipoli.
Is covering the Ottoman
Yeah.
front, the Eastern
I'm gonna
front,
call it
all this,
Gallipoli.
And what you'll find with Black Mill Games is they always
'Cause I'm a
have realistic
fucking
weaponry
American.
for the side they're covering and for the time being World War I, and they don't miss that here.
Well, the uniforms, there's so much attention to detail, and they even have some unique gameplay systems, like the suppression system, where
Coolest thing.
it's basically like when the fire's coming in, like you'll start to struggle reloading and stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen I'm sure I don't know if
Interesting.
it's been done or not, but I can't recall another game that's done that.
But it's so clever because, of course, you'd struggle reloading when bullets are whizzing
What
by.
that does for
Yeah.
your level of immersion is
And just to remind you guys, this game, I think they do have a PvP focus, but they're also working on a single-player campaign.
Yeah, they want to do it justice of telling stories of actual battles that did take place, and they're going to continue this string. Like they're going to continue. I even asked them like, what do you progress forward on as a studio? Like he's like, well, we got a lot to do still for World War I. It was a big war and it lasted a long time, and so they're not even done here. And luckily, they have found themselves a diehard audience that wants to see this story told, battle to battle, all encompassing the same war.
Well, and it's such a fascinating way to be able to preserve that piece of history.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like in an interactive way where people can kind of go boots on the ground and see what it was like in of course, a gamified version, but I think it helps educate a whole new generation on something that would otherwise kind of be forgotten.
Yeah, it makes me want to play Battlefield.
Okay,
One.
I think this might be the last one.
Okay.
This has got to be.
Let's just say right now, at the end of this, we're done, even if there's more. Okay.
Oh no,
You guys
there's
good
no,
with that?
there's no but
Unless
there's
there's
more.
some like groundbreaking announcement, like
yeah, if they're like
next half
also a
life.
world
3.
premiere, we'll stick around for that. Yeah,
Yeah, but okay.
Game in Dino
Yeah.
Blade coming from Team Spino. Incredible looking game. And we also have exclusive interview content with Crimson Desert.
yeah, because I think people want to stick around for.
Okay,
Crimson
so
Desert.
where wins meet first?
Crimson Desert is
Can
gonna
it
be the last one.
In.
Does
It's
the
basically
moon
last.
or the south still shine bright?
Well, that's a powerful leaf.
Okay.
Apparently, you're fighting the pit in Jiffy Lube.
Yep. I think Smooth made a good point though about how this is still is edited.
Yes, it is. I did notice that there's lots of jump cuts that they were trying to conceal a little bit during the interview stuff.
That's pretty sick how the words turn into
It is cool.
the art style.
Not my
3.5
kind of
hours that we've been streaming.
Yeah, the monsters in this game are crazy.
Ronan, he translated it for us. It's Bing cheering.
I'm not gonna show this whole battle though.
I do like how this looks like a old Japanese painting.
Yeah. Chinese.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But yeah, they do look very similar.
Just stop oil, okay?
Pretty sure that's actually a guy.
Yeah.
I think I
can play.
I think they actually are going to show the whole fight.
It's tough to say where wins meet is a shitty game though when it's free, you know?
Right.
You know,
I mean, I played it. I like it. I like it.
It makes it pretty tough.
First Descendant is still the best free
There was
game.
more you could do with friends.
Yeah.
Very limited.
People made Keanu Reeves in this game.
It's got some extensive.
The character customization is pretty wild. Yeah, I think they're showing the whole fight.
Yeah, Matt, we're gonna quit here pretty soon after these 3 games.
Yeah.
By the speed of which it's going, probably by 4-hour mark.
No.
I will say I like that the visual of like the liquid he's standing on.
Yeah. Visually awesome. Fighting this guy.
I mean, now we know how to beat this boss.
Yeah, watch the video.
I kind of prefer this than the developer talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
same.
fair. That is fair.
That's fair.
Ooh.
Now watch him cut over to the developer talking.
I'm gonna show you the end of the game right here.
Spoiler. I'm kidding.
Man, it's pretty new. Yeah, came out a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, I'd
it's
say like
free.
maybe even 3 at most.
Yeah.
Free game, so yeah.
Version 1.2.
Comes out tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
That releases tomorrow. Wow. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Dinosaurs!
Dinosaurs
Hell
with
yeah.
blades.
Everybody calm down. There's dinosaurs.
I like dinosaurs.
It's actually
I
kind of
know.
shitty.
Surprised they didn't call it
Dinosaur.
Dino.
What the heck?
Yes, this is the game.
Dino Blade.
Dinosaur.
I played it. I've played it. It's actually
You played this?
yes. There's a demo out.
Oh.
Yo,
Okay.
AP, this reminds me of that meme of like the crab holding a kitchen knife.
Yes, yes. Well, this wasn't originally supposed to be a game. Someone just made an animation of a Stegosaurus with a blade in his mouth, and people were like, this needs to be a game, and so.
Yo, that's a T-Rex just holding an Ankylosaurus in his mouth, whipping
Yes.
it around.
Yep, that's a boss you can fight.
Hard one.
Extinct.
Extinct, dude.
It's,
All right,
it's a
I'm
fun
downloading
game.
the demo. I'm downloading the demo.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to.
And here, the game we've all been waiting for.
Is it? Ooh,
Based on the
exclusive
trailers and based on a bunch of things that I've seen about this game, you can clearly slay dragons. Is that true?
There are dragons in the game.
Yeah, mechanical
and
dragon.
you can
That's
fight them.
crazy looking.
We haven't revealed.
I'm just gonna say this
yet
about
whether
the
or not
Dino
you
Blade
can
game.
actually
They missed
slay
a
them.
perfect
But
opportunity
you
called
can
Dino
fly
Swords.
them.
Can you lay them?
I'm sorry to the Lua fans, but at this point we're not
Dino sword
confirming
of
whether or not
Riz.
there's dragon relations.
Could you speak a little bit to
She
how
said you
big
can
this game is?
We've been seeing some news out there with some specific numbers
Dragon
floating around about how big
relations?
the map is.
Yes.
I don't think numbers
No,
really
it
do it
was-
justice because how
That
big
was
is
a
that in
joke.
terms of scope and scale? But what we can say is the world's at least twice as big as the open world and playable area of Skyrim. It's larger than the map of a Red Dead
Now,
Redemption.
this
2.
is a game I would
Open
play,
world games
John.
are about doing things,
I just
having
dino
activities,
nuggies.
having distractions. So we
That
wanted
actually
to
pretty
create
cool.
a world
Is that a
that's
bear
not
or a gorilla?
only massive, but is also
It's
incredibly
like a party animal sort of
Obviously, you and
game,
your community,
but your
Lua,
Dino Nuggets.
care a lot about romance systems. This is not that type of game in terms of RPG elements and decision
So there's
making.
no romance.
What it is,
Congratulations.
though, is you
So
choose
stupid.
the type of character that you want to play as in terms of your progression within the systems in the game. And then through basically headcanon, you're having this very different experience than other players because of the scope and scale of the game. You'll be distracted by
The fact that
something.
you can have
You'll go
dinosaurs
on this
and
quest
mechs
line,
in
you'll
the
have
same
an
game in the
experience
wild.
that'll be radically different than someone else, even though they're playing the same game. The guiding principle for the game is around empowering the player and not forcing them into specific choices. There's a lot of time between now and
I like the
launch,
sound of that.
in March
Damn it,
for
Gunnar.
us to be able to elaborate on
Yes,
the
it
systems, show people if they have, say, I have an hour
Keep
to
going,
jump in and play
Gunnar.
this
Keep
game
going.
after work, what is my experience going to look like? So we've done a little bit of showing.
Maybe you
when
have to, like,
you're
I need
not
more
in
ammo for
combat,
these.
How you're taking advantage and interacting in the world, harvesting resource, gathering them for a whole crafting system that we have in the game for equipment as well as.
You can build your house apparently.
What is it Souls like?
There is a house. The world is made to be interacted with, and that's also how you learn about the world.
So there's housing?
by talking to NPCs, by
Yeah.
picking
I like it
up
when they do
things.
that.
Affordable
Then
housing.
you've learned, and your codex will have been updated about
Do it
the
yourself
chicken.
housing.
What about things that go beyond like fighting? Is there like puzzles? Is there like different types of quests?
That's a great question. One of the things that we showcased, we had a team over to Korea to do a deep dive kind of behind the scenes last September. They came out and we showed them a glimpse of a bunch of different systems. One of the systems that we showed them was in what we call the aerial abyss. It's
Okay,
those
so I'm guessing
sky
you can turn
islands
those
that you
stones
see.
I think this is coming out in a couple months.
That's a very important.
Yeah, I think I saw
pivotal part
March.
in the
Yeah, March.
Oh, okay,
story
yeah,
and
I've seen it.
mystery
I think.
surrounding the world. In those sky islands, there are puzzles. They all have a different vibe, if you will, and
March 19th.
treasures and rewards for completing
Oh,
them.
they said it again.
Puzzles have
Where-
vibes.
The puzzles
where can
have
they get it?
vibes,
What does that look
guys.
like for you guys?
The game
Hey,
comes
it's
out
really
on
puzzling,
March
guys.
19th. across basically every platform. It'll be available
Can't
on
escape that
consoles, on
freaking word.
PS5, as well as Xbox Series X.
You're gonna be hearing that in your nightmares. It's like
as well as natively on Mac.
vibe. Oh no.
First, let's
can't wait
start
to
with Where Winds Be.
play the,
well, since the
Vibey
game came
Bubbles.
out, I have played basically every day that game since it came out. I really like it. I love how many we just did get new footage of a boss fight, but the game is like goes way beyond
Inject
this.
it right into my
You can
veins.
play it
Yeah, I
single
don't really
player,
like
you
the
can do
vibe you're
everything
giving
by
off right now,
yourself,
Shock.
You can play with friends.
Yeah, come on.
You can have a guild.
Getting bad vibes from that.
The game is mind blowing, especially because it's
The
free. It's not
puzzle-like.
pay to win.
Puzzle-like.
Everything in there is cosmetic.
So Where Winds Meet is such a crazy game because, for one, it's free,
Yeah.
which is wild. It's monetized exclusively through cosmetics.
Well, I don't like this
so
format.
they've even said we will never monetize
Or at least just show
power within the game, which I think is the way it should be.
Yeah.
But
That dude
they
in the
also
middle's
have,
been playing RuneScape
it
this
has
whole
kind of two
time on
sides
his
to it, where it
laptop,
does have
hasn't
the
he?
single player adventure side because you can play by
100%.
yourself. You can play co-op, going through like the new boss fight
The only reason
together
I
with
ever
your friends, and then there's also
Gotta
a
get
side of
to,
it which is heavily inspired by classical
99
MMOs,
every class.
where like a player does something bad, they get put in
And
the
then
back
get
of
to
a cart,
110.
and everybody comes in and throws.
Right? Is it
tomatoes at
110 the
them.
I
max?
feel like it's a modern MMO that actually knows the audience. Like we
Yeah, I'm
love
pretty
seeing
sure.
those kind of
It's been a
things, and
while
those are the
since
kind
I
of
played
things that also
RuneScape, but
appeal
yeah.
to. It doesn't matter Eastern or Western, but those are the kind of things that people are going to talk about.
Reminds me
This
of
game is shocking on how much depth it has.
There
Like,
really is nothing like it. Like,
God,
like
the game is beautiful.
Damn, it feels good.
it's
to be a game.
absolutely crazy, and every boss fight is different and visually
Oh, damn,
pretty
nice saber.
stunning. I would say.
Speaking of, we watched the boss fight, the Master's Message. It seems like it's based on, obviously, you're reading the Master's Message. You have to fight a different version of this ink boss. While we were watching it, you, Rob, specifically, were like you haven't played this game, but you're
Yeah,
watching it and you're thinking, wow, maybe I should play this
Yeah,
game.
absolutely. Yeah.
Why? Like, what looks good
It
about
looks so satisfying.
I'll take a
there's
shot of
something
water.
about- you know how it is
Great
fighting
idea.
a boss, and it's like the movement's almost fluid, and you're
No,
almost
stuff like,
like
dude, I
in a
just need
rhythm
something
with
to
the boss
dull
and
the
their
dull
moveset.
pain.
That's what makes games like that are boss centric so satisfying to play. There's something about mastering a boss's moveset.
I'm just gonna focus on
Well, I
really
think
enjoying
a lot
the
of people like the
C4
combat.
while I
Dude,
talk.
mine's
All
been
that stuff you
empty
said,
for the
very true
while
and
now.
very expansive. And then the flip side is
The combat is also really good.
Yeah, it looks very good. I think that's like
C4.
Focused on the good
about it. It's
things.
just the fact that it's free to play. Even myself,
I ate some
before it was
string cheese,
released,
so
I was so skeptical of it. It's like, there's no way.
Sandwich.
There's a catch. There's got to be, because naturally, with the nature of our industry, there's been so much free-to-play stuff that comes out, and you're like, not what I expected. But this seems to be like a really, really quality game.
Then we also saw Dino Blade here, which an action
Dude,
game.
another sick game!
Some information, an action game centered, obviously fighting as a dinosaur with a sword. The demo is available on Steam
you,
right
they're
now for
getting
PC. It's about
closer.
an hour-long demo, so you can play it if you want, have some fun. We got to see a new
The
dinosaur
ending of the
in that
stream is
trailer
like
that's
a
never been
never-ending
seen before.
hallway. It's like you
It's
feel like you're
planned
getting
for release
closer, but
still in 2026,
It just
so
keeps
sometime
stretching.
next year. No
Yeah.
specific date right now. I'm kicking it to Rob first.
Dinosaurs with sword, like it's a dinosaur.
I need Kate Bush to help me find my way out of this.
Like, dude, like just watching the trailer, like I could feel my testosterone rising. Like my bench press max went up like 20 pounds.
Okay, then.
Because I could,
The music and everything. just
dude,
really-
I could do the Linkin Park.
I think he was
montage.
already at
X'd out.
0. That's
Yeah.
why.
It's
That's
so
why he felt like
weird.
one
It's
testosterone get
ridiculous.
generated.
Like,
I love
give it to
it.
me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I-
just like
Highly
break the
anticipated,
X
I think,
key
across the
and
board,
press
just 'cause
X to
it's
downward.
like so fun. It's such a gamer game. Dinosaur swords. Like,
such
you
a
can't really
gamer
beat
game.
that.
That's been
Gun ho!
Then
No.
things
It's a
off we have
pre-show?
the
No.
Desert.
No, don't put that evil on me,
Another
Ricky
crazy
Bobby.
good-
Everyone familiar with, I would say. It's been marketed for a very long time. People know it's coming. It's coming from Pearl Abyss, which is Black Desert as well.
The entire game is built on their proprietary engine, which it was fascinating to hear how they've broken it down, because like you see Crimson Desert and so many things about it look too good to be true. They look crazy. They have
They have their own
hundreds of
engine?
enemies on
That's actually
screen.
pretty
They
cool.
have all of this physics simulation. They have crazy stuff where like they have sky islands. You can jump down from straight down to the surface. Like
Can I just just to explain the physics simulation that he's talking about? So, for example, if you have like a siege weapon and you throw
Why not
a
let him
bolt
explain
at
it?
a house, you can actually see the
on,
destruction
woman
starting
explaining.
from where the bolt hit and everything else falling down, falling through it.
Well, and people see that, and from our frame of like, you know, standard open worlds in Unreal Engine 5 or something, not that that's a bad engine or anything, but like we see that and we assume, okay, it's going to run terribly. Okay, it's going to have frame drops or it's going to stutter. Okay, this or that. But this is an engine that they have built from the ground up with this game basically in mind. And it's just absolutely crazy because we've had the chance to play it. And that just is what the game is. It's ridiculous and crazy. And what's even crazier is that Will even shared with us some very special information that we are breaking here for the first time.
The size of the game
You're trapped
is
here
2.
forever.
No.
Skyrim.
This is a purgatory.
We didn't even rehearse that.
Can't do it anymore.
No, that just happened.
It's twice the size of Skyrim. It's actually bigger than the entire map of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Which is crazy.
Which I love that Will follows up by saying size doesn't matter, but in our game, it kind of does.
But like, we're bigger. It's crazy.
Well, I saw
He
from
knows
the
a lot
first
about
gameplay
that
clip
statement,
that you
doesn't
could
he?
ride a dragon and a bear. Like,
Yeah,
quite
and his
honestly, I don't know
boyfriend's
how
sitting
my
right
body's
next to
gonna
him.
keep up with this level of testosterone. Between that
It is not the
Dinoblade,
first
like,
game.
dude,
It is
it's
not
a-
the
there was a
first game.
dinosaur to
We're
ride,
gonna
we'd
see
be
you
in trouble.
next year for the next show, and you're just gonna be walking around.
Guys,
on 40
it's not
pounds
the
of
first game
lean
that you can
mass.
ride a bear.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say? Not the first game you can ride a bear. It might be true, but
Different kind of ride.
Baldur's Gate 3 right
but also when you drop a line like that, you mentioned
Oh,
confidence.
dear.
Like, you don't drop a line like that without knowing that you are confident in your game.
They are
you
putting
mentioned that for a
themselves
reason.
in the same bucket as Skyrim and Red Dead 2, and I think that tells you all you need to know about their
I like your
confidence
thinking,
level of where
Sal.
they're at.
coming March 19th.
Coming March 19th.
People act like you can't lie and overhype your game. I'm just saying, like,
Thank you, those of
I-
you who
I
stayed
have-
with us from beginning to end. We really
Ed!
appreciate you.
She said
This has
Ed.
been a blast
Oh.
to work
No.
with on the background. Those guys have been.
I don't. I
it's
don't
actually
believe it.
happening.
I think there's a
They
thing
said
you
those
in
were
a,
the
in
final
a few
3
different
games.
directions we would all
I don't
probably
believe it.
feel.
The game of the
One,
year is the escape we have.
Obviously, for like myself, think the team, production team as well. I think this is awesome. Very cool that you guys were all down to try to do this. It's like a new thing. Also, thank you to the audience, right? Like whoever is watching this and trying to engage in something new, it does mean a lot to us and the developers.
Thank you so much to the devs for taking us
Yeah.
seriously and. You
They all
know,
need to do
being
Nagnal
excited
outros.
to share with us what you have shared, to talk with us.
Our goal was to really try to lower the barrier for a lot of developers to be able to showcase their
I
games,
think
even
I
if
think
they
next
don't
year
have a crazy
we need to send
marketing budget,
Nagnal
or they
out there
don't
to teach
have
them how to
some
do
big
intros
publisher
and
that
I will
can,
say
you know,
this.
brute force it. And
The one
I mean,
benefit
the
of this is
crazy
the
amounts of
woman wasn't the
talent
one who
that
talked the
we
most.
saw put on display today is wild, and I think we're all very humbled that we had the chance to check it out and share it with you.
Thank you for having us.
It's also something that we can look forward to
Thank you
a
for having
little
us.
bit,
You
where
forced us to
we
stay
did this
here.
in a pretty small time frame.
Who said
I
we're
would
looking
say.
forward
Yeah,
to
you
You
this?
guys have no
next
idea.
year?
Yeah, we started talking like 3 or 4 months ago.
And a lot of people that we
Okay.
spoke to, publishers and devs, again, thank you again, because they worked very hard.
All right, that's it.
Oh, thank God.
We're stopping there.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
It's gotta be.
This has to be a dream because did we get to the end? Is it a dream?
Let's start with Atomic Patriot.
I'm
We're
tired.
doing outros now.
No, I was fun to be here. This was a very long showcase. I was expecting an hour and a half, not 3.5 hours. That was wild.
I didn't expect that long either. I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
like 2, maybe just over 2 hours. Ugh.
Yeah, but no,
As a
this oh,
First
dude,
time
it
game
was
show, or-
you started to feel the feel how slow and how uncharismatic the hosts were of the show.
Yeah,
But
I think,
yeah, no,
I think the
it's-
issue is that they had too many hosts also.
Yeah, but no, it was fun to be here, and I mean, you can find me on YouTube, on X, on Kick whenever I upload there, and on Criticless. But yeah, I was again happy to be here.
Sweet.
Until
Yeah,
it
thanks for
started to feel
hanging
like
out.
1,000 years.
All right, I'll take the blanket off of Nagrinol. Do you feel insecure now that I took the blanket off, or do you want your safety blanket back?
Yeah, give me a blanket.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Sorry about
And
that.
some marshmallows.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know. You can find me on my channel over here, Nagnal, YouTube, Kick, X,
Sweet.
Twitter, everywhere.
There and everywhere. Okay. So.
Yeah, go watch
Yep,
my videos.
that's
See,
That's how they
sense.
need to do their intros and outros.
Okay,
dying.
Wayfarer. I'm just gonna say, as you say, welcome to the big leagues. Apparently, to my haters, I'm now affiliated with Anger Badger.
Anger Badger?
That's what they typed.
Naganal, your outro was odd. I just want to say, like, you know, if you're ordering a sandwich from Subway, you'd be like, I'll have tomato and everything. Right?
No,
That's basically what you said. You're like, find me on my channel and everywhere.
Yeah, same name everywhere.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So he's on. So he's
Telling you,
admitting
like,
he's on only
that-
he's on
this
OnlyFans.
name, literally
He-
everywhere.
He said you can find him literally everywhere.
Go
So he's
there.
on OnlyFans.
Go there, type in Naganal.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter,
Uh-huh.
PlayStation, Xbox.
Isaac knows a lot about
Steam.
Naganal's OnlyFans.
Grinder.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Grindr,
Okay.
Yep.
Nerd Slap.
Well, I am gonna go and put on my brand new white jacket and my brand new helmet, and I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my padded cell for the time being. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you order a padded cell?
Oh, I did, and it just arrived. So I'm gonna go check that out. But nah, you can find me over on my Kick channel, my YouTube channel. Currently trying to get to 200 on Kick, 100 on YouTube. So if we could get there by the end of the month, that'd be awesome. But yeah, this was I'll say fun. So I'm glad it's over. So
Fun until it wasn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry it's over. I know you wanted it to go a bit longer.
They should have gone another like 8 hours.
8 only, man. Those are rookie numbers.
I know that's just for today though. They could have done like
numbers
another
up.
week of this. I'm just
You know,
saying.
we'll,
24-hour streams every day for 7 weeks straight.
Hop in Discord and we'll do a rewatch of this a couple
Oh,
times.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually watch ABF stream of it.
Can we actually, after that, watch all of Rings of Power too?
Yes, we could do that.
Dude, let's
Does
go.
Jess know about that?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Nope, she's not listening.
She's not listening.
No.
He's probably modding for the
Yeah.
big fig.
Otherwise, yeah, all of a sudden you would hear like a 5-second
I,
delay.
I agree. I agree with John Ambler. I agree with John Ambler.
Oh.
That is true.
Oh, she's not reacting all of a sudden?
Wow.
Is it too cold in this house?
Is it because I said it?
Oh. Well. All right.
Hey,
Dr.
whoever my
Phil.
bunkmates are, that's my business, Wayfarer. Don't ask any questions.
It's
All right.
Mr. Clean.
Well, thanks everybody for sticking around this long. We managed to hold like 50 viewers, like pretty
Yeah, I
much
did.
for 4 hours
Yeah,
straight.
wow,
So
holy
that was pretty crazy.
Did we get
The
this
show,
one?
Any
the
super
show,
chats we
yeah, we did.
Okay.
The stream was train out of
Okay.
10.
Did we? It just came in, didn't it?
Did it just come in? Oh, you
It-
know what?
it-
He said that earlier though. That's why I thought yeah.
Oh.
I think he
okay.
typed it in chat and you highlighted it, and then he said it in super chat.
Yes. The stream. This stream
Oh,
was train out of 10.
awesome.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
okay.
I think that's
Thank
good.
Yeah.
Inject
all
it
right.
into my veins.
I liked it. I like
Train
that.
out of town.
Inject into my trains.
Damn. That didn't even work right, but it kind of did.
It didn't work to begin with, so.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop out of here. Let's see. We got next thing I'm gonna be doing probably Friday. You can catch me on Badger stream. Other than that, we're just gonna
Nice.
do a cold ending.